the team like FPX from EU, they have a Phoenix that's like a support Phoenix. So he's not really like a duelist Phoenix. So I think that's kind of like that's super cool to be able to play different agents to different play styles. Whereas I feel like in Riot's perfect world, they would, you know, see it as, you know, oh, you're a sentinel, you have to play passive, and you're going to be the anchor, and you know, you're Cypher, and you're going to be holding a site alone. Where, you know, again, a lot of people, you know, teams, especially from just the different regions, have different playstyles on the different agents, and you know, it's to me refreshing. To me, it's not like, oh, you see the Sage, yeah, you know she's going to be sitting in a corner waiting to wall and slow.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's definitely a fun aspect to this game.
Nuturn respectively as we start off. So the wall here coming in from version 1 basically denies a fast A, or at least an A that Nuturn has to think about as they would run through the toxic screen. And no real aggression here to start coming into V1. They're happy to stay, set down some stars, and we do see the Astra on both sides as Peri starts laying some out towards garage.
I do think it's good to see Penny take some of the space away.
That pizza, man, I feel disgusting.
Right? Like, this area of the map is so heavily contested, and it's because of that, right? Like, you get
There's
so
no audio.
much control if you can exploit that area.
Right.
Penny already swings
S-zoning.
out, deals the first blood of the series. Oh, and Vanity's on the flank as well.
Yep.
Taking
That
the
guy's
middle of
kind
the
of nuts,
space.
actually.
Nuturn, they're trapped right now. They're gonna
I'm
have
so
to fight
shocked
their
at how
way through
V1's
the
playing.
defenses of V1.
Beautiful job by Vanity. They've been able to separate the map a little bit with the way they played the Killjoy turret, which allowed them to play back, allowed them to play these hard corners. Zellsis now picks one up, and they're just picking apart Nuturn ever so slowly.
30 seconds left.
So the spike is down in A short. They have to slowly, you see it, you see Allow like slowly working.
Somebody in my backyard right
now.
now.
How far up Vanity's gone. As we can see, Vanity has retreated back. But again, like, because of the way the early round played out, they really have nowhere else to go.
What is happening right now? What is this pistol?
Giving them an inch. Peri looking to take some of it. However, he's going to try to get.
They just walking. Everybody's just walking out one by one by one.
Opening shots of confidence coming in from version 1 as Nuturn was looking to read the map.
Oh, someone is in my area.
Like even NU's
version 1, and the first one was a
lineup here is kind of interesting for Haven.
He picks up 2 on the
They
round,
almost have to play super aggressive, right? With the breach double duelist. No sentinel.
Round 2. We will see.
Yeah, but after watching them, they don't really do that.
The ball is switched up, so they basically cut off A this time. This may give Penny a little bit more of a push.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, true.
They did look good, but
Zellsis to actually play between
I don't know if they're gonna be able to play super slow with an agent like a lineup like this against an NA team that's literally just pushing.
Yeah, I mean, they're taking a main control right now.
You have to respect the possibility that somebody on the side of V1 has already pushed their way
maybe this is it.
To expose where Penny might have been
They
going.
have 3 here, dude.
Wait it out before
I love how this has been so common. The buying on this round.
Lakia towards the back. He is
like the force buy,
on their flank right now. Possibly waiting for that sonar bolt to come up to fire it over. You can see him setting up. Spike's got dropped, but Jammy's already pushing.
I mean, if you think about it, if it's Spectre versus Spectre, I mean, Spectre's kind of random. You can randomly just kill someone from across the map in like 3 bullets.
Trying to look for the remaining members of Nuturn, and they may have bit off a bit more than they could chew as things drop down to a 3v2 in favor of Nuturn. Now the spike
they should not have lost that. Oh, wait, it's not over, but those 2 people taking that one guy at long. They wanted more. They already got 2. They wanted 1 more. They got doubled.
They got greedy.
Yeah.
You look at it
and they agreed.
Based on when they
Am I right, chat?
What do you mean? NA's never greedy. Not a single time.
And you catch them waiting to shoot one over A. Now over towards C. That's just going to be solo.
Clear it.
What he can. 300 bucks. What they want to get is Zellsis finds Lakia, and he's going to go straight for that plant, drive it into the ground, and hope for the best.
Well, you can hope. But there wasn't a whole lot.
Sorry, I forgot. Sean told me to do the thing where we call everything that was once called NA, NA Flash, NA Smoke. It's now EU. So EU greed, by the way.
Well, as long as NA wins this, then yeah, we can do that. If NA doesn't place first, then I don't know about that.
That's true. But for now,
for now we can say yeah, EU aim, EU shooting.
Damn, those were nice shots.
No, they were. Yeah. Wait, they actually hit a grenade. They had a good ult and they ult. You know, it's gonna all switch around.
Easily goes the other way. So you're feeling that this map already is just like being decided by split-second moments that can change the outcome of what's going on.
Absolutely. And we see version 1 being able to pull that out and do damage. I'm sorry, Nuturn do damage to version 1, so the buys may become a bit more tough. Suggest able to do it again. The Ion Sheriff headshots, they're almost free, I tell you. And they're going to back out. A nice grab. They have a Phantom. They can now start to move around. That was dropped to Lakia, so the priority on how they need to move this now.
They're hitting some nice Sheriff shots right now.
They're still waiting. The same wall we saw on round 1 from the toxic screen, placed up around B towards A, slowing things down if they need to on an initial rush. Version 1 still looking to creep up. I think Suggest has then seen that there was he would have heard that alarm bot placed in, so they know a bit of Killjoy positioning. They haven't identified B, so I wonder if the turret is known to be there, stopping them a little bit.
Damn, he didn't take the fight.
It's gonna be the ace.
Thought he would.
Again, they creep up as close as they
I feel like
can
you
get.
take the fight there as Jet. Try to equalize
They
it.
got to get as close as possible and close the gap to get these frags. Effy's close, and so is Penny. We'll see if they can make it out
I
of
would
this
have fought
one
there
as the chaos ensues.
as Jet.
30
Trying to bring it
seconds
back to
Oh,
4v4.
Noise. They decide not to drop.
I think
Yeah.
you dash away too, even if you fuck it up.
The flash, the
Was he
cloud
hiding
burst,
from the
dash as they
drone?
work
Is
their
that
way
what
onto the
happened?
side, and so far,
No,
Allow
he
has
jiggle
gotten
peeked. He saw
entirely
one, went away.
unscathed, but unfortunately
Oh,
for
okay.
Nuturn, Suggest
Yeah, when he had his
not
Sova, that was
nearly
supposed
as
to. That
fortunate
was
as
probably
the wall comes down.
probably could have went for the
Effys is
at least
greeted
the
with a
you know
handful of
a
folks on the
couple
side of
shots.
Nuturn.
Just
Hello.
dash back.
He's able to get a couple, but Allow looking to trade things back. He's gotten two. Zellsis getting that back himself as he gets onto it solo with Flash, not able to make anything happen.
The Sova battle.
This is
He
big
peeked
from a
with
financial
utility out
perspective.
still.
Really,
Yeah,
wanted
they
to
they
see
both
them
had
follow around
utility.
and
Yeah,
They're having
even with the
a
damage
shock
that
dart
Nuturn
battle.
did to their bonus for V1 to win this is big.
Absolutely. Playing the bits of time there.
Hiko's a little bit behind.
Planted.
I'm ahead
You
for
know
once.
There's going to be one less person shooting, most likely with how much time they had to put
That was
the
a
fight
pretty
down.
good. I think that was
So
just like a
Version
half
one
buy,
working
or not even a
methodically,
half buy. I think it
even
just said
though they seem to
sheriff.
be Run around the map here, and Nuturn's doing a great
I
job.
mean, even
about that.
the second
They
2
are
rounds after
finding that they're
they lost
having a
pistol, I feel like
priority in
they got some
numbers
stuff
once
done. They
get
got
to a
kills.
site.
I don't think they
Nuturn is
planted last
learning
like 2
what
rounds
they're
ago, but they
moving,
definitely
what the
planted last
pressure of
round.
version 1
So
is.
they should
Ever
have
so
good money
slightly,
at least
you wanna
coming into
find a
here.
precedent that
They
your
have enough
opponent is
kills where
setting. And
they're not
version
like
1 should be able to
the
have
snowball
found a
effect
few of
isn't
those movements,
super
where they'll be how
crazy
many are
yet.
at a site. But now in our first gun round, we'll see if all that homework pays off that they've done for these first two.
There's a leaf
Certainly we're gonna
blower
see,
in
like,
my
you know,
backyard.
the breach flash, jet dash, ray satchel in somewhere here, right? They gotta step speed up the pace a little bit at least.
I mean, V1 did, just got owned.
Penny with the op, we saw how devastating.
I feel like they didn't need to.
Not able to land anything yet.
Need to do that?
Position, he's gonna get
Yeah.
a chance. And yeah, baby.
It's okay, Penny's gonna own.
Excuse me, Blade Storm out as Penny tries to stay alive, using the
Never
counter
mind.
from the Cloudburst to keep him alive. That's insane.
And again, Nuturn, overwhelm. It's how they're able to get in. The first one, obviously, Allow. He's just saying you're not allowed to do that. You can't push. And it was a great read.
See what he
If you
did there.
Remember what really came to fruition on Nuturn.
I
was
didn't
that
really
the
pay
beginning of
super
the
close.
game,
Did
a lot of
V1
pushing
have
happened
full
towards
guns there?
them.
And they just
They were
pushed
pushed
all the
back
way
by
down?
Sharks
I
in the
believe
last
so,
game.
yeah.
Well, we're going to look for this
They had
next round.
ops,
We're going to make sure nobody
rifles,
can get on
yeah.
our flank because they aren't looking to work with that Cypher.
This is the kind of team where it's not like EU, and they actually watch their flanks, and they default for quite some time. I feel like you can't just get away with walking down and finding a hole right away. They cover it pretty well.
I mean, maybe that's how they're so successful. Is that they play a super aggro comp, but they play it slow, and then they can add in, like they mix the aggression
Yeah,
with the
and
passive.
you
like,
never really
default
know
thing.
what to expect.
Yeah, I mean, even no sentinel, that doesn't really matter. Like if they just default, if they play CS style where they're just all walking around holding everything. I guess in theory it sounds like it's good.
Oh, that's a showstopper coming straight in.
Just gotta hit those shots.
Shot to the left,
Yeah,
a blind
it just comes down to
fire
like
on the
kill them
showstopper
when
here,
they
and
peek
that's
you.
going to be great for version 1 on the frenzy round with 2 vandals.
Yeah, getting that ultimate offline with really no value. I mean, yeah, I guess the
Look at this guy. He's literally in like T-spawn, holding guard in the raise.
certainly not what you're
Just
looking
waiting
for
until the
personally.
team's set up and then actually gonna do
So
something.
they cut noise. They look to reset things a little bit.
Yeah,
It's
See what they
yeah.
find towards either
it's so
side.
unconventional having your raise be a
Still
flank
see a
holder
couple
too,
things
right?
on
Your
the
raise is
map.
usually like pushing in,
The nice
trying to
thing
take
for
fights
V1 is that
and
if
use
they do
their
push into that,
utility
they do
to
have
take
Zellsis
map
locked
control.
down, and that's a big pick. With the frenzy
I mean, I guess he
OS
did
on his
boom out into
chest.
garage first and then fell back,
Traded
but
back quickly by Peri. Nice little retribution kill there as they head in. And they don't even know he's there alive.
No
Just can't
way.
find the targets. And V1 attacks back with 3
there he
bats.
is.
Peri looking to do what he can.
1v3.
I'm a little bit ahead of you, so
Yeah, I'm trying to, like-
I just saw the route a little like unfold right there. Like what in the world just happened? Astra happened, I guess.
For the boys on defense.
You make it a little too obvious what you're doing,
Version
and
one,
stuck,
if
and
they
stun.
do go down, we see the next round they just
Don't get me started on
deny.
Astra. Don't get me
Until they
started.
say, "All right, peek now." There's been
Well, you don't
enough
think
time.
Astra meta is
You know, they're
sick?
kind of predicting
I think
a
it's
lull
so
here
boring to
on
have an Astra on your
Zellsis,
team.
where
It's
they
whoever
can
has to play the
rotate
Astra,
and
and it's so
penetrate
boring
that
playing against an
rotation.
Astra.
Just to dive
I
Maybe
feel
not-
like it's
maybe not boring.
it fits for this game though, because look at this these barriers. Like right off the start of the round, there could be conflict. And Astra, right, for example, right here, Astra stopped that conflict that could have happened in the first 2 seconds of the round. You know?
Yeah, I mean, it's true. There's a lot of like, there's a lot of ability, like big ticket abilities, like Sova Drone and Omen Flash and Jet Dash, where you suck at the right time,
Oh,
you
no.
literally completely
What
stop
a read on the
a
triple
push.
ults here coming from
And I feel like
Nuturn.
that much
They wanted to
outplay
get in.
is too
That's
much
gonna be
power for
Blaze
one
Storm. That's
agent.
going to be Rolling Thunder as they get in.
Yeah,
A, where
maybe.
it's all slowed down, and they lose jammyz. So a ruffle of the feathers to start. Nuturn handles
The same
it
could be said about like a
quickly,
Brimstone
and
Molly
they still
though,
have
but I get
no
what your point.
ultimates
There's
used.
way
They
more
come in.
stars.
We did see
You have
Hunter
5
Fury
stars,
out
and it's
there.
way easier to just
And
hit
now it's going to
hit
be
it
another
than
trade. They still set up. They still
Brimstone
wanna go
Volley
through with it.
timing.
They feel good, Doug. Here it goes.
Yeah,
Rolling Thunder leading the way.
Well, plus,
as
like, you can
Lakia
still
follows shortly thereafter, and effys drops.
kind of
Penny
run
looking
through the
to trade
molly
things out.
like
There's the
CS, right?
lockdown
You
that
just
we were
kind of jump
expecting
through
out
it.
of Zellsis
At
to
least,
try
at least
to
Brimstone
equalize
Molly.
things.
Viper
There's
Molly
the-
is kind of
Penny's on
impressive
the
too,
read.
but
Penny's on the read. He's cut him off. They're
No
stuck,
way,
Riv.
dude. This
There's
is
no
a
way for
wild
them to win.
round,
Good for one,
man.
Penny good for 2. Make that 3 on the
I'm just
round.
impressed
Full
by
control
V1.
for V1.
Just when you think
I thought they were
Oh.
screwed. I thought they were screwed. They were doomed from the beginning.
And it is a rough one.
Oh,
They
the
re-
Jet to
They recovered
to
that.
sit there?
Yeah, they recovered that
With
so
the
well. They
ultimate
used the
there
Killjoy
being
ult to
down,
break
for the-
to
for
have
the
Jet
lockdown, I should
run,
say.
block them off.
I was just super
I can't
impressed
believe
with
it.
how they got them out early, but it still comes
Nuturn
down
got
to the
2
fact
free
that
kills.
Perry has to make it
yeah,
work
and they
again.
committed breach out there
Always
too
on the
Yeah.
for
flank.
the
We
site.
saw
Yeah,
this last
I-
round. He's trying to make things work from across the map with the smokes, but still.
And then
the
Penny
guys-
was stuck in like short cubby as they were rushing. He got
It's a
one
great
because
round.
Vanity ran through spawn
And he's
smoke.
just going to time
and, like,
out.
It was almost like I think he just like ran out and sprayed somebody real quick, and then he ran back into spawn. And then Penny got one as well at that same time, and he just dipped.
It's a big play to like actually hold W as the other team is like running into you and flank the guys running back.
Yeah.
Alone, I think.
Version 1 have
No, actually
reduced
alone,
that,
yeah.
right? Like, there have
These
been a
guys
couple
have,
of
like,
times there
full
where we've seen them
confidence,
position themselves
and
in such a
that's
way that they're just a step
really
ahead
good
of
for an NA
Nuturn
team.
from a macro
Even though, oh,
perspective.
they had the suck
Even,
play
like,
there
having
too. They were both
trapped
being
them
sucked.
in,
Yeah.
did the lockdown not
They were
give
not
them
letting
a
him
piece of
out.
escape is huge.
No.
The slight adjustment we see here out of Viper's wall from jammyz. You hear the gravity well has been used early on. Short control has been taken away, and that's the narrative that we're going to continue to see throughout really the entire map.
We'll have to keep an eye on if Nuturn continue to watch that flank.
Vanity's a
early
mean
game.
Astra,
Allow
I
picked
feel
up two
like.
big frags at long C, just a few
His
ago.
utility is, like,
Nuturn watching
really
version
well
one
done.
push, reading version 1 a bit. Version 1 then sets back to a different default
Yeah,
strategy on,
I think so
on their
too. I
defensive
think
side. And it's
he's
like
good
an
at like
info denial.
activating
Nuturn
himself,
can't figure
whereas
out
some
what
Astras
Hiko
just kind of like
get
sit in the
out or
corner,
not.
not doing
Here on
much.
another save
Yeah.
round, they're going to throw their numbers towards A, but the spike is towards B. They're looking for that $300.
I think he's the IGL though, right? Might maybe make it easier.
300 credits.
Yeah, I think having the
it's gonna
IGL
be
be
a
your
bit
Astra is
of a,
probably super
you know,
beneficial because you can kind of like
make some
pre-place and
noise,
pre-plan
see
things
what
with like
close
trying
you
to
can
say,
get, which so
hey
far
dude,
have
smoke
been
this,
done.
or hey,
Fury
be ready to
did
suck
have the
this.
only
Yeah.
rifle
He's not
inside
maybe
of
ready.
Nuturn. But the nice thing is that is going to draw some attention
literally
away from C,
Solo's
which is
just
where
walking
Solo's
up
just
long
very
C.
quietly going to waltz his way up. But you've got to remember here they don't really have weaponry, and Solo's alone. Zellsis once again.
I
is on
swear,
the lead
if
with
your
jammyz.
Jet is
I'm
having a
telling
good
you, Riv, they're
game,
a step ahead every
it
time.
puts so much pressure on the other team.
I was going to say V1 does
And Penny has so
not
much
usually
confidence to
rotate
just
out of
keep
their sight
pushing and
until the
peeking
spike
and
is
dashing
being
away
planted.
after a
So
kill.
big credit to
It's
Nuturn there for making him bite.
That's-
because
it's a
Nuturn
scary sight.
Has been going to every site. They say let's switch it up this time.
Do you have
We're
on
like
the Queen link? I think
actually
actually maybe I have it, so I can just be up to date with you,
Version
like up
1
to
in the
speed.
middle of the round
The
say,
what links?
Wait a minute. This is different.
There's like
They
a
come right
YouTube
back.
link that I
Then
was
Solo
given,
can't
I
even
think,
plant there.
that
And they
has
were
it with no
a moment
casters
from
where I can
having
like
it
Oh,
speed it
that's
up.
why you're delayed. Yeah, that one
Switch,
just
they're
by
like, no, no,
default
no.
is like 4 or 5
Here we
seconds
go. So
delayed. I don't know
round
why
6
in
to
comparison to the Twitch
1.
stream.
The
I
first
was
one
watching
here
it
on defense,
because
Yeah.
I loved the no casters. It was so much like more clean to watch. But my chat, they couldn't. They were just
They were
roast.
complaining?
They were just
They're crying?
complaining. Yeah, they were crying. Like they were all from EU or something.
For most flawless
Oh,
rounds
Twitch chat.
probably ever in the history of everything. But again, this time,
Let's go, baby.
From V1, so now they're going to have better weapons. Now they're going to have rifles. Similar Viper wall that we saw from jammyz, controlling that A short area, and a ton of utility across B here, Riff.
Doug, look at this wall as well from jammyz. They're giving them less and less as the map goes on. The next time Nuturn gets guns, well, you're going to have to really work for the right side of the map. They say, well, we're going left. Zellsis eats a bit of a nade there, and we'll see how they can control C. Full retake in position right now if it is a C play here. Nuturn's going to have it to themselves. How can they post?
They don't really have much for this retake.
Oh, and Zellsis
Alt-wise.
already dropping early on certainly doesn't help.
And they lost one. That sucks.
They've gotten onto the site.
This might be another round,
Spike
I
down.
think.
And he has the blade.
You never know what to expect with jet knives.
And is working around it. You see the
True.
slow burn from Vanity and the slow burn from jammyz, still working his way out of the eastern side.
Jet knives is such a weird
of the
ultimate
map.
to
The
me.
good thing for version 1 here is that they're going to be approaching the retake from multiple fronts, but Nuturn are
Have
so
you
well
played much
positioned
jet?
right now.
Dude, I
They
suck with their
also
knives.
still have the
Some people are
top
so
divide
good.
Yeah,
at best, should they
If I
choose
use
to
a big
do so.
crosshair, I
Here we
suck.
go. You got jammyz coming down
You
on the
gotta use a
bottom.
little dot.
Sonar bolt
Yeah, you
going
gotta
through
use
now
something
that he's
small
there,
with
and they're
jet.
working as a team with 3
How are
to
they
come up,
oh.
but allow.
Last player standing.
Oh, Solo's too smart. His brain's huge.
On the tap, the snake
Never mind.
some space. Solo good for one anyway, but he didn't have enough health. He had to take it.
NA's brain is just so large. It's crazy.
Oh,
Found it.
full clench, full clench.
Hiko, you
And
change your
honestly,
crosshair a lot,
Viper
right?
From jammyz,
I do.
Is there...
on the stage.
So to me,
is the
the reason I
very,
think you do
very
that,
quick
and my
thinking to
explanation to
understand
chat
what
is that,
happened in the site take
I don't know,
where
it just
the
keeps it
last person
refreshing.
could've
It's not like
escaped to,
crosshair makes the
and that
player, you know?
absolutely helped
It just-
clutch that
I don't know.
round. Been very
It's like-
impressed with jammyz here on version 1.
There's some
And
players
that
who like
is a
change
quick
their
pickup.
resolution, you know, just for a little spice, I guess.
Ladies and gentlemen, the
Is that kind of
Yeah.
what you're thinking?
It keeps it kind of fresh. It
Yeah.
keeps it kind of like, you know,
That's what I thought.
some days you're tapping is feeling on, some days you're spraying is feeling on. So
Yeah.
you're spraying to me, you want to use a big crosshair, and you tap and use a little boy.
Do
Do you see that last round where the
that
jet was
even
just
if
like
they-
sitting, like
even if Nuturn
hiding in the
try
corner
to
and was
push
trying to
it
dodge a
towards
flash,
A,
but
like V1
V1 has no flashes? maybe you're trying to dodge his teammate's flash? I don't
on
know.
that side of the map at all, and much like we've seen
I
previous
didn't.
times, whenever they show that way, Vanity takes
And
the
they are
middle of the map.
owning
Look at
these
where he
guys.
is
They are
on the map right
owning
now. He's
them.
about to walk into the defender's
This is
spot.
wild. Whose
He's
pick
got
is
the
this?
Viper's wall to conceal his advancements, and he's got the chance to
Oh,
catch
I don't
Mario.
remember.
And that's just too easy.
Like, they could do
It's
no
too easy
wrong
to
right
natural
now.
form.
Even
Yet
when they
despite
do
his
wrong,
build-up,
they
Zellsis left
somehow
alone in a 1v4,
come out on
things
top.
continue to go
Like NA,
sideways for Nuturn.
you know?
Whoa,
Sorry, I gotta-
Vanity tries to
It's
get the
it's so
move shot
un
there,
NA
suggests,
of them.
but
Things are
Bucks
going
on fire.
things go wrong and they
He's
just
gonna be
lose
good for
usually.
that.
Here
This
things
is
are
gonna
going
be a
wrong, but they're
tough
still
one.
winning.
Suggest definitely has some of the best
Oh.
aim on the team. It's quiet, but when he pops off, it is a loud statement. Firing forward, trying to catch that drone off guard, but they're still too distance from the play.
Now he's got- okay. I was gonna say,
That's
he's
a
got the
lame
show
way to
sound off.
die.
Things get real close. He might whip something up. But no, an excellent stop from effys there, as you said, with the shock dart to win the round. Again, secure it for V1.
You don't like the
and I
shock
think
dart kills?
Haven, while there were questions, right?
I
Like,
love
that
them,
was the
but they
first
feel,
CA,
it almost
right?
feels like
Nuturn
getting
were
knifed.
calling a good map against Sharks on Haven.
I don't know
Just
why.
didn't
It
go
shouldn't
their way.
feel
I
that
think now we're
way,
seeing
but
them
it feels
really get
embarrassing
exposed
to
on
die
both
to it.
sides of the
Dude,
proverbial
as a
wall.
Sova,
Defensively,
nothing
they
gets
did look good
you
against Sharks.
nothing gets you
On
going
attack,
faster
they
than
certainly
shooting
don't
one
look
shock dart and do like
good against
300 damage with
V1.
it.
And Nuturn just seem at a loss on this map.
You don't even have to get the kills. Just get a bunch of assists. It just feels so nice.
We'll see. It is going to be a tactical timeout coming in from Nuturn. Nothing.
God,
they're
please don't be
doing
another
seems
boring
to
day.
work. In
2
one
O's
of the
across the
amazing
board,
things is it
13
seems like
4s,
their
13
round
5s. Like, I don't want to
V1
see that
knows
again.
info deny and round
As much as I
win.
want NA to win,
Vandy
I want
knows that
V1 to
he really
own
has a
here.
window.
I
Just
want
based
it to
off a
be
few things that
close.
are going down. The shot calling we're seeing from Vandy
I agree.
here is
It's the same thing of like
throughout the
why
tournament
ranked
so
sometimes
far,
isn't
and
fun.
there's
Like
no
it's not
wonder
really that fun
that
to
this
just plow
Cinderella
another
story
team like
here
13-1.
from
It's not really fun to
challengers
get
to
owned
roster
1-13.
switches to subs.
No, you want those close games, the
albeit
ones
Yeah.
that are, you know, you really got to work for them.
Yeah, Luke.
Version one
I mean,
is
even win or
definitely
lose in
here
ranked, like, as
on the
long as it's a
world
close
stage.
one, I enjoy it.
While
You're
people
right.
are
Just
not, they have
you
worked
own or
on
they
this
own.
going.
It's not fun. for anyone.
I'm gonna ask you.
Yeah, and people think that like you say the game is boring when you lose. Like, why are you so mad that you're just losing games? That's why it's not fun. It's like, no, it's not. I don't care. It's like you said, I don't care if you win or lose, but you want the games to be like fun, entertaining, and like hard.
At every single time, right? Like, what more is left?
Competitive, yeah. You just want them to be competitive.
Yeah.
That they're not just underdogs and that they maybe don't deserve to be here and that they're legit.
Honestly, I think they've done it.
Stupid.
But it's carrying that current
Boomer
story
mentality.
in their,
Okay, there we go.
their choose your own path.
Listen, Mike, you're not that much younger than I am these
Because
days.
honestly, they
You could
could-
laugh
it
at us
could
old
be
guys.
written.
You're not that much. You're not that much younger than me anymore. You're getting up there too.
I'm 26, you know.
I can't wait to read the next one.
Yeah, I'm
But
doomed.
that's not what they have in mind.
I'm 27 in like 4 days, man. It's over.
So we'll see what
Oh,
they got
God.
here.
Oh,
On 10,
God, indeed.
They're going
Oh,
in,
no.
and we'll see what they have towards A. Allow goes down almost
Wait till you get to
immediately
30.
on the round.
It's
That's gonna be
over.
an operator in Penny's hand for this round.
Dude,
That's
Penny hit
GG.
that
30's
after
GG.
the Viper's
Sorry to
was
say.
going up.
But I'm 31
Down
now.
C-long
Yeah.
What am I
with
supposed to
no
do?
information. There was no dart. There was no
You
nothing
can't do
to reveal
anything.
the position. That must have been
You
like
just
a,
accept.
give the dude a haircut.
Give me
just
some
saw
youth.
like a,
Give me some years.
pixel onto that shot. I hate that we missed that. Hopefully we'll be able to get that on the replay to see if that was as gross as it seemed in my mind, because that was just filthy. So to recap, V1 have taken complete
This
control
Viper
of
ult at
C. They've
C,
got the
I don't know
Viper's
how
mid.
much
There's
further
no
you are than me.
easy
That's
answers there.
kinda
But I do like
nice.
Oh,
the
yeah,
news
yeah.
that they're feeling
How
things out
far
in the
it
middle of the
bleeds
map.
down.
They're about to find out
There's
if
no
they
way
should
in
be
hell you're going
safe,
through that.
but Vanity-
You'll
No.
never, ever contest.
Vanity
Oh,
Lakia
you'll
gives
never,
him
ever
business
contest
left,
that.
right. Good night. He drops, and that should give him entry onto A.
Viper's so
except
sick.
For Penny is on the flank. The flash is not going to
Yeah, it's
Patience.
at least most of the American
Patience.
teams we
Blink's not gonna
played,
land.
they don't
He's
play
gonna have to go aggressive.
Vibrance on Haven.
push things
This is
back.
kind of like cool to
Spike has
see.
not moved, Rip.
She can just lock down.
4v3.
I feel like she's good on any map. Like, why wouldn't she be?
Sight, but they do have the
30
Hunter's
seconds
Fury
left.
if they
Yeah.
wanna get it.
Especially if
If
you're
you
running
just-
Viper Astra.
Yeah, you just think about her kit. It just
I was
works.
gonna say Perry is making some good moves, but they are privy to what's going down. Solo now being
Just global
seen.
presence,
25
global
would be
agents are
overkill from
just
the
so
operator.
good in a
Shot
game
to
like
the
this.
chest. And now it's
Being able
just
to
gonna be
play
up to
multiple bomb
suggest.
sites at
Oh,
once.
Beautiful shot on
Yeah.
that.
Seconds left.
Another 3v1. And
Man,
another.
this is putting me to sleep,
V1
dude. NA is
victory.
unstoppable.
Dude, I'm getting like Monty Python and the Holy Grail type, like none shall pass vibes, because for
Yeah.
Nuturn, they're feeling things out, right? It's not like, oh my,
I don't even most of these rounds, other than that one
bad.
retake,
like,
it didn't even
it's
seem like
not like they're
and you
running
even
their
had a
head
chance.
into a wall
These
Yeah.
rounds have just been
on
super
one
one-sided.
specific site, and they're just trying
Like,
to
well played
force
by-
their way in, and they're just getting stuffed.
Somehow they're
feeling
giving
out
up
different areas of the map,
picks
right? Like
where
they're calling fakes, they're
Yeah.
calling rotations.
you wouldn't
They're-
think that they
they're
would.
doing
They
all the
usually
right things.
have
They just can't find a way
someone
in.
holding an answer
I
for
guess
it.
this is really a time as
But they've
well
been getting-
when we get to
oh, there we go.
see
There we go.
what Nuturn is made of, and that's not
Now
just
they got a
a
pick in their
9-1, it's
favor.
Always strong
Catching up,
mentality
see what
coming
happens.
out of Korean.
You didn't get to see it.
They
It's just
weather the
kill
storm,
feed.
they
Kill
find
feed
their
is what you
way
saw.
back, they know it's
It was in
never
garage. He
over,
beat garage with
and
an op.
Right now, version 1 seems to have them in a bit of chaos mode where Nuturn can't do their own strats. They're kind of playing to version 1's game, and that means you're always a step behind what
Am I seeing
you
it correctly
as
that
Nuturn want to be doing.
NU
So
has
again,
5
they
ults right now?
wait.
They must.
Zellsis pushes. They find
Certainly
a
they're gonna
frag,
steal
and
one of the
this is
last
where
2 rounds
Nuturn
here
may
with
start
5
to grab
ults.
a little bit of momentum. 2 down now
Yeah.
on the side of version 1 is Nuturn.
But right now, I think they're thinking they got 2
Really
picks.
have to here.
Oh, he just caught the bomb.
Spikes down 2
Right now, they're
kills, and
thinking,
Tom's
like,
hot now. Hey, he doesn't have any backup yet.
they
so if
have
he drops, there's
3
still a bit of
dead.
Regan
They'll
control.
be
They're
alright.
gonna
They
know
could
that
just
A's open,
win
nobody
this
else is pushing
normally.
up, but even with that in mind, they're gonna pull back off. But Vanity again. Oh no! Vanity gets a couple shots right into the back of the head, courtesy of Perry. Effys on the cut. Effys good for 2.
Okay,
The spike goes
Effys,
down
gamer.
again, and it's Effys. In a 1v2, he's already taking care of 2 of them. Looking for the third, not able to land it. Perry gets the kill.
Wait, they won one
Nuturn.
though.
Yeah.
And they still have 5 ults, I think?
Hmm. They should be able to win this if they just come up with something.
Slowly making their way with a few more points back in, giving themselves that cushion for the next half.
I don't even, have I
Looking
even
at
seen
what
a
we have
raise
for
ult
Nuturn
this
here,
half?
As we said, 59% attack win
I don't think so.
50% defensive win rate.
Did he shoot it into garage one time and he missed, maybe? Maybe that was the boombot exploding or getting killed. I don't know. Or maybe that was a nade. Maybe not.
I don't know, I feel like he's had it forever.
We haven't seen Astro Wall yet from
Well, one thing I
your
noticed
side?
about Korea, like Perry, they had there was one map, actually 2 maps, where they had the Astro ult for
Let's see how they use the
8
neutral on
rounds
the
or
side of
something,
Nuturn.
and they never used it. They refused to use that Asher ult.
Showstopper.
Yeah, I mean, how long has Asher been in the meta now? I feel like I haven't really seen any like really sick ults yet. Like really sick plays off of the Asher ult.
Yeah, but like some are pretty. Oh my, some are pretty standard though. You know, just use it as a smoke. Like you could do that. You do something. There we go. There we go. I actually used it.
Zellsis quietly playing in the back corner, has not been spotted.
Man.
The alarm bot helps, but Zellsis lands a kill, looking for a second, not able to do it. As Suggest seems to be on
Dude,
a
Suggest is on fire right now.
Yeah, and they sat on 3 ults, or like they burned 3 ults,
Douglas!
or like they didn't use.
They
3
didn't
ults.
use all of it. Yeah.
Any information grabbed, and you use one
kinda
of the
weird.
most impactful alts blind again.
Yeah, I feel like
But then they outshoot the round.
they have to like not play this map because I saw the same kind of style where they didn't have
They
didn't have like a lot of strategy in using their utility on this map last time I saw them play. Yeah, V1 picked Haven. This might not even be their map. Like they might not.
I feel like I don't know why. I feel like I watched Nuturn play Vision Shakers and they beat Vision Shakers on Haven. Maybe not, but I definitely saw them play Haven against each other. And
Yeah, but
like
you know how it is. It's different playing your own region.
yeah, I mean, there's no doubt.
On the attacking side of the map,
You play each other so long in scrims, in matches.
Nobody there,
I don't know.
They don't even have,
You know the intricacies of how each person plays.
Yeah.
Nade's a little too deep out. Fault line won't do too much, so it has
He's
to
still
stop
got
Penny
one.
down. As he gets one though, and the frenzies are pushing forward.
It's funny they nerfed the frenzy, and people like the price, and people still.
that was it, right?
It's still like the go-to pistol.
Vintage version
Not
one
enough.
of lineups.
No.
Jammyz was playing
I mean,
back
they
on the
didn't
site
touch,
for
like, the
down
recoil.
Yeah, that's what I mean, like,
any sort of way in.
Just
Ooh,
upping
the flank here.
Yeah, flank's huge.
Combo right into
Dude,
the
he
back
felt
of
it
the
out.
head, drops
Yep.
lakia, picks up another
Yeah, the
weapon,
last
and then
second, he's
you
like,
see
"Oh god,
Shotgun.
they could be flanking me."
The snake bite, there's really no way in.
They
Allows
love
him to
this
get through all
post-plant
of the
style,
utility,
man. They
Yeah.
love it.
and then the remaining
They
members
use
do just to get a
everything
chance
for
at
it.
this
They use
thing.
like the
There's
Killjoy
no
utility,
Zellsis
the Viper
good for
utility,
three.
the shock
That
darts, the
right
combo with the
there
vulnerability.
is V1
Honestly, I like it.
just like
It's-
putting on full display
great.
how good they
You
are
have to
on the
play to
attacking
stop the
half.
plant. And if you don't, and they don't have to use any abilities, like they have double Viper Molly, double shock, double Molly, double everything. Sucks from Vanity.
It requires like a almost like an unorthodox answer from the teams. They need to get out of their comfort zone to truly beat it. And honestly, it kind of relies on like individual performance. Because I feel like if you know a team plays post plant meta, that means you got to get on their flank. And you got to kind of spread around the map. You got to be coming from A main. You got to be coming from C main, garage, kind of those
Yeah.
areas to
I
really
mean-
push them back.
Yeah, I agree completely. Like people know now that if V1 plays this map, they're gonna have the post plant. So I feel like you have to almost like push garage and like take control of window or push A and just battle them there.
That's
'Cause
what I'm
if you
saying
try to
though. Like
play-
some people, sometimes it doesn't call for that. And you have to do it yourself, and not everyone's the kind of player to do
Yeah.
that themselves.
Exactly. They're too late to adapt, and all of a sudden you blink your eyes and it's 10. You're down 10-3, losing pistol, and you know
Yeah.
they're like, oh man, we need to be pushing and stopping the lineups.
Fully stacked C here.
Look at the info Vanity's trying to get here.
Oh, I love it. Suggest has some taste. Wasteland Shorty.
Now nothing really came
It's
of
the
it.
worst
Nuturn's playing this super smart by
Yeah, well,
holding
you don't have
until
taste. Okay, you're a
info
boomer.
denying themselves.
Yeah,
I think we might
that's
have
okay.
heard
It's
a
okay.
Shorty go off, and that's not
You
gonna
got to
be
use the
too
Viper
much,
one, the
so
green one.
we see in the eyes
All
of
green
Vanity
everything.
what they're trying.
That one's
It
not
looks like
bad.
they're
I'll
gonna
give you
go
that. That
for
one's good.
what is a B
I don't
once
even have it
again,
though.
with all
I don't
three
do those like
placed around it.
contracts or whatever much.
Effys
I
still
forget
has
about
a
it one
shock
time.
dart as well. But how much of a lineup do you have when you're already
Why
dead,
not? You
sitting
just
on
gotta
the site?
you just turn them on. You just play ranked and you just unlock
Penny
stuff
on the
for
flank,
free.
good for one.
Dude, this
But it's
Jammyz
not
this is the
Effys.
second
He's
round now.
just
This
AFK.
has
He's
to
AFK in spawn.
Same setup, it was slightly
literally
delayed, but
in
the
spawn.
outcome's the same. V1 get to 11 as
That's what
they
I'm saying,
dominate
like,
on the defensive half, and now
it's
they feel
hard
they
to
can do it on
know
attack as well.
That's gonna happen until like they're in B, and when they're in B, you're already rotating from back of C and back of A. But if you push down C, you'd have just caught him with his utility out, or he pushed down A, right? But it's just so hard. It's just so difficult to know where they're gonna end up.
But it's also just like like across the world, not just NA. The meta is to like you kind of give B and you kind of just let them plant B and you play for the retake. And
Yeah.
Sentinels does the same thing. Well, they'll bully you front B. They'll plant the bomb. They'll get out and they'll play the spam game. And you know, it's hard to play against if you don't have the the confidence or the knowledge to push and try to flank.
Effys gets the opener into the site. You see the nano swarms already coming out.
Dude, it's 10 seconds into the round, they have a kill, and they're already planting the bomb. That's crazy.
This is I was never expecting this, man. Like, what?
Down on C as well. Now they have control, but they go right into the belly of the beast.
Vanity walking through smoke with just the biggest man advantage. Screw it. Gets away with one.
This wall gives them so much pressure. The first gun round, they go ham towards C on this. Toxic screen still up. Penny takes a bit of damage, but the positioning they have is great. You can see Suggest.
That's a save. To me, it's just so crazy because if you look at V1's agent lineup, like they don't really have much to be able to rush. Like if they really have a jet, they have no flashes. They have like a Viper wall, but you know, they're literally rushing into C faster than Nuturn ever did, and Nuturn's running double duelist breach.
Yeah, I think part of the problem for Nuturn is, like I said with the Astra walls not being common, I think their Astra game is a little weak. Like, for example, they had 2 stars in long C that round. They never went on. They were never used, but they were down. These ones right here.
Well, he was also, I mean, it looked
he took that duel long plat for some reason. He kept fighting. He kept fighting long plat. Like, you just can't play like that. Korea's playing all wrong right now.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I actually agree. I don't think you can have your Astra be an anchor on a site because you kind of have to like get your Astra activated, not just like we talked about before, sitting in a corner like in your Astra world trying to support the whole team. And if you're gonna have them be like that, then they can't be an anchor. And you know, perfect world, they have somebody else like jump spot or try to jiggle or something long so that. No, if you see something, you can at least like hide, and then your Astra can support instead of if it's Astra, the Astra dies, and all of a sudden.
That's it. The round's done, man. The round's done.
GG. You have no more smokes. You have no set. You have nothing to stop them. Other than breach flash.
That's so interesting in this game in comparison to CS. If you lose one, and that one that you lose is such an important character, your chances just drop.
It feels weird.
And you're already down a man. Now you're down a really good character.
Yeah, like you lose your smokes early, and they're like your Omen or your Ashes gets opt out of nowhere, and then it's like, well, no more smokes the rest of this round. Good luck. The other team has a jet off just on top of a box. Yeah, well, let's just go ahead and save for the next minute and a half, so we at least have a chance next round.
Because they're holding. You know, Nuturn will always have to come to you, but now on the other side.
I wonder if there's a world in where they add some sort of replication agent.
Version 1 has to come to them.
I will say the one
as
like
far
as
like taking other agents' abilities and using them for themselves.
He's had
you just get like 2
I don't know how they balance it, right? But like being able to, like, what's that guy in Dota 2? The Rubik's, I think his name. Rubik. Yeah, Rubik. Yeah. Like something like that, right? Where you're just able to mimic, copy their...
Steal the last unit's ability or something?
Yeah.
36 is at the highest.
I think that'd be, like your ult, maybe you can like pick whose abilities you want. That'd be kind of sick. But probably OP.
Oh, dude. So
they showed I don't know. I'm sure they could find a way to balance it. Kind of interesting.
It was the allow dash down C long, and it was met with, I mean, I think they got a little bit more out of it when they tried it against Sharks, but V1 wisely waiting it out. They don't push in aggressively. They don't get caught with the flash. They just wait it out, and then they respond in kind. Now they're pushing it a bit more aggressively. Vanity playing in his smoke just on the other side with the judge.
No way!
Vanity swings, drops parry like a bag of rocks as V1 continue to creep their
Morning,
way on to
lads.
see
Good morning.
Zellsis leading the way.
Morning, mate.
Solo's got a judge of his own. If it's not him, it's
The day of NA supremacy, huh?
Solo with 2 shells left, no, he's gonna get dropped.
Wake up to the shit. Who just found it?
Wake up, NA #1 every day.
The lockdown, that's gonna give
Amazing.
What if it's not over yet?
It's over, man.
With the Vandal in a 1v2.
Like, it's over.
No way. No way you're jinxing this.
I'm not jinxing it, bro. It's over. Like,
that should be enough info on where he's coming from. The alarm bot is gonna come out as well. But even then, you see Jammyz
no way you just jinx this.
It's over.
Because of all the utility
Does
that
he have mollies?
Suggest is gonna have to tank.
Hell yeah, he's got
There's
mollies.
the snake bite as well.
Wake up feeling damn good every day being from
Try
NA.
to flush Jammyz out. There he is. Suggest.
Jammyz, what are you?
Okay.
What are you doing?
Okay.
Oh, he had no
You
snake.
should have jinxed
No,
it.
no, he had no snake bites. I get it. I guess. Just go for it.
Take care of business.
Bro, it's too easy for North America. Like, nobody stands a chance. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. Like,
We're just too good.
yeah.
We're just different.
We're just born different.
Built
Built different.
different, if you will.
Those last like couple rounds they went C. The first round, the Asher just peaked and died. That actual last round, they just gave too much. They let the Sova drone go all the way up long C from bottom C and clear all of sight. Like if you just kill that drone, they don't feel comfortable or safe to walk all the way up like they did. So I don't know.
But
if
why
that's
did,
like,
why did they let him? Why did they let it go up? Like, was nobody in C? Is that why?
they were hiding from it. Like usually,
Oh.
right? You either hide from it or you kill it. And I feel like killing it's better, especially if it's going up that long. Maybe they were afraid of an opper, but
I wish I could see that round back because I didn't notice that.
yeah, no, I'm pretty sure there was one guy like in the site like trying to dodge the Sova drone, and then another guy was already spawned, like rotated.
This is just the best timeline you could have hoped for.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Absolutely love it.
The double NA upper bracket grand finals.
Yeah.
And NA team guaranteed in the finals. Like, let's go.
Yeah, this is just truly wonderful.
One second, chat. I just hope it's cool V1 won this map with ease. I'd like to see the next map at least a little closer. But if it's not, I'm really hoping for EU and lowers to have close games and not also blowouts, right? Because Fnatic's playing X10. And on paper, you'd think, okay, Fnatic's going to own them. Team Liquid versus Crew, you'd probably assume the same thing. But EU, I mean, they've been looking a little rough. That's why they're in lowers, right? So who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I said yesterday, I actually don't see them getting out of lowers. No cap.
Neither of them?
Yeah, neither of them.
I mean, if you think about it, it's just like you could just feel that timeline out, right?
It would make sense at this point. Like, no one saw this coming. Like, I'm huge on the NA success here, and I fully back them and believe in them. But I mean, it makes sense. NA just dominate the whole tournament, and then EU just doesn't make it out of lowers. It's crazy.
Yeah, the timeline's just there, you know?
It's so funny too, because I literally just woke up. I meant to wake up earlier, but I just woke up and I turned your stream on, Mike, like right away, and I saw V1 up 11-2 or whatever it just was, and I just had the biggest smile on my face. Just the hugest NA smile. Because I was like, today was the day, you know, like V1 was gonna, you know, prove that it was all bullshit or not, but they're still bringing it in to like the upper final almost.
It's kind of lame because Nuturn looked awful. No offense here, but
No offense. They're awful. No offense or anything.
But didn't they, bro? They were stale. They weren't
Yeah.
doing anything.
Yeah, I agree.
Well,
They look scared. They look like they weren't really yeah, I mean, they're just kind of walking around getting picked apart.
But what I think, if I remember correctly, if my memory serves me right, the same thing happened in their last match where the first map was rough. They just got kind of like rolled. And then they just woke up in the second and third. And then they just brought it. And they look like a different team. So I'm hoping that same thing happens. Where with the second map, after losing the first, they're going to look like a different team.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping for that.
You've been there before, Mike. You know, first game of the day, you know,
Yeah,
people are
of
just
course.
waking up.
Yeah.
Got to warm up. You know, Solo's back pain is, you know, he's got to warm up his joints a little bit.
Hey, that's no cap, though. I would not doubt that Nuturn has a crazy cap. Plus, it wasn't their map pick. First map of the day wasn't their map pick. So we'll
I'm
see
saying
what
I
happens.
could see a little bit of a recovery. They seem pretty good on Ascent from what I remember. I think Nuturn's gonna wake up a little bit. And first map of the day, dude. When you have the first map of the day and you start off cold and then you lose, right? I don't know, something about going into that second one. It's like you don't care anymore, and that helps.
And also, I'm surprised, dude. V1 is insane on Haven. Like, why does anybody want to take these guys here? This is crazy. Like the day before yesterday, they were fucking crazy on Haven too.
I think it's just that's a tough veto for Nuturn. because they also, I don't think Nuturn has a very good icebox, and V1 just does, right? They have the perfect comp for it whenever they play. So Nuturn just, they kind of had to ban icebox.
I mean, I'd be fucking shaking in my boots. So anybody at this point taking them on to a Haven, you know.
I feel like if anyone plays V1 on Haven again, certainly, like we said, certainly they know their game plan now, right? Wherever they plant, they're going for the post plant like mollies and stuff. So certainly being aware of that and cognizant that they're going to do that, you just flank, right? You just make it so they can't do that. Make them play the site, take back map control from them while they're trying to go into the site, and you don't let them do that.
Why the overlay?
Make them waste their utility on actually having
wow.
to take the site. Or just don't let them line their stuff up at all.
It would have to be force the issue for sure.
To be fair, Haven is one of those maps though. There's just so many different like choke points, and there's so many different ways you can go that, you know, usually teams are just like 3 at one spot and they give up some spot. So I think V1's pretty good at like finding where the light bomb site is, and just like I said, they plant, they get out, they don't have to use any abilities until the post plant. They have double Viper molly, double Killjoy molly, double shocks. What can you do?
And it happened so fast, man. Like you said, they were in the bomb site in like 10 seconds of the round after that pick. They're just in there, set up, ready to go, and the round just started.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, it's difficult when things happen that fast to adjust.
This game is just difficult.
Yeah.
Moving at Mach speed.
Yeah, on the fly thinking. Gotta be quick with it. Your feet.
Where my brain has never worked so hard in my entire life.
You're old though.
That's true. But wouldn't you think it makes it a little easier?
No.
Okay.
There's so many more things you have to keep track of in this game versus a game like Counter-Strike or versus many other games. So many like ways that abilities interact with just even each other. Like having to shoot an arrow and having to shoot some flash and dodge some flashes, and knowing that, you know, some mollies double damage you, and some, if you run through some smokes, it insta decays you, like literally takes 30 health away right away. I feel like there's way more you have to think about in a game like this versus like Counter-Strike, even like PUBG.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, no, definitely
Definitely
You think about
PUBG.
nothing in PUBG.
You literally, yeah, PUBG is a joke. You don't think about a damn thing.
Just literally rotate and shoot.
I only I only said PUBG because I know both of you guys played PUBG.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of any game.
We've only played CS:GO and PUBG.
BRs as like competitive games are just jokes, unless it's Fortnite.
You like Fortnite, Shroudy?
I like to watch it. I absolutely can't play it. It's too hard.
This is going to be like, you know, when they played versus
build,
Sharks, and that they
forehead.
can win.
Just builds, yeah, that's crazy.
But if they go in and they
Dude,
continue
crank
to look like
90s
they
or
have
whatever they're called.
no sense of strategy whatsoever on Ascent, that is mulled right out of this broadcast. Like, I might not be able to make it through the
Apex is pretty good.
You sound like me.
I'd say it has a
Apex
good.
is-
Apex has like a good blend of like.
Individual skills.
Yeah, it's not it's the best BR in my opinion. For now it just will be.
You don't understand basketball thingies. But yeah,
It was fun watching you. I think it was it you three, Shroud, Justin, and Sky, I think, running around and just owning.
In the beginning of Apex.
Yeah, those were fun games to watch.
That was like 2 years ago now.
You know what was
Well,
even more
over.
fun? Blackout. Now that game,
I was not huge on Blackout, but it
God,
was
me
fun
and
for
Tyler,
time.
oh my God, we played Blackout so we couldn't stop. It was a problem. That game was a problem.
No,
It was
Tyler's
so-
just a pro player.
Yeah.
Never see him.
Yeah.
Dodge.
Tyler's living that busy life, that pro life.
Days, dude, they come and go.
Could have been you, Mike, and you too, Justin. We had that little squad going for a little bit.
That is true. We were playing in the beginning. We probably should have done something with that. Oh well.
We had the God squad for a little bit. Then we lost to like Tim and Mendo, and that was the end of that.
I forgot all about
Yeah.
those matches.
Yeah, dude, we played like 3 tournaments together, Shroud.
Yeah, I forgot that all happened. That was so early Valorant, man.
Those were the good days.
You never know when you're in the good times till they're gone.
Yeah, right. And they won it. It was
That's
absolutely
true.
nuts, right? But the
Or
thing is,
just dropping these
you have
old
to have a
boomer knowledge bombs on these
Hey,
13-year-olds in chat.
Higo's been around the block, man. But yeah, you're there. You're at the pinnacle, especially being from NA. Like, shit. This is you next.
It's gonna be me on stage next. Sag.
Yep. Winning tournaments.
Sag, no 100 Thieves in Iceland. Sag.
Hey, there's always next time.
Yeah, we'll be there next time.
At least we know that NA is GOAT. You guys are pracking against the right people.
Add one more point.
Yeah, soon it's gonna be like, whoa, why would NA teams go to EU to boot camp? NA practice is just so much better.
Yeah. Clearly, it's just so much better.
All the EU teams are gonna start coming to NA to boot camp, and wouldn't that be funny? That'd be so funny.
When's the where's the next Masters? Because that'll be important, I think.
Germany. It's in Berlin.
They gotta stop with this EU shit, I think.
Yeah, certainly with that'll come back to NA. I mean, maybe the first like Worlds will be NA. That'd be kind of lit, yeah. Like LA or something, like near Riot headquarters, like League headquarters, maybe. And if it's not gonna be in NA, put it in Asia somewhere. Like put it in Korea. I'd love to go to Korea if we qualify. Sag.
Getting ahead of yourself there, but you are.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I'm just saying, I've never been to Asia before. Wait, have either of you been to Asia?
No.
No.
Were you on the team, Mike, when we were gonna go, but Jordan's like passport was full and didn't get a visa in time or something? Or that might have been a little before you, maybe.
No, I don't think so.
Well, guys, we're
Weird.
gonna be
What were you guys, or what event was out there?
It was like the very first LAN event, I believe, for CS:GO. We were Complexity. It was in MSI and I want to say it was China. And yeah, we got an invite and everyone was like getting their visas ready, and then Jordan's like, "Oh guys, my passport's full, I can't do it." And to this day, I've never been to Asia. I really want to go.
I have to believe that they can
That's
make it happen
unfortunate.
again. Right
I
now,
feel like
they
back
have
then the
so
resources
well
to do
from
stuff
the
like that
I
was so
don't
much
like
smaller
I don't like the
that,
compositions that we're seeing from them.
you know, if something like that happened now, Jordan's like, "Oh, I'm having issues," the org would be able to almost like snap their fingers and be able to like help.
You think that people don't know? Like if we qualified for Iceland, there was a chance that I wouldn't have been able to go because
Really?
I rush processed my passport literally expired. That's how old I am now, and I had to renew it, and so I sent it in. I expedited and everything, and I got it like a week before we would have had to go. So if we qualified, I would have been able to go. But
It was
there is
close,
definitely
yeah.
like like I was calling them multiple times a week, like, "Hey, I got a trip in a couple weeks maybe," but it didn't matter.
Passport expired, dude. Aren't they 10 years?
They're 10 years.
Validated?
Yeah.
Wow, yeah. You've been around, man.
Yeah, mine expires in 5 years. Around Hiko's age.
You'll be my age when it expires.
Yeah.
It's hard to ignore
I
the
own.
adaptation that Nuturn made from map 1 to map 2 against Sharks and not go, well, okay, we've seen they can do it.
I tried to go to
Let's
this
do it
event.
again as we hop into Agent Select, courtesy of our
Iceland?
friends.
Yeah, I asked Riot, and like Loaded asked on my behalf. We were trying to set up like a kind of like what we're doing right now, but in person over there on my stream.
Would have been pretty sick. I'm assuming they just said no, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they did.
that's
Yeah,
probably what
that was a
happened.
hard no.
I mean, I kind of wanted to go too, but I was also told no. So
I honestly, obviously it's not like, I don't know, it's not like, why would you do that? It's kind of weird, right? When you can just do a watch party. But I think a lot of other things probably factored in. One, time crunch. They weren't ready for something like that because I asked like 3 weeks prior. And two, like with all the COVID concerns, like they don't even have all the analysts and casters there, you know? They're all from home. So that's...
Well, they have like what, Golden Boy is there, and then like other than the observers, everyone else is at home.
Yeah, just there's an interviewer. That's it.
Yeah.
If he plays to the right or left side of the map, you will see jammyz kind of set that.
They don't want to crowd everybody. Good call.
But version 1 with the spike and a 2-3 split to start.
I think so.
Nuturn, rather.
So then, like, where do you draw the line over who can come and who
We're seeing
can't?
some
Yeah.
of
Just
that,
gotta say no to
and I
everyone.
think another thing we need to keep an eye on is the Astra Star investment. Where do they place it? How do they play
Yep.
around it?
Nuturn, they're gonna wake up.
Smoke went up.
I know it.
Drone was able to clear the
Yep,
middle
here
of
we
the
go.
map for free, and they were able to work their way in through.
They're
there.
actually
Now
not
they
even
are
going to be
not
here.
Investing in it. from a personnel perspective.
It looks like it.
Look at Penny, dude. He most certainly is. Allows trying to hold down market because they've
Not
taken
biting,
that away.
though.
But
Look
the
at
problem
Killjoy.
is the rest of the team
Staying A.
can't work their way in through garage. The hit's gonna have to go to A
Oh,
because they
Penny.
can't find any other entry.
If Allow can stay alive for even a little bit longer,
Eagle
the pressure
probs.
he creates
All on
in this position
Zellsis.
is
I bet you they're gonna
amazing.
think that A is
But
clear.
look,
This Killjoy's gonna
be
get
able to find him, take him down.
Hiko,
Now they start
hopefully?
heading to the site here. Zellsis.
Got his
32.
one. He got his
two.
two. If he plays safe right now and waits, bro.
Wow.
Yep, dude. Their brains are just bigger.
Dude, all right, go next.
Oh my god.
all right, next VO3. Next VO3. GG.
I'm ready to watch EU lose.
I like the play from Nuturn.
God.
Off the ball, send a few towards B, make them think there's a play over there, find some utility, and then you kind of hard hit A
They
site,
committed a
thinking you might
lot
have
to that
power in
fake.
numbers.
Like they were
The
nowhere
start here
near.
from what
I guess they
Allow
really
did in
wanted,
middle,
or they
if the rest of the
uh,
team was then
thought
set
V1
up
was
to
gonna
instantly
bite.
execute,
They
that
didn't
would
expect
have been
this
awesome
one
for
dude
them,
to
but
be
Version
hanging
1
back
just
so
seems
far.
to
I think what made it
seamlessly read these mid-round
start to
plays
get
so
obvious is once he got revealed and Penny was on that flank, at that point, they're not in sight. He's on a flank. It's just weird, you know? But yeah, he never moved. He never
So
moved.
long.
He never moved at all,
Some
though.
of that utility there, but it looks like,
Like they couldn't even flank the guy that was Dice, you know?
There's no
Like, it
reason.
took
I
them
feel like
so
there's no
long to
reason, though. If you're the A player and you're a Killjoy, there's no reason to rush to the defense because what are you going to do when you get there, realistically? You're going to get there, there's going to be smoke spawn. So it doesn't really hurt
All right, so let's
waiting
see what they
a
do
little
this time.
longer.
Right?
Especially
I just love the
if they're not
patience, too.
actually in.
Comfortable for the last
Wish
round.
more
They know Nuturn's gonna
ranked
buy, so
players
they'll be able to pressure a little bit
realize
more,
this Shroud.
not
Yeah,
just having
they just
Hiko down
rotate
here.
instantly.
They sit behind the smoke and they're like, all right, I'm
And
here.
now Allow can hang out. So does version 1 info deny there and say, okay,
good
we know
patience,
you're
too,
there,
from
right?
V1. No
Sometimes
panic or
nothing has to
anything.
happen. It's the pressure
Full control,
Nuturn
driver's
is
seat.
trying to create.
Go in
Nice
A.
little drone in here by
Yep.
effys to figure out what's going on. Is everybody's just patiently waiting on version 1 for the Nuturn play.
So, do you
And
guys
have
think
Perry
that
on by his
one
phones and
EU
making out
team is
wide right
leaving
now to see
today,
if there's
or do you think
any
they're both
push out,
gonna get through
anything
today?
version 1
I think
wants
they're
to
both
get
going to
into.
get through.
I think they're both gonna get through,
Nuturn
too.
slowly working their way towards middle because in the previous round, as we saw, Penny had wrapped his way.
But you know
around
me and my
mid and was
predictions, man.
behind Allow, and Allow
Yeah,
got the
everything you
kill,
predict
but
comes
you can
wrong,
see
right?
them
Yeah,
adjusting towards that,
everything. Literally
expecting
everything.
that
I've
aggression.
gotten one thing right
Penny,
this
time they
tournament.
get through the middle of the map unscathed,
And that is?
much
Sentinels in
different
their
from
last
the previous
match.
round. They're not going to be funneling in from the
Everything
side.
else was
As you
wrong.
mentioned, they have Perry and Wine. They're going to work their way
I thought
through
EU was
tree
going to own.
onto
I really
A. Looks
did.
like for now, Vanity's going to be the first
feel like
line of
everyone thought
defense,
this.
and, what else but the classic, the Judge, man. Vanity and the Judge, name a better duo. Lakia,
The way he just
spike
killed
up
that
below.
guy,
They're
yeah.
going to have to go. Allow control
Actually,
middle of
so
the map.
troll.
Jammyz punishes him, but the spike goes down.
A few things that shouldn't be happening here for Nuturn, like those
Honestly, this
frags
ain't
going
over.
down, could allow now version 1 to come
Nah,
in
Nuturn
with
could
the
definitely
bigger,
win
better
this.
numbers.
Yeah,
They have
pretty
two shots.
easily.
Jammyz
Two
is gonna
shocks
happen.
still.
Dart goes in, that's underneath.
But they're
And
so is
shout
under
out,
heaven.
They have an idea where one is,
Kinda
Doug. This could be
unlucky.
a tough post-plant hold.
Player standing.
Yeah, and then the
Yeah.
snake bite was there as well. Perry.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Oh
no.
With the
no!
frenzy.
Oh no!
Spotted a little bit
Oh.
of something, but
So it's the
wasn't able to
Astra
deliver.
debuff.
So
You
V1,
play
they
Astra, your
follow,
aim
they
is
hold
just
serve.
gets worse.
See what we expect out of them so
Yeah.
far.
Man,
Nuturn's
just get
managed
recoil.
to the last
Just-
couple
Yep.
rounds, right,
He
was
they'll show a
tracking
little.
him right
I
there.
think we need to keep an eye on that stuff, right? What is Nuturn doing? They'll show a little B, they'll exploit the middle of the map, but that's now 2 rounds in a row where they end up back at A, and while it was a slightly different variation of what we saw in round 1, the outcome was the same.
They're playing the numbers game. The lower the clock goes, the better chance you have at having at bringing more numbers to a site than the defenders have. That's what Nuturn's doing. The clock goes down, you know the defense has rotated out. Chances are you're not going to meet more numbers there.
And the best part about watching V1 is that they're not
That's what they're
winning.
doing. That's where they feel most comfortable.
It doesn't look
because
like
right
they're
now,
winning
the
off
game
of
isn't
like
on. You saw
gimmicks
that from
or
last map. Just a little
aggression.
bit shaky possibly.
They're just playing
Trying to
well.
get themselves into the
Smart.
most comfortable position
Yeah,
before
or
making
Haven was
something
more like
happen,
V1 pushing and killing them. Now it's just like they're just playing back, and I feel like they realize now that
We can do an
they're
analyst
probably the
segment on
better
that
team
play
here,
alone, but we're
and
gonna run out of time as
Oh,
Penny is
that
still
was
pushing.
okay. That was a little questionable, but
punishes it. I want to take
he should have
Penny's
won.
still
though.
pushing mid, but
Yeah,
yeah.
Penny's still being Penny,
with the
but
fake smoke, right? And like that's a space that it buys. It allows you.
A lot of
to
people
pass
feel
it and
differently
leave the
though
question
about
mark on
that.
the other
Obviously
team
they're
around, okay,
wrong.
did
Like
somebody
a
work their way
lot of people
through
were
that
talking about how
off?
they're
But Vanity
super
read it like a
gimmicky.
book. He knew exactly where Peri was going
Like
Yeah,
to beat
to
to
land that
Team
kill, and
Liquid,
that's
they were
big.
just like
That
gimmicky as
said,
fuck,
V1
and just
still
not
had
true at
the
all.
advantage, although there were
I think the reason I think that is because they watched their first map and a lot of like
Nuturn is
bullshit happened in that
right
map. But
there
what they don't
on
realize, a lot of
reading
bullshit happened in
version
Liquid's
1, but it's
favor too.
always a
Yeah.
step
That map was just a
behind.
mess.
It's a
It
loud
went either
foul,
way.
and
It literally
Zellsis
was a
feels
mess.
like
They
he
might
knows he's
lose
there.
this. What
V1's always
are they
pushing,
doing
and
right
they
now?
call it right
I
this
literally
time.
I just
Spectre
cursed
pickup
them. It was
now for
jinx or
Jazz. They have
something.
30 seconds left in the round. They're gonna have to force it through tree.
It's
Gotta
not like,
judge.
Like everything
It's
I
not-
just said was wrong.
well, it's the turn of the match where like you should be playing more passive. Like you know you're the better team. They're saving. You don't need to really push and die. They got the round.
I'm glad they
anyway,
cleaned it up there, but like that
Yeah.
was weird.
I feel like they're just feeling themselves now. They're just vibing. They're just pushing, getting kills.
As he judges Nuturn around
Yeah.
Gen on A.
Penny probably was just
That
like they're
is just
ecoing. Let me buy a phantom,
having
just
the right
push mid,
numbers,
see if I can get
right?
one. Don't have a
It's
kill
whether
yet,
or not
but
you're gonna be
didn't
at the
work out for
right
him.
site. And as I explained it last round, unfortunately, they chose the one with more version 1 members at the end of the round. And it's becoming a pattern. Right now, you got to think, how does version 1 have all of these mind bullets they're sending out to read these plays? It's uncanny. Gun round on both sides. We do have the Blade Storm Frenzy from Allow.
You see the Nanostorm and the Gravity Well combo coming out from Nuturn at the exit to tree. So there's value. They've invested utility to control that area of the map every single round because they want to work the middle, but they've gotten the middle before Riv and they haven't been able to do anything with it.
And this is an incredibly different setup as well from V1 with now jammyz on the right towards A. All of the util, sentinel, initiator utility towards that left side of the
So
site.
quick on that,
They're expecting something big here for the gun round.
cloud
and they
burst.
want to be able to retake. A little bit of a lean rotation
Oh, no,
coming
they
out
might
of
run
effys
in.
here as they reconsider what Nuturn might be doing.
Oh no.
Trailblazer comes
Yeah,
through,
kill
and
the
it looks
port
like
too.
it's
Oh,
all
no.
coming here to get some
Oh,
info
the
from Nuturn.
judge.
Yeah,
It's like a good spot to be in, but he should get clipped. Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh.
You would think that. You would think
No.
that.
Oh,
No
my.
way. No
Oh,
way.
my.
The third suggests it's just down to crumbs on health, 33 HP.
So
Effys
hard
is
when he
showing
has
up as
Zellsis
well.
to support
It's a
him,
party on
too.
this side of the map. Nuturn don't want to have
Oh,
anything to do
my.
with it as they somehow
He got
through the
doggied.
chaos
He
of the
got
buckshot,
double flash, and he
walk
still
away
walks
with
away
the
with
You
two
have
and a half
utility
kills.
for that, man. You didn't need to just wide swing on him. You would know that it was a judge, for one. He shot it.
He shot the dog
He
with the judge, yeah.
He shot the dog with the judge. You know it's a judge. You got shock darts. You got the little swarm grenades. You could use a suck at least. Like, I don't know. They just wide swung on a judge. That's so risky.
Quick on that. And like I said, a different
Also
look. They wanted to
alone.
put jammyz
That one
there,
guy was
but
he. I
usually
think it was the
version one
Killjoy.
will
He is
only
so far
put
ahead.
2 towards B.
Yeah, the first guy that swung,
Having
Who
3
was
there
it?
was probably a bit of a turn.
Yeah, the
Oh,
Killjoy. Yeah.
Killjoy.
Here.
like there's literally
Usually
nobody
Vandy's
even
doing a
close
little
to
bit
being able
more
to trade him.
rotating
Yeah.
around, but he uses the
Both those
shot
players that
roll
were
and
first and
sonar roll
second,
there coming in
it was
from effys. It's
Killjoy,
a lot of
which could have
work.
thrown swarm
The judge
grenades,
comes up big
and
here. Vanity's
Sova,
not
which
afraid
could have
to
used
use it.
shock
Back to
darts.
Sheriff's here. One Phantom is allowed
Yeah,
with
the
a
shocks
first
came
last
after
round.
after
the first guy already
For
swung and
version one,
died.
They continue.
They're on the different page, dude. They're shaking in their boots. NA's up.
They're feeling the pressure here, huh?
Yep.
But the play has been the same.
Jesus.
Here.
Oh,
They need.
Don't
that's
worry,
what they
Judge.
need right there.
Solo, like aggressively
Oh.
went in by himself this time. Got away.
Yes.
Oh.
He's already good for
Oh.
2, Riv.
Make it interesting.
This is the solo that version
Yes.
or if Nuturn needs, the fans need right now. As
Momentum
version 1 gets
shift.
taken out 2 in a row, 3 in a row, if you count the last one. And we're coming up on a minute left here. Nuturn feeling much more comfortable even coming in with this eco round, but they are starting to hit their frags.
They are in, I mean, not a moment too soon. They understand, V1 does, that they've funneled their way onto the site. Zellsis is alone. Here is jammyz has not
Does he go
joined
for the
play
ult?
yet,
Oh,
and
never mind. Never mind.
to get a little bit of info. He gets punished at the hands
Smoke.
of Lakia.
It was like an eco, isn't it?
That could have actually been with Vanity's judge.
Yeah, they had like
Of
deagles.
all things.
Yeah.
That's they got 2
Yeah,
picks off of
Indeed,
deagles and
as
picked up
jammyz works his way
weapons.
around, you see that Peri, excuse me. Perry's waiting for it. While he was waiting, not able to land the kill.
Are these the lineups that get it? Oh my
Ooh.
word, there's one.
No way, right?
Got another one for Jenny, so he's actually just letting himself know where he doesn't need to look, where he can displace somebody, cutting some angles, but he's not going to be able to do enough as
I'm
he
not
gets
gonna
cut down.
troll around, but
by
I think
Lakia
that
there. And
Nuturn's
now
sheriff
from
rounds have looked
Haven,
more exciting than the
to
majority of their gun
Ascent.
rounds at
Yeah.
this point.
we
Yeah.
see the rounds of
No
aggression
offense,
being
though.
the ones
No
that
offense, of
Nuturn
course.
Of course.
Speed, aggression coming out of the gate,
Yeah,
Solo grabbing it here, and this is what we saw from
I don't know why that
Solo
is.
victories, just cleaning up whoever would be standing in front of him at any time. Allow as well.
I would
A
say it's
great
because
job by
they
Nuturn
kind of like
to turn it
solo
on
up.
this
Oh
round.
my god.
Ooh.
I would say it's because they like
Okey
solo
dokey.
and they kind of like play a little bit more puggy, but that's also
Here
their
for
gun
Nuturn,
rounds. I
what
feel
do
like.
they dial up? Oh man, the spikes on the side of A, and as soon as the gate goes down,
I don't know if
jammyz
they're like have a
invests
game plan and things are
the
going wrong,
Vipers
so they don't
to
really know how to
deny an
react,
entry
or
to
like
A, and
they're
I mean,
just
that's like a
nervous
hard,
and they're not
okay,
really
well,
like taking the
you've gotta
aggressive fights,
reconsider something if they're
or they're
playing
just
with
losing
A,
their
that's
fights
just gonna be
altogether.
significantly more
Sure,
difficult.
they have a game
Solo does
plan.
have the
I'd
lockdown,
like to think that.
right? So there's room to create something. And
I mean, you would
even with the
hope.
Vipers
Yeah.
that Rave, it looks like they want to go in anyway. They've taken Cat. They're posted up down A long.
Oh.
They want to work.
Dude,
this
these
way.
Viper ults are so.
Look how
Like,
nobody's
what can you
moving
do
on
about it?
first
If you
one.
walk through that, you're 1 HP.
Nuturn
I
wants
guess you
information. Now
burn your
finally
Killjoy
getting
ult
out
on
of
it,
the
but
Can you make it
situation.
back? Yeah, you
Yeah,
can make
yeah.
it back
Taken,
here.
great ground
It's like-
control
Absolutely,
by
yeah.
Allow and
Yeah.
the rest of the team to start this
What?
off.
Oh, that's
That was
huge.
not.
Right?
That was
No.
not the play at all.
Why did he get so like?
I think that it was because he was afraid that they were going up short already, so he wanted to just like
Is
run into
tamed,
the
at
Viper
least
ult
for
to
now.
be safe because his teammate
If
died
you want to consider
on
how
tree,
they
I
want to
think.
retake this. They do have a lockdown of their
So
own,
yeah, I don't know why he would
but
run
Go
in
into
there.
the
Just-
left
looks like they
side of
don't-
the
they
ult
don't even
though.
really wanna
Like if
try.
he's gonna go in like that, he might as well go in the left side and
Yeah,
just
they
hold.
throw a lockdown in, and
I don't
Lakia
know,
says,
that was
I'm going to
weird.
take that out with my Hunter's Fury. So
Shot.
holding for now.
Error in judgment, it
Too
happens.
much.
Could have been the
It
sky,
happens.
the sky ult getting ready to reveal him, plus the pressure on short, trying to just take main.
Yeah, just try to get a kill, see if someone's like close in the Viper ult with 1 HP, you can just one tap and run spraying.
Trusting each other. They're right behind each other, shooting over his shoulders. That's how you saw Allow and one other take tree as they were taking that long as well. Look at, they're so happy. Just dancing back by Gelato, getting a
They're
quick
doing
order
it.
in before the next round, and Nuturn
Don't
showing
call it a
signs
comeback.
of life much earlier here in map 2 to start shutting down version 1.
I'm so
Much earlier, if they needed it. Track back to the previous round, to the previous map to Haven. They'd lost 8 rounds in a row, right? Before they'd won
Right,
that
right.
round. So
It
you
sounds
can
I
feel
sound like
the pressure, and yeah, the
everyone.
map has
I don't get
changed,
it.
but for Nuturn, they needed
You were
to pull
or
themselves
saying I
out
sound like
of
you,
the
Hiko.
catacombs
I'm
that
like,
they were
what?
in from a mental
And then yesterday you said I
to
sound like
work your
Sean.
way into a better,
I don't
more
get it.
advantageous position.
The
And
thing
so
is,
far,
the
that's
three of
what
us
Nuturn
have
has been
very
able to
deep
do. A heavy
voices,
stack towards
deeper than
B.
most
They've
people's.
got
So
Gravity well, or excuse me,
I
Master
guess,
Stars
yeah.
back towards B, denying information.
they're not used to
coming
hearing
in
that
from the
manliness,
defender
you know?
spawn. It looks like they're gonna try to
So
get
they're intimidated. I got it.
eager, and I haven't
Exactly.
seen a full hit here. They've tried
Well,
River.
I sound like
They just
Scott
haven't been
too.
able
Like
to
I
get
don't
past what they wanna
understand.
set up here.
I can see Scott a little
Yeah,
bit.
I could see that a little bit. The only thing that's a little different, I guess, is like mannerisms. If you know both of you, right?
Through from Zellsis. Tags a few, but nothing to write.
Especially
home
when
about
just waking up.
So Vanity's gonna, because of the information that's been gathered, Vanity's gonna try to push
I,
his way out of A. He
yeah,
did
I have a
get
deep
spotted
voice when I
by
wake
the alarm
up.
bot from Solo, or excuse me, the turret from Solo just then. So he's
Y'all
gotta
gotta
be
get that.
expecting
Yeah,
that.
you
That's
guys gotta
gonna
get a better
force
sleep
Nuturn to
schedule, dude.
have to
I'm up
double
at
down
6
on
a.m.
A
every morning.
because
Weird
of
flex,
the
you
but-
have
perception of pressure
a problem.
from that side of
Yeah,
the map.
that's not
The
chill.
minute's
That's
not
not
safe
healthy.
as
That's
well.
not okay.
Options
Wow.
continue to
No,
dwindle for
it's.
Nuturn.
I'm not gonna say it's not
Look at
healthy.
how
I'm just
version
saying
one
it's
changes up just a little bit of the strategy,
hard.
a little bit of the placement when the gun round.
Like,
is
why-
back around.
why
Knowing
add
they
stress
have
to your
hit
life?
back on that economy,
That's not stress
go
though.
for
I
the
wake up
throw
and I
of
work out and I
Nuturn.
stream. It's
You're
great.
adding
One is
stress
just
to your
able to
life.
make
You
these
could
plays.
do
No,
this
he's
at a different time.
de-stressing. He's like
Allowing
decompressing by doing that. Actually,
Still,
Well, it depends. What's
possibility
prac?
to take this one if they can get the spike and Lakia
4
does
usually.
have the
My
Yeah,
time.
Fury,
yeah.
but it seems
That's-
so far
that
away
would-
at this point.
stress.
But I
And a
stream.
shoulder
But I
shot
stream
to
in the
allow
morning.
from
What do you
Penny
mean?
is gonna
Stress,
drop
man.
another one and
You're
Tile
you're
goes
old.
back.
Remember that.
Kid doesn't miss, man.
You can't add all the stress.
he's not.
Trust me, I never forget that I'm old. I cannot get away. I cannot get away from it, no matter what I do. Hiko, you're a boomer. Lol, Hiko, bald boomer. It's like, okay, dude, we get it. I'm old, okay?
Early on, he had to respect. Perry has to.
You just
respect the
accepted it at this point,
possibility
though.
I
that
have.
someone's
I mean,
working
what else
Yeah.
can you do?
spawn and was rapidly
can't lie to
running. Now
yourself.
Perry's gonna be
Not
able
at
to
that
get away.
age.
He's going to keep the rifle. He stays alive, which is great. But you see
Jesus.
small moments, right? Like that small bit of
I'm
presence
29 this year,
destroying
so I
the
feel
turret.
it. Trust me. I'm
I get
young.
that, dude. I get the same messages as Hiko. Honestly, everyone treats me like I'm the same age. It's crazy.
This push right
I mean, you
here,
changed
let's
your
say
hair to gray,
there's
so
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, you did kind of ask that. You kind of brought that out yourself, Shroud.
That's true.
Information going up cat. No one's on A yet, so you only need to leave one on A. The way version 1 is able to distribute themselves and get the return on investment they are with info, with frags, is just making it so hard for Nuturn to do anything. Let's see here. This time it does not look like
They're
they
flying.
stalled and allows
Something
the
quick
site to start.
and
Oh gosh.
That aim just ain't there.
Yeah.
To be
But,
fair,
like,
I feel like
he
if
had-
you don't have a good enough execute, it's hard to break through like Viper and Killjoy and Astra, right? It's really hard.
Yeah, but also look how far he was in comparison to his team.
Makes sense. Did he dash?
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
he dashed.
Yeah, well, he
He
didn't.
dashed him, yeah.
Normally, you take main and then you dash out, hit the switch, do the thing, you know. But he dashed on the initial B main swing and just ran out. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
This round was also pretty fucking trash too. Like it just literally, as soon as that happened, it was all over.
Peri always being the last one alive, anchoring around, making sure he can.
They had no like answer for it. It's just like, all right, fall back, go for a little picky pick.
Due to what version 1 is making happen
Nice,
here.
precise gunplay.
It's gonna be a little.
Why did
soiree at the cafe.
Zellsis go in like that and Penny just dipped?
Oh dear. Oh dear. That is a hell of a hedge. Effys takes down Peri there with the Odin. And they continue to run the map now with a few rounds in their favor. It should be again. Another save coming out. We'll see what happens if they decide to fully save up for a few rounds of buy to come back on to version 1.
Yeah, man, you can feel the financial
Yeah,
implications.
we haven't really seen Nuturn really do anything that crazy yet.
Nothing special, that's for sure.
Like I feel like you could like jet smoke dash and have like a sky flash that comes out to support, or like they could try to do something with like Astra.
That's what they tried last
round,
round.
but
They jet dashed and followed a flash outside of B.
yeah, but okay, to be fair, you can't like the way that people used to play with like Jet going in first and their team kind of trailing. You can't really do that in current meta. Like you're gonna get Viper mollied, you're gonna get Killjoy mollied, you're gonna get Astra sucked. So you almost have to like kind of bait out the utility behind, like in front of the Jet instead of behind, because you know what you saw just happen is what happens when the Jet dashes out too fast and then the whole team gets stuck behind Viper wall, Viper molly, Astra sock, Killjoy. Like you can't do anything.
But as soon, okay, so we actually have suggest going back over to 1. That feels a bit better. As soon as somebody like that, what are you doing to me, Nuturn? I guess we're just chatting. They haven't purchased yet. But I was wondering.
Why do you
if they're
play
going to
Mask?
save if they're going to do these rounds. We saw
why
when
not?
version 1 played Liquid. It was a slugfest on some of those maps of partial buys, keeping the econ going. And it's good to see that Nuturn wasn't flexing towards that. It's the kind of story
I've
I had
seen
when I saw the
this
buys, but
before.
keeping it safe here. They're all together on the buy as they get a tactical timeout.
Nuturn doesn't know what
And
to do.
Let's talk about what we might want to see them do here. Because when
Isn't
they keep
V1
going
good on
up,
Ascent
they
too, though?
keep getting stopped by
checked
only
their
a few
map.
bits of
They're pretty
utility.
good on Ascent,
It
yeah.
seems more like that is based on.
I mean, it's
Uh,
NA,
going
man.
in the
Like,
site
well
rather
they don't
than
have they don't have a
only
weakness.
allow pass through
Only
It almost-
strength.
toxic screen on the
To me,
last
it feels like
Everybody
anytime a
else could
team runs
basically
Astra
pass through.
Viper,
They're
if you
dead,
also
but
don't have
they're
Astra
there.
Viper,
It
you're
just
on the
seems
back
like
foot.
that,
Like if you're playing a team that has an Astra and you don't have an Astra yourself, let alone Viper, I feel like you're always on the back foot.
They got to keep going with their util.
Like think about this. Nuturn literally doesn't have a smoke, or they have Astra, but they don't have like the secondary smoker. They don't have they have like the single molly from Killjoy. And the Viper molly on the other, like they're splitting up their Astra and their Astra and their Viper, and it's so hard to go in. It's almost impossible.
So you just prefer the Viper instead of the Sky. That's what you would trade out. Just match it.
I mean, if they're playing Sky Sova, you almost have to get like you should be able to spread out and default and get so much info, and I feel like they're not really doing that, and they're not really doing anything off the info they're getting.
I wanted to see something a little different, and maybe it's off the backs of the
Like I feel like Viper is definitely more of a defensive agent, as Sky is more of an aggressive offense agent, but.
And version 1
You know, I guess we'll see what happens when they swap teams. It doesn't feel like they're using Sky so well to run into Switch and die them.
He literally got stunned on Switch.
What can you do?
I do feel also that Nuturn's their plans have kind of been thwarted a little bit early in some of these gun rounds.
Oh,
With like
Penny.
Vanity getting picks.
It looked like he thought he was done.
Could've saved the round.
Lakia takes care of business. Allow gets 2 of his own, tries to get the 3rd, not able to do
I mean, I guess
so.
the round's
Lockdown
not
coming
over.
out.
The heck?
And Solo has
He solos.
Babies.
Ruh-roh.
Oh no.
Here's the bait. Can they bait him? Can they bait him? Lineups are there.
Halfway.
No, they're patient. Zellsis on the defuse. Gets it to half, but drops. Lakia. looking
Man, Penny could have won that round.
As the dark gets cleaned up, Effys alone in a 1v2.
No.
Gosh! Effys
I'm a little bit ahead of you guys. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The second you made that noise, I'm like, no way. He just
Everybody
he
has
just
their
won.
earplugs in the studio right now.
That's a tilt
is
run.
just
That's
Such a
unthinkable.
tilter,
That's a
dude.
tilter.
Once again,
The-
in the Odin transfer,
Were they even clicking their
as
mouse?
he
Like, what
is
happened?
Standing in a family photo. They were looking at him dead in the eyes.
They like
and he's
tried
able
to
to pull it
3-2-1
off here.
swing, but they like
Absolutely something
hesitated and
else.
then they swung
Yeah,
one after
dude.
the other.
It's such the perfect gun for that too.
Might be the best Red Bull clutch
That's
we've
amazing.
seen the entire week. I mean, that was just out of control.
I just think they whiffed. I didn't
I
think
mean, yeah,
the
they
double
should have won
I didn't think the
that.
double swing was like that bad timed. Like, yeah, it could have been a little bit better, but
Operator in the hands of Penny again.
still, they
You
didn't hit
see
him
the-
at all.
the willingness
Okay,
to
Penny, relax.
Penny's feeling himself now.
But much of
NES.
you mentioned so far in this half, they haven't been able to do anything with that. And Riv, you
No.
kind of wonder with the
V1's just like a
such
really nice
big
team. They're just trying to give them some
momentum
rounds,
play,
get them on the
like
board.
what we just saw out of Effys, you
Really
could
friendly.
almost-
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
easy
V1
to
happy to
feel
be
the
there.
air just kind of sucked out of them. How do Nuturn respond?
It's tough. And Doug, look at this strat set up
Man.
on defense by version 1. Sova's out of
It's such
B
a
right
momentum
now.
shift,
Anybody
too.
runs
Like, they're
down
already
lane, you
up.
run
They're
into a
feeling
toxic
so
wall,
damn good
Solar
after
bolt
that.
comes over, and you're
But
supposed
look
to be
at
able to
this.
see
They
who's
have-
in
they're
the
playing
site,
Viper Killjoy
but
in the
it's
same
all
site.
going a little too slow there.
Can't
There's the
believe
return by
What
version
just
1.
happened?
I don't know if he's got
And
two
now
somewhere.
I think he just got
It's
two
going to be
through
real tough for
smoke from
Zellsis here. Great
spawn,
job by
lined up.
Nuturn to pull
Oh,
it back.
Zellsis.
Yeah, I think the other key
There was
thing
an
to
arrow on the
remember
site,
there
so I
in
don't
that
know.
moment was
There
Effys
was
had the Hunter's
a lot
Fury,
going on right there.
And he was playing off site. You can actually see Vanity's about to walk right past the scene of the crime. So he was set up to try to invest that Hunter's Fury to control the site, to try to stop things from going the other way.
Excuse
but wasn't able to
me?
do so. Vanity.
Wait.
All right. That
Solo
was-
and
that was
Vanity,
key
hello?
Out of Nuturn, right? Like they needed that, especially given how Effys
Absolutely.
just punched him
That
in
was
the mouth.
winnable.
That was
That
an
was.
excellent response from Nuturn.
Get the blood flowing for the team. Get a few more alt points in there for Nuturn if they can keep themselves up. in
Wonder if that's
these rounds.
nerves.
Maybe start focusing
gotta be,
a
right?
few orbs. They're
I don't know how
resorting to the
Solo missed
3-2
that
each
much,
time.
and I don't know
Age.
how.
Working for them to feel
Age
good.
diff.
No way, it's age. No way, it's
Solo
age.
is old.
Watched by
Solo
No.
is old, to be
No.
fair.
You can see that Solo's over on the right
He's
there.
been in the
They
game
have
for a
locked down.
long time.
Hunter's Fury is there for Effys. Again, an answer from version 1 possibly for this round. So can Nuturn
Applause.
find a way to get that ult up? Can they start making version 1 respect?
I played so much WoW yesterday. I'm
and the control
messed
that
up right now.
Trying to get around the map. Well, there's an
I didn't
answer
hit
right
anybody.
there.
I thought he hit 3 people.
look
That
at
was the
the
arrow
stylus
king.
Out of Effys.
Well, like, look at the stylistic difference there, right? They know that Solo has the lockdown. Oftentimes, you'll see a Hunter's Fury kept as like
Imagine
a
Asuna
single
on
hold as
land.
a counter to that lockdown.
Damn.
Especially when you're on defense to stop
One day
teams
soon,
from being able
Shroudy.
to
One
easily
day
take
soon.
the site. But Effys invests that early on to try to clear out some space.
Don't make
and
me
it was
sad.
all off the
I'm
back
already
of
sad.
How well they read
I'm
Nuturn,
a
right? Like they
spectator
thought
this
they had a
event.
bead on where Nuturn was going to be.
The judge there
Hiko
for
ult?
Vanity.
What does that mean?
Not to mention how much money
That's
that
that's
continues
people
to
say
put in
that
pockets
instead
of
Oh,
of
like
Hiko,
Rosa?
round to round.
Yeah.
Nuturn making a bit of noise as they drop in.
I'm
but
fine
there's
with
the
that.
ult we were expecting.
That's okay with me.
See if they can set this one up. See,
Say call it a
they're
Hiko
waiting,
ult.
but now the smokes are an
What do I
afterthought.
care?
Everything's a bit slow. Here come the
Sag.
Viper bites,
They're
and
just
everybody's gonna take a
Sag.
bunch of damage and vulnerability when they come
Jesus.
through. It just
This
seems
man is
like
getting
it's not on
destroyed
pace for
downstairs.
what needs to be happening versus version 1.
I've got your trail. 30 seconds
Seeker's
left.
coming out as well. This Vanity somehow stays alive.
Are they gonna
Oh,
expect
I know
him?
Oh,
Viper
That's
is
a
coming out as
that's a
well, but
really
Allow
good
somehow has
Viper
made his
ult.
way deep into the belly
But
of
the
the
Sky
Sun
thing hit
detector.
him.
Oh.
Jamie's playing around
Oh,
his own jello.
Jammyz.
No, let's drop. That's off the board as Allow tries to stay alive. There's Vanity's judge taking care of business again. Perry clearing things out. Penny
Oh,
weighing through tree.
they're just playing together.
Double
been
team on
clear.
3. Wow.
Courtesy of
It's
Zellsis,
beautiful.
and that's gonna leave Solo
A
and
sight to
Perry
be seen,
alone.
really.
They've got a decent setup here. Perry has to stay
He can still win
alive.
this. Nuturn
That's
can.
so difficult to deal with. Solo's
Very
in a great spot
winnable.
as well. This is certainly a winnable situation for Nuturn. The tap starts. Solo good for one, not able to get the second. That's going to leave Perry on an island.
Right there.
In a 1v2, the Cloudburst.
Are they gonna expect him to
He
main
gets
though?
it to half. Penny drops. Perry
He's got
into
to push it.
1v1. And I don't know that Effys has enough time. He's got to stick the fight to him right now. He gets it, but is he going to get
RP.
enough for the defuse? No, he's not even
What a
going to
round.
try. Excellent response from Nuturn.
Surprised Penny went so
Oh,
quick into
The
that,
difference in
like,
the rounds are very
Cloudburst
touch and
stick
go,
again.
and Nuturn is there on the edge to take one for themselves.
I think he just wanted to get it to
But they
half.
are
It
able
was
to
really close to
capitalize,
being
Doug,
half, but
and that's the only
Wait, I thought he
thing
did.
that matters at the end of
No.
I think he
the
did at the end,
Nuturn
right?
coming
No?
back
He
with
tried.
the
He almost
clear.
did,
Well
but
done
it was like
to
1 second
just
off. He got spammed
stop
right
the
before it got to
action on
half.
the post plant, and not allow
I
V1
know
in.
that.
For some reason, they always solve
the
puzzle.
judge is
they
so
decipher
good.
what you're doing.
Yeah, I
Vanish
think
comes in, kills a
insane.
few. The double team on Cat, and then no one peeks. No one bought.
It looked like a headshot. Hello?
1v1s, and Peri.
Wait, he actually got. He almost had it to half, but he got afraid, so he didn't. Oh, I didn't realize that.
Oh, he got off.
Yeah.
To throw another cloud burst, right?
Yep.
As we mentioned, Riv, at the half, like, this is still a very salvageable round. That was a pivotal moment where they needed to make adjustments, and it seems like they've been able to capitalize a bit off of some of that momentum. A 7-5 half, given how the beginning of this map went, that feels like a win.
Beautiful push and Nuturn.
So they're coming back a little bit.
Feeling pretty good
Yeah.
as they make their way into A once again.
You are divided.
7-5 half.
Ultimate coming in from Astra. Cosmic Divide is there, and Allow is going to take a front row seat to heaven.
Oh,
What?
wow.
Oof.
The shock dart was there, and the judge
How?
was there as well. And you look at Solo. Solo's off the play right now. He's still on top
The
of
judge
that.
is
Because
how.
He's worried
What?
about that.
Dude.
He was worried about Penny.
What is
Now they have to
happening?
push
That
their way
was
through.
so
The Cosmic
sick,
Divide
actually.
does
That looked so
narrowly
cool.
keeping a member of
Jumping
version
out of
one
heaven
alive.
and back into the afterworld
Yeah.
cover.
Vanity has already
As
had
he was
to get
actually
started
about
with
to die,
the pull-off.
too.
Lakia has the Hunter's
Yeah.
Fury, but effys is going hunting.
Oh.
Lakia's already good for one, but Peri read it like a book. He was playing in wine. There's the Hunter's
Well
Fury.
played.
Penny gets
Honestly.
into half.
Well played.
But I don't know if he's gonna get enough. No, the Hunter's Fury comes in at just the right time.
Beautiful.
Keeping things alive for Nuturn and getting him to a 7-5 half. What a shift, Riv.
I am also such a big fan of Lakia's ults. The mechanic he
Vanity
uses,
out
if
here
you
being
didn't
a
see
Judge
it,
Judy
he
Andy
pulls the
and
ultimate up
almost
from
top
the
fragging.
ground, so it's hidden until
10
the
and 7
final
with a judge.
moment when your opponent
Love
can
it.
see it. That actually caused Penny to have to dash. I'm sorry, Allow to have. Yeah, Penny to have to dash away. So, or I should say, yeah, Allow. Now I'm getting all confused here.
We'll see if we can see it, but you're right. It's a really cool thing. Look at the trajectory of the Hunter's Fury on your screen.
Yeah.
You see the
there,
guy's
how it comes
face
down
mid-round?
and then
I
pops
don't know
back
what
up.
that-
As you were saying, Rick,
Last one.
Why he was doing that while he was
hides
still alive.
where the trajectory is. That
I didn't
hides.
see it.
Gives him
Who
just
was
a
it?
split second to try to dance around that. Very beautiful by Lakia.
I don't know if it said the name. I just saw the
Seeing
dude.
the name switch in the top right, and then Penny be back on right. I was like, wait, okay, what? It gets you. It gets you. 7-5 here as they start off, and hey, wouldn't you know, that's an A.
And dude, like version 1
Just
plays
chaos.
so
Dude,
hard
V1 just has
on this like post-playing
no
utility.
fear at
And
all.
jammyz, that entire entry was not
They
even
gotta do it, I
close
guess. I
to
mean,
the
they got
site,
shut
right?
the
Like,
fuck
that
down,
was-
but
that was gross. By
It's
Peri, that
happening,
was
baby.
just
We
like
got
a
ourselves the
four-man team
game.
That version 1 attempted, and Nuturn handled that with ease. I think if
Mike,
that's
you're
the plan,
actually insane,
just
by the way,
totally
for
leaving
being awake
jammyz
right
off
now.
of the entry like
So
they did
tired.
on Haven.
Motherfucker
that
got off
pistol
WoW
suggests that may
streaming
not work.
18 hours
Yeah.
at 2 a.m.
Very
last
waiting.
night.
Very good.
Probably didn't get to bed till
Trust,
3.
Peri.
Up
Oh,
at
yes.
up at 7:30.
Just what?
On
a
at 8.
round from him.
I actually
Like-
missed my first alarm. Didn't even wake
You're
up.
feeling it now.
Just an animal.
For a moment,
I
when
was
you
so
never
sure
doubt
I wasn't
yourself,
gonna
where
wake
you're
up at all.
Why can't I
Like
shoot? Why
just
does it feel
I know
like
when
I'm
I don't get
hitting
enough
shots
sleep, I
but
sleep
not?
through my alarm.
It's
So
a
I slept
very
through one,
dangerous
but the other
spot
one
to
woke
be
me
in.
up.
Nuturn shaking all those cobwebs off. Now they're feeling
Bad
it.
man.
This is the game we want
You're
to get
still
in
like
this
that, huh?
series.
I remember back in the
All
day,
You're
too.
still like that, huh?
You haven't. You're still like that. I
Allows to
see.
keep pushing forward to start
Yeah.
things off
Some
here in
things
the second
never
round
change,
five.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah, considerable gun advantage in favor of Nuturn, just pistols.
He's normally
For
not
version
like
1,
that.
and
That's
it's
the
gone
weird part.
About as well,
Well,
as you would
You're
expect.
never
Lakia
streaming
just
for.
continues
I
to
mean,
pile it on.
it's
A
rare to
blind
see
game,
you stream
flawless
18
round for
hours
Nuturn
and
as
then
we're
wake
tied
up at 8
7
a.m.
apiece.
Like,
Now
I know there's a
version 1 are
reason
gonna
now,
have
but
better
that's just
weaponry. This is still a
ludicrous.
great bonus round for Nuturn. So you even question, like, given how the momentum is going your way, do you kind of risk it and rest
Honestly,
a little bit here instead of just riding the gravy train all the way to Flavor
if
Town?
V1 wasn't
Stuff to
start
say,
like
but for
opening
V1,
up this
they're gonna have a little
day,
bit to
I
fight
probably
back.
would have skipped the first match or
prime
something. You know, if they were
gaming
second or
flawless.
third, I probably would have gotten some sleep.
And it was quick. I think
Yeah, you gotta catch that
as
in a
well,
dub, though.
But another
Prime
reason is
Gaming
because I also
Flawless
told
is good
Hiko
to see
Thursday,
come in.
and
But for Nuturn,
if I
that
didn't tell
feels
him
good.
Thursday, I might have just said
Confidence again,
screw
the
it.
fact that what they're doing
Oh,
is
says all
working.
for me.
A man of
It'll
his
take
word.
I don't want to
in
leave
the
people
race for
hanging.
another round.
You know,
7-7 now.
after I
All
tell
tied
them
up
I'll
on Ascent
be there.
for Nuturn versus version 1.
So Justin Lakia both have rifles. Spectres the rest of the way. You see a
I got some
lot of-
sick
appreciate
loot
that.
though.
A little bit of
And
damage.
wow, so that was cool.
Is TBC out yet, or are you just playing just like raiding and?
It's just the
Classic?
last week of Classic,
Closer to defense
so I'm just
spawn
still doing my last
to
few
provide
raids.
Some info if they try to push their way in that way. And this feels
June
just
1st
like
is when it comes
enough
out.
that
Tuesday, I think.
Nuturn have to respect it, right? They've
Oh,
made
wow.
presence
So
across the
close.
middle of the map. They've shot down the wall. And it's just like, it's a threat. It's like,
I
hey,
lose my life for a little
could
bit.
be here.
And I love the wall
What are you
that
playing?
they use over here.
Shaman still?
V1.
Yeah.
They've been using
Cringe.
utility windows, and by
The
that
heck?
I mean
That
when
was
smokes
a
are going
terrible
up
push
and
by
down,
Solo.
walls
Just
are
my
falling.
IMO.
That's when they're taking their shots. Those small windows to find small
Oh.
frags and get
How does-
themselves ahead in the round. Now
What
trying to
am I
recuperate
watching?
one goes to Effys' body.
Like,
Effys
These Sova battles are insane.
Dude, that was
What
Lakia
the
was the
fuck?
only one on the site, and he was really kind of flanked in. Lakia had to go nuts there for Nuturn, but now
Why do you think that was a good idea?
control of the site. You see Allow and the remaining members
And
of
why
Nuturn
was Solo
starting to
so
mosey
far
their way
alone
over,
if they're
but
gonna
as
push
they walk
both
over,
of
they
them?
just kind of get mowed down. Peri again alone on the opposite side of the map has to save a weapon or attempt to save a weapon to try to get into the next round because they're not going to have much else to work with, Riv.
V1 again feeling that confidence in the first shots as they make their way into the sites with a decent amount of utility. Again, next watch round, watch for version 1. Having Jammyz off
Dude,
by
that
himself
pizza messed
with
me
that
up
wall,
yesterday.
Just an info grabber. Vanity, the
I'm
rest
still
of the team
feeling
will
it
mill about
today.
the map.
Vigor
Find themselves
literally
with
poisoned me.
something
And
that feels
Chance.
like,
Both of them.
success that allows them to go to the
Yeah.
next thing.
Chat thinks they're funny
Beautiful
saying, am I
audio
watching
shot
Hiko save
prediction
every
there
round?
coming out
Yeah,
of
good
Peri.
one, chat.
See if he can do a little bit more damage here. This would actually help a lot.
Uh,
Armor off. Armor off.
What was
is
the
big
old
help
one? My name's
on the
Hiko.
grand, so at least
I'm a
they get little
baiter.
bit
I'll
I'm
see
a
you at the
baiter,
wrong side
yeah.
a little bit later. Yeah.
Been reading that one for years.
Yeah.
Lakia was in a
Get it
spot
out.
here, and he almost caught Effys, right? When they first
It's
caught each
funny.
other, it was a swing out. Effys had
fucking Twitch
utility
chat.
out. Lakia needed to get that kill to control that area of the map on the hit onto B. Wasn't able to do so. Slightly different Viper wall here. Coming out from jammyz and an op in the hands of Allow.
Sag.
Hey,
Yeah, that's
they'll be
exactly
just
what
think
I
of it
was
this
doing
way.
about
They'll be
this
spamming
op,
that
and
at an event
he's-
you're at real
He's
soon.
got some armor.
I hope so.
Got like a bikini armor on.
Got a
He's
good
half.
feeling about it.
I'll
Good, though. He's on it.
refresh just in case. Dude, I gotta use the
So now
bathroom.
they might wanna
I'm
close these
defeated.
angles and use a bit more util to
Ow.
push whatever that off angle
Ow,
might be
ow, man,
on the side
ow,
of
everywhere.
Nuturn's defense.
Sorry.
Jammyz already pushed
Hitting
up
my
behind
elbow,
that
hitting
necessary
mud.
flash. And again, Jammyz alone until they
Mud,
need
mud.
it. He's grabbing info, letting him know what he sees. Vanity can then make it happen across the map.
Hunter's Fury coming up from Effys to clear out tree, and then the
One thing I love
gonna
about how
follow
Korea
shortly
uses their
thereafter.
ults
Penny
is
with
that,
the
like,
dash. Gonna have the
start
first
low,
strike, but the
pull up.
flash was there. The flash stops
The
everything.
Sova one?
Version
Yeah.
one are stuffed as Nuturn hold
It's
fast.
hard.
They mow down the
It's hard to
members
do.
of V1. Effys is the
Yeah.
last one standing in a 1v5.
If the vertical
Nuturn
sensitivity isn't
not
like
going away, not
it's
going
like a grid
quietly
kind
into
of where
that
if you
good night
it
as
like
they
it'll
put up
randomly
one
just
hell of a fight.
flick. It's hard to
And
explain.
They read this so nicely with what
But,
was happening
I
on
mean,
the
V1
map. Again,
getting
quietness
kinda
from
owned here,
version
getting
one.
kinda
Nuturn
crushed.
said
I
power
actually
numbers
feel like the
towards
difference
A
maker in this round
as
was
they
that
slowly
was
put all their
Sky's
util into
flash.
position to shut down
I feel like
what
the
version
guy
one
that was
trying
Jen,
to
I think
do.
it was Penny, would have killed two there.
Looks like they won't get too much more use
Just so
out of
deep
Effys.
with that
They
Sova
may
ult.
try to push him at
Yeah.
the end here, but we're possibly seeing Nuturn be able to start to control the economy game if they can get enough.
What kind of happened? They let him in, and as they let him in, they waited. They all hid. Pop, flash, peek.
Right now, just
I think Effys, there was one Gen and there was one Dice, and Effys was ulting, right? And he hit the guy Dice, and I think Penny either ran in or dashed in. He was Gen, but he got pop flashed by Sky above Dice, like as he got to Gen.
Because we saw it earlier in the
If
game.
that didn't
That
happen,
seems
he
to
might
be
have
a
gotten the
pivotal
Gen guy,
positioning area
then
for
Dice
really
guy
both
has to worry
sides.
about
It's the middle
main,
of
and
the
then he
map.
also has to worry
In the
about
previous
Gen,
round,
you
there
know.
was an alarm bot
They
smack
changed
dab in the middle.
around.
You see it on the minimap that never
Well,
got
I think
triggered, so
we're
there are a few
seeing
things to
Nuturn
think
either
about
with
here.
an adaptation
Number
from how they
one,
played the first
version
map,
one
or
don't
just
know
like a better
exactly the
plan
spot
than how they
of
played
that,
Haven,
right? Like, so it's
because
not like
if
they
you
drop
see,
a
they're
shot
not
dart
giving
far
them
away
the site
to
for
out.
free. They're not playing
And
retake ever.
Nuturn
Yeah,
doesn't
I'm just,
have-
I'm,
it's the
I'm
exact
starting to
same
think
spot.
like
You see
Haven
it,
just might be
right?
a bad
There's no
map for
reason
him.
to change that
That-
around. They
that's-
can control that area of the
Because
map.
I swear
With
this happened
relative
last.
ease, they
Let me
don't
check
have
the
to
last
worry
BO3.
about it because that alarm
Yeah.
hasn't gone off.
I'm
Now,
curious
for
if
I mean,
it's the
this
same map.
they're
yeah,
hard
I mean, V1,
going
they have no flashes. They
It
have a
was.
Viper.
They have the
Yeah,
other
it was
same thing?
Haven. 13-5'd, and then they 13-5'd on bind and 13-5'd on ascent. That's exactly what happened. The same thing.
Beautiful job so far by Nuturn getting back into these sites. See if
I
they
just
can
think
do it
Nuturn
again. The
doesn't have a good,
flashes are
Haven.
what has successfully got them the frags, and Perry's there alone to get two.
Which really
This
sucks.
is the
Having like a
exact same
weakness
look
like
we saw
that's
from
bad.
V1 on the pistol. Jammyz was in the same
They're
spot.
just
The
brutalizing
investment that they
A.
made into the round is the exact
V1
same,
is.
and
They just
would you
are
believe
committing
the
everything
outcome
to
is
it.
the same as well. They try to funnel
But I think they
four
know it's
in
just going to be hard to go
from
B if that's
A
where
long and
Killjoy's
leave
going. So it
Jammyz
seems like
off,
their
and Nuturn just handled
playstyle
it
is
so
fine where the
well.
Killjoy Killjoy is and go the other way, which is good. It's just like they're for an attack side right now, their attack team isn't that good at entering into sites. Like they keep trying to run through this Asher smoking main and like pop through it, but they're getting sucked. They're just getting crossfire. Their Sky is at A, so they're getting flashed. They're getting doggied, and like how can they really break that defense without with 0 flashes? The Sky has been behind Dice like every time they've went A2, and they haven't even been able to really push them out of there.
That over and over, and right now it feels like they can do that without
They're in the lead for the first time.
They got control.
Round per round, and make sure it's a bit
love
more
it.
successful for them. And you can see version 1 now wants the tactical timeout since
I was worried that this wasn't going to happen, but I'm glad it is. Not like NA losing, but how I just didn't want it to be another stomp of a map.
Really good.
That's good.
Yeah, it just wasn't looking good in the beginning. What was it, like 6-2 or something?
Hopefully.
Yeah, and the rounds weren't even close. A lot of those defense rounds.
No, they weren't.
Easier. He makes us look way smarter than we actually are. But I want to confirm, I believe this is the first time that Nuturn have the lead.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the first time they have the lead the entire map.
Yeah. I was statsing that one out as we went along, and it's
Do we like
wild.
the national spams
Honestly,
like
with the caliber of
NA
both teams coming
LOL,
in, the
EU
preparation
Omega
we've
LOL,
seen
or
from
like
them on
NA
each map
Pog
that they
Champ?
play
I love all the
and the
spams. They're
eight
great.
All the
positions that
spams
they
are
go
great.
Dude,
through.
I feel like it's
I think
way
that, you know,
like
always
it's
seeing
way more
Nuturn run
aggressive
the
and way
same
more like
composition, maybe
toxic in
the
this
homework
game
was
than
done. Version 1,
and
you
like
can
at least
start to see the same
Counter-Strike.
thing once they got
I just
jammyz.
think
They
it's
haven't
the
switched up
time.
too much.
You know,
Yeah,
but
that's
it does
probably
seem
true.
like
Yeah.
the sub is
A lot of the
not
Counter-Strike
converting
like fans were getting
whatsoever
older.
because
The
of the way they
boomers, you
play
know, they're
games
working their jobs.
inside
These
the
are.
map.
I feel like a lot of fans in Valorant are like
It happens. The info's
13, mom's basement,
So we'll see.
mom's credit card. I don't know. I don't know.
How they would
Who
be
lives
able
in
to stop
basements
what's happening
anymore?
here from version
Like,
1.
I don't know,
get
man.
Back in, and a lot of the stars
You know what I
are
mean?
towards
They're like
that
in a
Yeah,
Zoom.
no, I
they're
get it.
they're in a Zoom
coverage
call right
on
now
what
in
they have
class,
towards
like
that
you know,
vault orb
just
is
vibing
a
out.
lot of what they like to do.
I love
Now
it.
The other team is
I love it.
successfully building themselves up for free.
I love where gaming's
and
going.
getting a little bit of pressure. And now
I love where
I
gaming
do too.
is.
at A here. So
I feel like a
5
game like
seconds
Valorant
in,
having a
looks
lot of
like
like a
we'll get
younger
little back and
fan
forth
base is
on
really
the
good.
A
Oh, yeah.
orb.
See, trading gravity wells, but the one difference is that Nuturn hit a little
They might
bit
lose this
harder,
map, honestly.
in this instance
I wouldn't be
as well.
surprised.
Yeah, Zellsis has worked his way forward to try to get the ult orb, and yeah, you got it. But it costs Zellsis his life. Penny looking to do a bit of the same. So you mentioned, Riv, at the beginning of the round, the ult orbs and how important they would be this round. Both of them have already been collected. And now V1 with the blade sword,
Will Penny's individual skill win this round?
they've got the opportunity to reset.
They need to
right?
they need to
There's
stop
plenty
the
of time.
bleeding,
Well,
right? They need to
but-
stop trying to just shove it into A
That
every
play,
round.
honestly,
And
might have just been a good
Shove it
mind
in.
game by Nuturn. Usually,
Yeah.
you see suggested A.
I'm actually
You're not
surprised.
expecting a quick
You know,
flash
I'm
to
playing
come
against
around the
effys a
corner,
lot.
but
I'm
suggest
surprised they're
being
letting
a
this
B,
alarm
Nuturn
bot sit
starting
mid
to
up.
divvy up where they play
Not
each other,
shocking
but
it.
Penny says, we'll take
Oh,
one
there you
right
go.
back.
There's Penny.
Yep. The
He's back.
aggression.
Penny already good for one. They make the noise, they get the kill.
They're outta
they
here.
get the
And
heck
they
out
kind of
Dodge. You
split
see him
A
flip the
there
map.
too. They made this guy
Penny
watch
looking for a
tree.
bit more as now he worked his way up the middle.
Instead of
Now
just
there's that
going
alarm
all
bot I
through
mentioned
main.
earlier. That's going to give some away, and the
Ooh.
door's down as well.
Double
It's so
damage.
hard to get through
No.
that when you don't have the weaponry.
Unlucky.
Penny's just going to stick the fight to him.
Oh
Good for one,
my.
good for two.
Oh,
Third
Penny.
on
Oh.
stay alive with 88
Oh,
health,
my
but they're
goodness.
hunting. They
Mike
know where
spoke it
Penny
into
is. They're
existence.
out looking for blood. So
It's not
just
over yet.
slowly, patiently
I mean,
waiting.
Penny got his.
Onus is
So
on Penny.
Timing?
How patient is he not able to land the burst? He gets cleaned up
Man.
with what
Oh,
the Sheriff
the
does.
knives.
And it's gone absolutely
Yeah,
as we
certainly
all
V1 wins this
predicted,
round, right?
At the beginning of this round, somehow V1 find themselves
Penny-
in numbers
Penny
advantage.
saved the
A
round, man.
three-round
Ooh.
win, first
Yeah,
in the
committed
series,
that
a
round.
to that
Out of
too.
V1, that pause could not have come at a better time.
Yeesh.
Again, if Nuturn takes
That
a
might bite
round,
them.
version 1 stops the bleeding immediately. Somehow they come through, and a lot
That
of
was
the
so quick, the
times,
first one.
it's not a coin flip. It's just
Yeah.
Penny coming through, making it
I mean, this
happen
guy
in these
just-
rounds.
Look at
Like we
those
said,
nuts.
The fact
Hey.
that yeah, but the fact that actually
economy,
works is
right?
just oh my
It's
goodness.
hilarious, shotgun knives, but it's just the nuts this guy has to just go into a blind smoke like that.
I love the play
Look how
from
bummed
Nuturn,
this dude
too.
is.
The dart
Look at
over
his
that
face.
extra
He's so
smoke
bummed.
to kill
The
everybody
other guy
coming
over there
through,
was just hyping him
but
up.
Version 1, again, adapting to
Oh
the
man,
situation.
see that's a momentum changer too. Stop the bleeding.
I'll be alright.
Look at this mid setup. 2
map's really
pizza, 1
certainly-
market.
Yeah.
It's been back and forth. It seems like neither
Which is
team
Kind of like
ready to
why
go away quite yet. For version 1
I don't think. I feel like V1 hasn't really been going mid very often.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But why? Maybe
entire
because they're
way.
just assuming because they haven't gone mid.
Looking to work the middle of the map. There are two players
Maybe it's a
from
read.
Nuturn that are
No.
on
Uh-oh.
there. You just saw Loud dash his way out.
This is
towards
good. Wait, they're not going to
safety,
expect
and
this guy.
that was strictly info grabbing for V1.
Oh no, the sky flash is gonna hurt.
They're
Suggest
looking like they're
waiting.
gearing for A. I hope this dude
Doesn't
clears
get any
wine
tag there.
with his molly.
Take that back. Taking that back.
Oh,
Very
Nuturn
good.
just
They
knows
stars back.
apparently that
Yeah,
it's
look
A.
at that. They know, right? Nuturn started to rotate off. You saw Perry pull the stars back because they
I
know
wonder
at
why.
this point
Oh
that the
my
hit's
word.
going
I don't know, they had to tell.
And then that's a
Maybe
confirmation.
Killjoy heard them?
Look at Lakia
Silva
just
Dart's
used the
also
dart
helping
in B
solidify
to
it,
make
I
sure that
think.
nobody was pushing
I
up.
think
Now
that's-
they can
dude,
fully commit
They just cleared all
towards the A
outside B
side
for
of the
sure
map.
with the Silva
Perry's in a
Dart.
critical spot. Solo is as well.
Oh,
Solo
are
They
They
actually
not gonna
didn't clear
clear this?
wine, bro.
Just aging
Oh
over
my
there and wine.
goodness.
Dougie, he gets it. Perry still stands tall in mid, and they had a lot of mid action before, so why would, you know, version 1 think there would still be some people there. Great job by Nuturn to mix it up once again. 13 seconds onto this, and it looks like it's going to fizzle out.
Man,
for
one
version
Molly
1 here.
wine,
Suggest
and
has
this
a real
round's
good idea,
different,
but
right?
catches himself in the
100%.
air.
Yeah.
And Zellsis is going to hang out here.
But they're lineup guys,
Nuturn
so
is
maybe they
really
wanted the
starting to
lineups
find
for late
their
round.
groove.
I don't
I
know.
think what we saw happen on Haven, most of
Yeah,
all,
but they
was
they
as
didn't really
version
clear
1
anything
took
V1
the
there.
No.
They didn't clear
got
wine.
to a
They
phase
like
of
cleared the guy
not
out pizza,
wanting
but they
to
didn't
lose
actually
play
push to
style.
clear
When you
pizza or
play to not
market.
lose,
They
you're
never
not
had to fall
aggressive.
back.
You're not
Then the
controlled.
Silva Dart
You're
late
not
at
doing
B
things
let
that are
them just all
regular
rotate to
what
A.
you
They
would
knew
see
he could
for
be wine
Nuturn.
as well because he was
Here,
outside B
they're playing
or
to
outside
win.
A main the
Once
entire
again, back in the
time.
driver's seat, feeling
It's kind of a cool
confident about
setup
the
though they
lead,
just did with the
and we're seeing
turret,
a much
putting in like
different
that
Nuturn
weird
than we
angle and
expected
then peeking
to
off the
see coming
contact.
into the series.
I kind of like that.
Absolutely.
Do
And that's
it.
what has them in this
I
position.
would
Again,
if
for
I
the
played
second time
Killjoy.
this map, they had the
That'd be
lead.
kind of nice.
For the last few, it's been
You
a
just
little
wish they
back
don't
and-
molly
a
you,
little
because
back and
most
forth
teams usually
from
clear
both
it somehow.
squads, and V1 just hasn't really been able to find a way in. Riv, like Nuturn, they've read them, they've been a step ahead of them for the majority of this half, and look at the space that Solo's taking away, ensuring that Lakia
Damn, he got that pick in mid.
Get that ult orb to bring that ultimate online. Now they haven't.
Did he push through the smoke again and die?
Power first. Power.
No, the guy
Uh,
who peeked off Cat.
at their
Either
disposal.
he killed him through the
Making
smoke,
things
or
looking
the
more
smoke
bleak
wasn't
for
up yet.
V1,
I don't know.
And they've lost Penny already.
I think it faded or wasn't up because there's a jet smoke on Cat a second ago.
Slow
So I
move
think
up.
he got the kill and
Orb's
just
already been
dipped out.
confiscated. 4 ults on the side of version 1, 3 up here on the side of Nuturn. All of those quite impactful for a site take. Still,
Nuturn's
wall
taking
put
a
up on the
page out of
right
V1.
side. That push-up, though,
Gotta judge on short.
from Perry gives them a great idea that they can start leaning over.
Can't beat him,
towards
join
B.
him.
We see
I
Suggest
don't know.
again
This
for
is
Nuturn back onto
they're not
Cat,
winning
and
this
this
round.
looks like it's
V1.
going to be
Yeah,
the
it's
execute
looking real
coming in, and
obvious.
Lau is ready.
The slaughter.
Lau already taking care of
Also,
Jammyz.
why-
He was waiting for Vanity as well, getting
Why-
a taste of his own medicine.
This is so low. They've already like lost the round, just hoping to get lucky.
Not a
They're
whole
at
lot of room
4
to work
alive
with, not
there.
a whole lot of room to breathe.
And now
Nuturn,
just nothing.
Nuturn's defenses have held up
Throwing
very
one
well.
B, throwing one Cat.
Of course, as
No
I say that,
way.
that
They're
leads
gonna
to
win
the
off
GP
whips.
drop solo.
They're gonna win off
Dude.
whips,
Oh,
bro.
golly.
Are
No,
you-
that
They've
is
gotten on the
so.
site. They also
I mean,
have
they,
the
I think they're still gonna
lockdown.
lose,
That's
but
gonna give them a bit of
the
room
fact
to
that they
breathe,
got
but
the
no
site
suggest.
is crazy.
Oh, okay.
Wait, he just gets spammed.
Yep.
Oh, but the timing,
Wait, they're
the
going for it.
timing
They're going to
Zellsis
stop the
just
plant through the Killjoy.
barely gets it down,
That's
but
crazy.
isn't able to do anything past that.
They,
I mean,
they should not even
ha-
gotten in the site.
Yeah, I mean, hats off to take a
Absolutely,
2v5
they do.
to a
That's gonna be closer
2v2
on
with a
deck.
bomb
Seekers
plant,
for
right?
Suggest.
Yeah.
Great
I can't believe they got
retake.
spammed.
Confident
If
play
he didn't get
there.
spammed, there's a
Version
chance.
1, you can see
Big
just
chance.
how
I'm not really
scary
sure
these
why he
rounds
planted
can be
not
for
safe there
Nuturn
too. I
with
guess he just
people just coming up
expected
with
since
2,
the
3
Killjoy ult was
Ks
down
on
that
these site
they
takes in
weren't
the
going to
last
even
moment. So
contest
Nuturn
it, but
reacting so
if he
well
plants
to
safe, I feel like
instances where might
they
be down in numbers
probably just
immediately or even
win
in
that round
numbers,
maybe.
and then
Or at
playing
least
it to
it's
their favor.
winnable.
Yeah, there we go. Some gentleman's warfare. Yell nice. That's what we love to see. I absolutely love everything we've been getting out of the player cams. It's so fun to watch these players, and they look like they're having a blast here. Nuturn, a little bit more so on this map than the last one, I'd say, Doug. As they
Valorant.
have, like you said, 11-9 and close to that game point.
Yeah, and V1, they have a mixed buy here. You see a couple
You like the Odin meta, Shroud? You like watching it?
Yeah, it's great.
Not what they're going to want to bring
Actually?
into this thing. And
Yeah,
you kind of feel
it's
that
interesting.
pressure as Nuturn. At one point,
I like
one
that it's
round
just
away
another
to
thing to think about.
from being on map point. This is
And that's why I also like
it.
the Guardian because the Guardian can sometimes be a counter to that. Because when you wallbang with a Guardian, dude, you counter spam that Odin. Oh my god. so
I
much
see
damage.
the
You could two-shot
Cosmic
somebody.
Divide
Yeah,
Viper
through the same
quick
wall.
strat available
Double
for
headshot him.
version 1. They love to do this. It's kind of one of my favorite combos to see because you're just on the other side of Cosmic Divide. And you see this wall grow through it. It is a save round. I don't know if they'll try to execute it here. Allow coming up with almost 2 as effys and Penny trade back.
Well, dude, they've already invested the Hunter Siri. What more are they willing to invest as they're getting mowed down? But things are really being traded back and forth.
Solo?
Vanity's alone.
You forget one was side, or?
Good for one.
Yep, he did.
Vanity, the
Completely
captain, version
forgot.
1.
He's old. I mean, come
Trying
on.
to make some
No way.
Okay, yeah, he's
Oh
old. He's
my
old.
god.
Dude, what?
Clutching a damn good
Guys
one
turned
at
into a
that.
turret
As
for a
Vanity
second.
gets
Oh my
three.
God.
Enemies busted.
Just crouch and
What a
sit still,
response from
spamming.
North American representatives.
What can't this man
That's a tilter
do?
too, dude. People are like, Solo, what the
Honestly.
fuck are you doing, bro?
Cat ears leading the team, calling the shots.
The last
making
2
the
rounds
shots.
are.
Holy
I don't think
moly, the pressure's on, and it
the
just
V1 should have
feels
even been close to
like
winning.
ankle weights for him, nothing more.
Like if Solo just has his gun out there,
Just
he
the-
kills Vanity.
the
That dude has a Spectre
consideration.
underneath.
In the,
Oh.
in the Spectre Dwarbala.
Spectre
You know
versus
what I
Odin.
mean, Doug?
I do.
Kayota. Let's go. 11 to 10 here, Nuturn. Like you said, the economy's going to be a bit in shambles, but we'll see if Nuturn can right the ship.
Man, that was a
V1's
very
finding a way to
important
do it.
round, actually.
Look,
They
they're
don't have
dialing
money.
up something a bit more aggressively here, understanding they have Nuturn on the ropes as they're going to try to dash their way in, but the Hunter's Fury coming out from Lakia, looking to equalize.
Oh, what is happening? Get this replay off my screen.
I can't see the
Jesus.
trophy.
Either way, they won
Boy
it.
open like an egg.
No
You've got
guns
Solo
versus
on
guns.
The flank, but you've got jammyz just a step
What a
ahead.
game
as
right
Lakia's
now.
left
Actually,
alone. Now,
wait, didn't
yes,
someone
all he had
invest
was
in this? I
classic,
think they had a
but
gun.
I think you
One person,
really
I
have
think
to
it was their
stress
Sky
the
bought
importance
Phantom
of
low
the
armor.
previous round, as we mentioned it from a
Take a peek.
financial
I wish they would
perspective,
show money in
that
this.
very well could decide the map
Knowing they
in the
don't.
series.
One of the most impactful rounds.
Right
for
here,
sure.
where's the
fact-
money?
The fact that
I think it
has
comes up
been
towards, like, the
twice
very
now,
end of
even
freeze
more
time for,
times
like,
throughout
a
the
couple
series,
seconds.
that V1
Yeah, they
is
need more
able to
time on
just
the money.
pull it
Money's
back
important.
on the next
Yeah.
round while being down in
I love how
money.
Right
even
now,
even
the-
though they've like
Box
lost
from
a
the
lot of
clutch
these
the
A
other day,
rounds,
they're
they're
just
still
hiding
just
right
hitting
under
it.
the feet of his opponents. Clutches that.
They're
as
sticking
They're
to
just,
it.
their mental's not phased. Like I love that. It seems like Nuturn, like based on face cams alone, that they kind of get shocked a little bit.
You can see the frustration, right?
Yeah.
These around. Yeah.
But whenever you look at V1, it literally looks like they're just happy to be there. Like genuinely, like
What is
no
it?
cap.
Okay, what does this mean? What am I missing?
Mike said that was talking some ish about Brazil just happy to be at the or no, right? That's what it was. Brazil.
It's
just being
because
happy to be at
it's because
land
one of the
and not
Brazilian
trying to win.
teams basically said they don't watch any of the matches they prior to this, during this. They're not watching or studying or anything. And then
Yeah.
then the meme basically they're happy to be there. That's it. Doesn't matter. They're just having a good time.
I don't even know if it's true, but I believed it because Ryan said it. Freakazoid said that there was an interview where Brazilian said, like a Brazilian coach or something says they weren't studying anything or watching VODs or anything like that. And then Mike was just like, yeah, they're just happy to be there. They don't care about winning.
That's true, man. Sometimes that's all it's about. You're just having a good time. That's my whole life. Happy to be there. Happy to be playing.
Solo's got to go big, good for one.
Did he just run and gun that guy, dude? He didn't stop moving.
Yep.
Effys.
Have easy
Yep.
access onto A here. Oh,
Wow.
super spin was there, but
Insta shutdown.
That would have been so huge, dude.
Full suggestions bombed right there.
What? Oh my god.
What a
No.
6 feet under.
What a
Nuturn will
legend.
not go away.
No.
That's a
They
Chad.
don't-
That's a Chad play right there, dude.
No, they don't lose the round like
Fuck
that.
your Molly. I'm going through.
The Molly and just absolutely no fear, no care.
Play by Lakia.
Wow.
That's one of those situations where if you go slow too, you definitely lose. I feel like.
And then
he's just like, fuck it, I'm sending it.
On the play. These are the plays right here, and they realized it was happening when they heard him running. But
Zellsis and abilities in his hand, taking fights.
Man, that is a hype round, dude. Oh my
And
god.
you just solved the puzzle so quick.
Now they're frustrated. They're
Nah,
like,
that's
That's the tilt.
now they're tilted.
What just happened?
Look at
What
those
just happened
faces.
down
Oh,
here?
no.
I mean, how can you not get tilted at that? That's
You
crazy.
have full rifles and
Sometimes that shit happens. It's not like they misplayed it. They just didn't expect this dude to fly out heaven.
Nuturn.
Balls of steel right there
Holding
from
a
that guy.
great defense. Divide
That's such
comes
a
up
crucial
immediately.
point
The pressure's
of
on
the
for
map
version 1 see
to
how
just
Nuturn
jump
reacts.
out, dude.
Well, think about
Comes here, there's no other positioning, so this
Sky
is
killed
not
the
a fake.
Viper
It
before the
really seems
Viper
like
all
they
even
wanna
went
go
down
this
too.
way.
That was
And he's
probably
gonna
like
dash his way forward.
That was another big thing that happened. That
not good there, but allows
Uh-oh.
Phantom was.
That's a big whiff right there.
No.
Trying to stick the matter to him.
And they have a counter killjoy ult.
They missed the utility too to flush him out.
But the thing is, there's no
And he's getting healed. Oh wait, they did miss. It's just not hitting up on top of the bug. I thought it would.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's Sova right now. Effys needs to save his shocks for this Killjoy ult, but he just wasted
Why
them.
did
So.
Killjoy not?
And wait, Killjoy also didn't ult.
He just ran in. What? Solo's so old. Holy shit.
Oh, I actually can't believe he didn't just throw his ult there.
The spike continues to tick away.
But he probably wanted to. He probably wanted to get closer to do it.
It's all on
No,
the hands
you don't
of
do
Allow.
that though.
Can
You
he
just do
get
it
the
the way
defuse?
that you can.
No, he
Why
cannot,
would you
ladies
do
and
that?
gentlemen. Ooh,
Even if you're
baby,
gonna
we're
risk
going
it,
to
you
overtime.
don't risk it by running in first. If anything,
Down to the last
I
just
think
take the
throw it
safe
down
ult.
from safety.
Yeah, you take
just
the safe ult.
Everybody trading on
Oh
these
my
shots.
god.
The
What a
closest
toss.
of plays to come down to an overtime now.
The fact that
see
they
who will
win
stay
the
in that
2 rounds
upper
ago,
bracket
the way they
Nuturn
did, and then they
version 1
lose
here.
that run like that,
And
I
what
don't
a
even know
game
what to
so
expect
far
anymore.
for Nuturn to pull themselves back from that first map.
Hats off to V1.
Just
Yeah.
absolutely forget about it and now put
Because they didn't look after that last tilter to actually come back. I mean,
they had a
switch
plan.
little bit,
It's
but
not
yeah.
like they were just tilted
Version
and then
one
they
has
just
really
like
been able to
rushed.
pull
They
them
you can
over.
tell they used their
Absolutely.
utility correctly, their
Really
ults correctly,
this half
and they had a
coming
plan.
beautifully for
So
Nuturn. So we're
shit,
getting
if
there,
that
though. Now
was
it's
old
OT,
C9, we're
so
running in,
erase
losing the
all
map.
that. Let's see what we got, Doug.
Am I right?
Operating
Hiko?
I mean,
in the hands of Penny
yes,
because of
go
the
again.
overtime rules. That means he's not going to
Go
have
next.
armor.
See you next line.
It's just going to be rocking that glass cannon. See that smoke go up, go down. I think
Damn.
Riv, I think he saw it. I think he saw it. Solo's gun.
Solo's gonna rewatch that if they lose this and be like, really? I'm trolling.
I can't think of any other
I mean, that thing's
explanation other than
lit
they wanted the better
like a
ult.
Christmas tree. There's so much there, but Allow somehow
Oh.
gets through undetected anyway.
We
We're
take
finally seeing some aggression out of
Vanity
Nuturn,
loves to
not
play the
A.
smoke a bit.
I love it.
Their
They
turn
will
now.
walk
It's
out.
their
Here
turn
come the
now.
darts over, just
Come on,
bringing
U-turn,
damage.
bring it to a
Double dart,
third.
actually, already
But
landed
at the
for
same
shock
time,
darts.
come on NA, they ain't shit.
And here comes the rest of the play.
You know?
Great job by Nuturn setting up the
True.
post plant. This is going to be a tough
Oh,
one. for
Solo
version
on this
one.
huge
Oh my
lurk.
gosh,
Check the
and Solo's
minimap.
on the flank as well. They don't move. This may be ugly. Vanity already good for one. Suggest trades it back
It's
out.
gonna be
Effys
too late,
joins in
though.
on the fun.
No, it is
Spike
not.
continues to tick away.
Oh, let's go
Solo
Solo!
on to Penny.
He's got
Solo on to
the-
Vanity.
I'm out to 1v1. A lot of
Zellsis,
things just
excuse me, now
happened.
it's Effys. Effys once again in a 1v1.
No
I
way.
mean,
No
I mean,
way.
he's just so solid.
The clutch king. Are you
He's
kidding
just-
me?
This guy's
gotta-
insane on this map.
You gotta hit some jiggles there. Like, you gotta jiggy him out a little bit. You can't just.
I mean, you have so much time on the defuse.
Yeah, exactly. At least let it, like, give him the half or something.
And Effys is-
push coming in from that person.
He's usually not their star, but man, he is
Everything
playing
that happened
real
there
well
again
this map
for
and event.
Version 1's retake. Oh my word.
has 28
the end of
frags right
these
now.
rounds are
He's banging
absurd.
fools through the floor,
My gosh,
180,
Effys.
clutching.
Right, and like you look at this
V1
That
roster,
looks damn good.
How does what happened, bro?
I want to take
It looked like V1 was losing that,
but somehow
it turned into a 1v1.
How cracked out he can be, but he's not the first
Effys
person
was
you
just
think of
fragging
to
on
do
site
stuff
though.
like
To
that.
be fair,
And
we
how
missed a
many
couple of
times
kills
this week,
on the
Riv, has
T
he been the
tours.
hero that
Yeah, I think they
version one
got
needed?
like Sova scanned under heaven. They got
Yeah,
spam.
one did
Very,
underneath,
many,
and then the
many
other one I
times,
think
whether it
just
was
won a
the
fight on the
Lighthouse
guy
or
heaven.
Just all out play. He has been able to do it when called upon. 13 to 12, Doug. This could be it for Nuturn in the upper bracket here.
They're hitting a-
Version 1 looking to solidify a game point.
Oh.
All right, the hard hit onto B. The dash comes through.
They saw all five. They
know
they're
Oh.
5v.
Shock trying to clear them out.
Oh,
It's all in the frags now.
But Solo big.
Solo
Solo's already
1-2
gotten
though.
two. The gravity well is going to try to pull Zellsis out.
We might be going to another OT.
He's going to go solo. How much
Dude,
more
this
do
guy
you
did-
have
It's
in
looking
you?
pretty
Solo
likely.
good for
Solo
four.
just ran
up
up
Ace is
sidewalk
stopped
by
at the hands
himself.
of Zellsis.
Just
Oh,
one
he kills
Zellsis.
4. He kills 4.
To try to put
He could
Nuturn
win.
away.
No,
He's
no
got
way.
some utility. He's
Well-
got full armor.
It's possible.
Okay.
He has alarm bot still, but
Cloudburst denying info. No, he's
Full
not
whiff.
able to do it.
Oh
The
my
Cloudburst.
That's awkward because you only see like half his body. Not
Yeah.
even, not even, right?
And your
We
brain
are
is like,
go
oh, I want to just
again,
not spam right
and
away to the
I
box.
wanna call
That
attention,
yell caused
not a
3
mistake,
coworkers to
not
look at me funny because
anything,
I'm
but
playing
to
you on
the
speakers on
nerves
low
right
volume.
now.
I'm sorry.
We saw Lakia's shock dart. One hit
That
Penny
yell
straight
wasn't
on, the
like
next one
weird
right
or
to the
anything.
wall
Like if
in
you
front
think
of
I'm
Lakia.
weird, then you're just
These
weird.
players
You never just
as
hit
well.
you never
So
just
let
hit
me
a good
play there.
stretch that you just have to like
33 years of
You just gotta
life
go.
experiences in his brain.
What a game. What a map 2 we have so far.
He's got to make
Nuturn
up for that.
turning on the afterburners
Yeah.
to keep it going.
He'll win you some and he'll lose you some, but
as we go into round 27.
when he wins you some, it'll be pretty.
Yeah,
At
this
least.
guy
First wall
killed 2 at Switch
going up.
and then just runs up sidewalk, doesn't even wait for his team,
No
kills 2
off-road
more on
I mean, he
site.
might win you some because he loses you some. You know,
There you go.
because
That's
like the plays that he does to lose you some, those turn into wins,
As much like we
right?
saw
Because like
Easy
think
chess
if
move,
he
yeah.
didn't get kills there
earlier
on
in the half or in
lane
the map,
aggression,
excuse me.
he just would have looked like an idiot.
Out the middle as they
True.
try
I
to
think that's just his
exploit
style.
it. Allow
you
has
know?
taken
But
that
at the
space
same
and
time,
again, Allows not able to do
You're not
anything with
guaranteed
it.
any round, even if he
Jammyz
gets
takes
4.
Fake on B right now from Nuturn. Fake on B.
Oh
Vision
no,
one, or
no,
Vision one,
no!
version one
You
is
know
set up
Solo
on the
didn't see
Sova
Penny there, but
dome.
Penny saw
So
Solo.
there's
Yep.
not much of a bite. We can see the rotation
That's
from
a
Vanity
bummer.
right now.
Yep.
That's a
And
bummer.
all the way back across. That thwarts the entirety of the play.
Thwart.
Spike's not.
I
supposed to
learned
show
what that
like
word
that.
meant.
Unfortunately, that was seen by Penny.
Because of Marvel
Now,
Champions.
Nuturn have to come up with a second play on the round.
Yes.
On the benefit for Nuturn here is that they had mid control, right? So they can invest back that way easily. Although things went a little bit sideways, they can adjust with just over 40
At
seconds
least we got a
left
game on our hands.
in the
at
round. It
least.
seems like they're trying to cut noise and
Lakia.
potentially work their way around.
Hello?
Lakia
Did Discord die?
deep in, and
Nope.
how many times did we
Nope.
see
Okay.
Lakia
NA
cause
internet?
problems from this exact
Yeah.
spot in
feel it.
regulation time? And by golly, he's
Are
doing
you
it again.
still
Effys
in
drops.
Mich?
That's not a safe
Same.
way to go.
Michigan?
That
Yeah,
should
yeah.
give them a bit more room, them being Nuturn.
Did you forget
to try
Michigan?
winning on A.
Yeah.
Spike
No, I
Jones
just
not
I
continues
didn't
to
like
tick
forget
down,
Michigan.
so
I just wasn't
they've
sure if
gotta
it was
go A
Michigan.
here.
You know.
There's
Yeah,
really no other
I'm
option,
still-
and they're
still here.
walking into Penny's
Why is
operator.
Vanity
The
in
jiggle,
no man's
the
land
knife,
right there?
Nothing
What?
showing. Great patience out of Penny, but his position's been given away. He has to
We
dash
don't
out.
lose off
Zellsis good
that.
for one.
Nah,
7
Zellsis
bullets
got
left.
it.
5 seconds left on the clock. They've got to get the spike down. Perry
gotta-
just playing in the
Never
name of
mind.
time, but
Suggest
comes
is
in.
feeling it.
Oh
The spike goes
no.
down now.
The
It's on
whiff.
Jammyz.
Not
Seeker
like
giving his
this.
position away.
Jammyz ain't gonna win this round.
Has to come up.
Dude,
Jammyz
he has no
good
utility to
for
play
one.
around
The kill
either.
gets traded.
Vanity kind of
Nuturn
just got caught.
take the
I don't know
lead.
what he was thinking, but
Beautifully
he was like in the
played by
middle
Nuturn
of
there.
nowhere for
The
no
double
reason
peek
with
is
like
all you
15
needed.
seconds
They
left.
walked out together, hip
Also,
and hip.
Penny, I
Great
feel like
fundamental
Penny
play
gave
there to
up
secure the round, but
like
it
that
means
position,
so
having a jet
much.
dash still.
Match point.
I don't know if I was a huge fan of that.
Side of Nuturn here
He could have
as
just
version
kind of walked
1
across instead of dashing.
looking
Maybe.
to
He
keep
just-
this one
Yeah.
alive for themselves.
Did you like right there? Did you see where Suggest just one shot
What a
Vanity?
map.
No.
This has
He
been-
was-
my
he
goodness,
died
it's
in the
delivered,
front
and
of
this
A
was
main.
kinda like the tail of the
He's
tape,
just
right? This
walking
is
around
what
there
people
for
were
some reason.
excited
I don't know.
for
Maybe
and
he's trying to get
hoping
to A main,
for in
but
this matchup.
Yep.
like 15
And Doug, I
seconds left. It's
question,
probably
what
not the
was
time.
Nuturn's
Dude, Nuturn is
second
hyped
strat?
up. I
I
love
was gonna
it.
say I love they just stand up and they're just
Oh,
cheering
my word,
themselves
been
on. I
able to
love
do
that.
for
Yeah.
Quite a bit of
Yeah, they're not
utility
out of it.
On aim. On out aiming. Version 1. Here we go. Round 28.
Version 1 backs against the wall. Jammyz got messed up there, man. He's going to have to peel back a little bit, but Penny is taking the middle of the map. No, the nano swarm's there.
Oh,
The
Backs him up
crunch.
a bit,
Oh
but they still
my
clear the walls.
God.
Anyway, Lakia mows down 2 members of version 1.
Wait.
As now he's anchoring still
Is
back
that
on the
Odin?
site, retreats to safety, 1 point away from having the 100. Keep that in mind. The
they gotta help him from
comes up
the
big
back.
as
They're gonna win
well.
this map. They're gonna win this map.
12 seconds
They
left.
are
He's
winning
got
this
those
map.
back there.
That's-
They've
that
got
smoke
Eloise
was
back
so
there,
good
allows
for him,
to just
though.
swing out.
And they
Version
came through
1's
at the
left
same
to
time.
very little as Vanity is trying to keep it
Dude,
alive.
what a
Oh, no, it's
map.
not gonna happen.
Oh,
wild.
Oh my push
So
around.
many trades
They
going
got
on side
beaten.
G.
They-
Well,
I don't know.
Great game there.
No, because when I came back, also Justin
played
said
it.
something about OT,
Great
so I
game.
just wasn't
Oh,
paying
it
attention.
went to OT. Yeah, I think it was what 15-13. Not mistaken.
Okay.
Yeah, double. I think it was double. Yeah.
Man, this map started really quickly, I feel like.
44%
That was like
Good.
7 minutes.
No downtime for the boys. Let's go. Get into it.
They're probably already behind schedule a little bit.
I think second BO3 is supposed to start.
Solo's off breach.
10:30,
now
10:30,
Suggest is
right?
on breach.
Yeah.
10:30.
1:30 for you, yeah.
It is going to be
Suggest
I got
on
Solo
breach,
on
yeah.
fucking.
Killjoy, yeah.
I'll kill Jay-Z.
You see Suggest
Do you
has
guys like
set
the
up
Omen here?
towards garage on B as well.
Personally, I feel like I'd rather have Astra than Omen here.
But
Yeah.
they
Of course.
do have Spidey senses
Makes
tingling.
total sense.
But
I'd-
you'll see with how this team crunches, they, I don't know. They're not, like, it doesn't fit them on this map.
I just like V1's roster way better. Their picks.
Oh, the turret.
That got real close. And they're gonna have to
Jesus.
really struggle to get this one in.
That
as
did
they
so
not
much
get too
damage.
info.
Ah, he's trying to run, dude. He tried to run. Like, Frenzy's great and all, but that's when it hurts. Doesn't have enough bullets. You hold mouse 1, you get 1 kill, and it's rough to get get that second.
It looks like they're gonna try to flip the
Wow.
map.
He tried to run, dude. All right, well, this is winnable now for the old boys.
Oh, the cams are flipped. I just realized.
You can see it's a foot race as Lakia
Yeah.
trying to get to be the first one there, and Lakia does beat them to the punch. They're gonna
No way
rotate
they're gonna go back.
But you've got Allow,
This
who's
won't work.
also pinching them in, and they're gonna
won't.
walk
the
right into
frenzy.
his lap. Allow
Frenzy,
with the
here it
frenzy,
comes.
Allow with the kills, Allow with the win.
Ooh.
They
There
should've
it
just
went.
stuck to it, doubled up heaven, take that
Great
fight.
job by Nuturn playing
They
that.
I feel like-
overthought it.
They maybe thought
Yeah,
that there was two.
I said before
Yeah,
we
probably.
see jammyz go off alone.
Dude, I
So
kind of
Viper
like
Wall,
the setup,
stay
the pistol
with
setup by
that.
Nuturn
They'll
there.
give
They
info.
kind of like
And
played
you
give
saw
for
the
heaven. They had a
whole
killjoy turret on it, and they had
CS
two guys
was kinda
ready to push
waiting
B
on that
main
position,
once they
making
took
sure
heaven.
nobody was
They just pushed B
there,
main
but
and killed the guys outside B main. And
Yeah.
never really
Made it
bit
impossible for
anything
V1 to
until they had
go
confirmation.
B.
They weren't worried about the Viper
That was
Wall.
actually kinda
It's
sick.
something
That was
Version
nice.
1 plays
Mhm.
all the time there. See, again, Viper Wall
And they
towards
delayed a
left
little
side
bit
just a
with
bit deeper,
KJ's
which tries to
mollies.
cover that upper
Yeah,
area
like they
of
literally
Viper's.
just gave
So
up
they
heaven
use
and
this
just had
now.
the turret
They
hold
can
it.
get a little closer,
Like I said,
allow
the second the
distraction.
turret made contact, they just double pushed B
Grab
main.
and you're seeing a bit of a force.
That was
Just
nice.
actually in the hands of Penny, excuse me. But they did put some money into this round. You mentioned the Viper's Wall. You mentioned the dash as
So-
well from Penny as he's gotten his way up to heaven. Not triggered by the Killjoy turret yet. I think one thing we have to keep in mind here, especially in the attacking half, is you think back to their map against Liquid, which was an overtime, I mean, an instant classic overtime match. And there were a couple of instances, one that's very vivid, where version 1,
Oh,
like,
Zellsis,
I
if you didn't
believe
make noise,
PNC
you
said
could have
they
got.
overcooked it, right? Like they tried rotating.
Yeah, just
to
back
it.
and
No,
forth,
it was-
back
I think
and
it's
forth.
just-
Doesn't,
it
it
was
doesn't,
first
yeah, it
game
doesn't really
noise.
matter anyways.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to do that for his jet.
In the way they played that pistol, where they got back into defender spawn, then
I'm
they
still
tried
waking up.
pulling
Haven't had
back,
any
and Allow
coffee.
was just waiting for him. So we have to
I'm like
watch
looking at
that.
things like.
How
It is early.
how many pump fakes?
It was
They
funny is
run
because I've been
from
getting up at
very
like.
I just love
paranoid,
listening to
and
the
then
way
the
Jordan
wall line
talks.
as well, and
Makes me happy.
the
Reminds me of the
grenade.
good old days.
Too much, it's too easy.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
Great timing. On the side.
You put a smile on my face, Jordan. That it is a good thing.
Honestly, just waiting to make this one cleaned up here.
Yeah.
And they push forward. So, Nuturn, for the first time here in the map, starting off nice and strong, making sure they can keep V1 on the back foot. We did see a bit of a control here and back and forth in the few maps before, but a lot more Nuturn members were falling. A lot more economy was required for their next rounds, and here they get a very nice Prime Gaming Flawless.
What kind of kills do you need to
Very
get for
nice
everyone
one
to
indeed.
Spectre
Now
second
version
round, like
1.
properly, half armor?
What do they bring?
Depends, I think, if you
to
get
the fold?
plant
You
down.
mentioned how
If you don't want to do
important
it,
is.
if you get plant
Really,
down.
for both of these teams
I think with
to
plant
get
da- with
right
plant
in this
down,
first
you'll
half
be
because of
fine.
Yeah.
because of the nature of
I think that's the
Split and
deciding
how it
case.
frequently plays
They
out.
plant, they buy
I
Spectre.
think
If not,
there's a
they
lot
don't usually.
that can be
Yeah.
determined just off of this first half.
It's like what plant down will get you around
play out.
2K.
And it was just such a
Ish.
good stand by Nuturn.
Yeah.
One of the other things I'm
I mean,
loving
depending
from
on what you
them
buy
really is
pistol.
Yeah,
how
yeah.
they have
Yeah, around there.
we're gonna have to
It like
hold
just
on
so
to
depends on your
that
character. Like if you
top
need
shot
certain
from Allow
abilities, you need to
just
buy it.
narrowly misses as they try to work
Or
their
if you
way.
never even use those abilities.
Here, now the jammyz strat. Leave him
You
off
just
to
get
the
rushed
side.
down.
Yeah,
The
you just get
Nuturn
owned.
now divide
I like this
themselves
5v1 just
accordingly.
walking into middle
Usually they
early.
will have
Being
suggest
scared.
towards the middle of the
An
map.
op? Oh my god. Let's
So you
go.
can control with a fault line, whether that's
Yeah, he
towards
tagged
ramp
effys,
or whether
actually.
that's back down towards ramp. So they keep it safe there.
Ooh, this timing heaven.
Off for
They just gotta be
Allow.
where the B main
Standing
push.
on the move.
Uh-oh.
And
Looks like they are.
Zellsis, I
Like,
mean,
they're
look at how
definitely-
far away
Wow.
they are, right? They have full control.
Doesn't know
of
he's
mid.
here.
That was their one key condition to work out.
Never
And yeah, they
mind,
got
he
one, but
does.
Lakia dropped.
Well
Peri's gonna
done.
drop as well. Now they have the
Well done
middle
from
of the
V1
map.
right
Take
there.
a look at how Zellsis is going to be wrapping up behind them as well.
But they're going
As he
A.
took his
Look at how
way
much
up
space
ropes,
Killjoy
deep
has.
into
Killjoy-
defender
yeah,
spawn.
Killjoy
There
spawn.
was
But Vanity's
no
dead,
area of the
yeah.
map
Oh,
that V1 are
wait a
not willing to
second.
push into, but again, suggests
He
he's just
dinked
able to
him.
punish that
Just
Vanity
as
drops.
wow.
Nice job by Nuturn there to continue to pressure. I
Wait,
thought
but
he
look
was
at-
Oh
gonna
my
the other
god,
people
the
do it.
double freaking
And
lurks,
Solo with a
man.
Beautiful push
Jeez.
and pressure here, knowing
They
that
thought
V1 is
they had
always
the
gonna
play,
rotate around the map a little bit. It's
but
hardly ever
Nuturn
the
had
first
it.
hit. That's what the
That's
information
crazy.
jammyz is giving, so they can do multiple
Oh,
things,
that
decide
sucks.
what they want in their own adventure. But
Dude.
Solo
Oh.
pushes up. If you can
Zellsis
grab this
spawn as a
room
go,
on
NA.
split,
And
it
then
means so
I saw
much
Solo
because
in
of how
And
the
Solo's
engines
in
work.
spawn, too.
Otherwise, no,
NA.
they're going through the middle
The
of
Killjoy's
that.
traded
You know, so
spaces.
if you can see Nuturn pushing up
How
like
did this
all the
happen
time,
exactly? Did
I'll
Kill-
say
I was
how they
wondering.
that much
Did
easier.
Killjoy go up
Really
upper
smart
and
plays.
then the other Killjoy went through just main?
You can already see this. We're only a couple.
It had to have been the case.
These face cams are delayed on the replay slow-mo POVs because every time they get the kill, they're still blank as fuck in the face. And then you watch the actual post round when they get the kill and they react. But the face cam is always. I thought it was just me yesterday. Like these guys are all cold as fuck. And I was like, oh no.
To get some aggressive positioning, hold that other side, and set up a brutal crossfire with Allow and Perry and Garage.
I like the fact that Nuturn
still got the kill and he looked like he couldn't be fucked.
On A, this new wall that you see version 1.
And then they show after no one's like actually happy.
That top vent area, they pretty much have a safe spot towards the backside of A there. So here they put a little aggression over towards that B site and Garage.
And
we'll see if they actually.
It's so funny the amount of things that just happened right there.
Yeah, and nothing happened. Like
so
they just got some space, but it's a spot that they should just have anyway. What? That was almost good with the flash, almost.
But the thing is, Suggest is back on site. He's safe from the.
I didn't like that he flashed the box. I'd rather flash the corner.
Oh
my god.
Does not solo gets
oh my god.
I mean, version 1 just kind of
the grinder
ripped to shreds here. Zellsis with 8 health.
He's just going, man.
I mean, yeah, we've seen some crazier things, but insanely unlikely. Lakia gets cleaned up. And here's the thing, Riff, that I wanted to point out.
It's 4-0, but it's not a very
aggressive that
it's not like a dominant 4-0.
Because,
they can get some
let's play out that round one more time.
Control over these trades on V1. They could bring the half back of it.
Version 1 had to invest an equal amount of utility in the cloud.
There seems to be a double kill every round that kind of just
to clear out that corner.
Clean by Perry.
And all Nuturn had to do
Those breach flashes, man, they're mean.
To where they started. Right, so even
though
that
my
much utility was invested,
I mean, even the shots were clean though too.
Yeah, the shots were opened up by the flashes. I feel like that's going to be the big one on this map.
And they're not backing down.
I miss Hiko breach.
Yeah, me too, honestly. I just miss Hiko in general.
Those are the good days. Okay, don't Sag. Just Sag.
What, man?
Sag.
Where's the Hiko breach, man?
Those are the good days.
Knowing that, why not take the fights? They have to show confidence.
No, I'm just an arrow man.
Really starting to step up. Jammyz working alone by himself with that wall once again, as the rest of Vision Strikers grab the information. Solo.
Just side strafing, headshot him.
Right now, anytime he's put in that situation, he comes out on
That's the mechanics.
Top. Huge for the team.
It's crazy. You think it's going to change?
I kind of hope.
They should tighten it up a little bit. They did already, but they should tighten it up a little bit more.
Yeah, especially since there's most people use the Phantom now, it seems. There's just some kills that people just have no. There should be no way that they get some of the kills they get.
Some of it's just map design, though.
Well, yeah. That's why the judge is so strong. It's just the map design. There's so many like 50-50 and tight angles that it just works on most maps.
First round for the boys.
That's why Breeze. Hey, what do you think about Breeze? Everybody I talk to says it's amazing. What do you think, Hiko?
I love it.
You love it? Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's the most similar to a CS map to me.
Yeah. Every single person I've talked to just absolutely loves it. And then I play ranked and everybody cries. Tears.
Yeah, everyone hates it in ranked, but everyone loves it if you like the pros.
Yeah, the professional players. So they know how to play the game. Jesus.
Well, Jammyz comes over as a teammate already.
You said it, not me.
Of a few members.
Hey, we were all thinking it.
Hiko, don't you love ranked?
See him having that communication.
Nah, I love ranked. Yeah.
I can tell you're a huge fan by your tweets.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not going to be. Everyone says stop molding about ranked. It's like, all right, I love ranked. It's not me. It's not me. This is Shroud. Shroud's saying he hates ranked. You know, it's not me. I say I love it. It's great. People are awesome.
So
very nice.
Honestly, I'm just happy that I'm a casual now, because if I wasn't, I would have no hair. I really wouldn't. Like ranked is rank.
Welcome to my life.
I'm sorry, man. I didn't.
Go ahead, just get it all out. Get it all out.
The guy's been incredible. But for version 1,
like even sometimes I play ranked and I get kind of like pissed and like mad about it, but at the end of the day, like it blows over really quick because I'm a casual. Like it's whatever.
People, I was gonna say, people thought that was genetics, Hiko, but that's actually just ranked.
It's years and years of ESCA pugs in the morning and matchmaking in the morning with Tim and Valorant ranked. That's what it'll do to you.
Yeah.
in the previous
Oh, it's
map,
good.
fully
I didn't mean to do Hiko like that, man. I'm sorry.
Right? They roar
It's
out of
okay,
the
it's
gates,
okay.
they win
No,
4 rounds in a
no hate,
row,
no hate.
And for version 1,
I'm
a
used to
lot
it
of
at this
people think
point.
you've got to mitigate some of this damage. You've got to do something to stop this and shift the way things are going, because this can get out of hand very quickly.
We'll have to see what they. I mean,
Nuturn with the tack.
Make sure they can continue.
They do not have a lot of money, by the way.
And make sure that
Yeah, just because like what Jordan said, these rounds haven't been like convincing wins from Nuturn. Like Nuturn, yeah, they have 4 rounds, but it hasn't been pretty.
I think
If V1 can win this round, they'll break them a little bit.
Didn't V1 just win with 4 too?
Yeah, V1 had 4 up. Yeah,
Talk about version
a huge win.
So far, we've explained jammyz and whatnot.
Nice.
Back to talk
This is anyone's game. It really is.
I mean, we're on split. You got to remember that too.
I don't even know what's gonna happen.
Experience and leadership there for solo. Peri included in the gaming
It's
experience.
a big round.
So he wins the race, Mike. Let's fucking get her going.
Veteran that he is.
Got my coffee. I just needed to spat out something inspirational and vague.
I was gonna say, come on, bring it back to like 2014 when we were just vibing together, all 3 of us. What were you saying back then, Jordan? Remind me.
We won't even talk about the match. It will be long gone pretty soon here.
Oh god. Those are the good days, though. I don't care.
I try to hold on to the inspirational things that somehow tie to reality these days.
They have safety valves over there. Vanity's the safety valve on B.
In many ways, they were the good days.
They can kind of feel things out.
Uncertainty and future ahead of us.
The 3-block Viper.
But I still have this feeling, and I still remember this feeling of the pressure being in Germany with you guys for the first boot camp, for the first major in Cologne, and just the pressure of you guys watching me in person. I remember that. You guys were watching me like fucking hawks.
Which boot camp was that? Was that when we were boot camping in Germany?
Yeah, in Germany. You remember like...
Is the Freaks for You office, I think, right?
I don't remember the name of it. But yeah.
We had those little laptops? Was that at that point? Or did they have computers for us?
No, they had computers.
Yeah, there's
the Dota office.
It had that little kitchen. I remember Jordan doing like some weird walkthrough kind of video, something.
Jordan doing weird walkthroughs?
Oh my god, I remember.
Every single boot.
No.
Someone had to do them. Y'all were just sitting there
I
squirming.
remember that video, actually.
Yeah, we were walking down. Remember we were walking down by like the water with a video with us?
Yeah, the bridge over the water.
Yeah, the bridge. Yeah.
Lineup 101.
Ender killed
Even if they play off with that, they've got
You messed up, Jordan, never doing
Oh,
a yogging with Jordan.
They're all retaking from main. Oh my goodness.
Holy shit, this is a battle, and all they do is shoot through the smoke. Nice try, V1.
They're gonna have to force it.
Ooh, did they get the Viper thing on it? They did. He's got half.
Halfway, but he's heavens.
Oh, effys.
Yeah.
You gotta fight
He's trouble.
effys. Oh, he's not fighting. You lose.
You have to.
Oh,
wow.
That smoke was almost not good either.
That might have been the weirdest A site hold I've seen.
that was a strange round.
Players over towards alt orb. Oh
You know,
my word, version 1.
I said that
was,
I didn't really like
Nuturn
Omen on
was
this
just
map. I like
shooting fish in a barrel
Asher
there for the
better,
last
but
few
Perry's
moments.
just kind of owning right now.
5-1,
Yep,
like you
9-2.
said, suggests just right under their
On good
noses,
smokes,
even
too.
with the
Only
next
thing
Viper
nice
fight
about
coming
Omen in
through.
a lot of these situations is when you can just
And,
like quickly throw smoke and just start shooting
solo,
through it like
right?
on the
Sorry.
run.
Yeah, you're just part of the team.
Just off to the
So
side.
you can do it. I don't play Asher enough to know how fast you do it, but it seems like it takes a half second longer.
I almost feel like the best Astros just have good pre-placed stars, so that they can play like kind of like an Omen.
Yeah, all the choke points kind of on a retake are just like ready.
But even sometimes being an Astra player, it gets tricky because if they're like almost stacked up in a direction that you're looking at, it's you
Dude,
can
I like that kill
you
right
could
there.
very much like pick the wrong star.
The person on the
Yeah,
outside's always
that's
gonna
true.
be able to see you there. Puts himself in a tough spot.
Like
but
if you put
Penny,
the star a little bit off,
Yeah.
it doesn't work too. It's yeah.
straight through.
Very just ADSing on the
Yep.
fallback.
Yeah, they were also just forced that so hard, and I love it.
Good use of the
Live alive.
SMGs. They had the rifles in main, and the SMGs just flew through man. Well, they found out that they found out that Nuturn is they have like a weak mail. They don't really play it.
A weak male.
I mean, they've been able to get mail for free. No, nothing. Nobody's there. I'm assuming this is when Nuturn probably changes it a little bit. They won't let them get mail for free.
To me, this is where Asterisk kind of comes into play. If they have an Asterisk right now, they can take control B main better, and
suck
they can just like literally suck off the barrier, and then like you just have B main. Like you can have heaven, but we're gonna keep B main at least and make the retake really hard for you guys to hold. Kind of like what they did on pistol, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe drop a little aggro KJ turret there.
Yeah, that'd be good too.
One plays off it.
Almost round after round, version 1 finding a way through.
Keep the fucking Omen Breach A or whatever.
What I'm saying for version
Yeah.
1 still here on out, even finding rounds. This is where
That's what's interesting about this tournament. It's cool to see how people like their default setups and the different way they play out through the round.
Pretty important round here again. Actually,
Look at the mid setup from New though. Look at New
I
two.
think the story for
Are they got
V1
the
here is
fucking-
just how many rounds can you get, right? You
This
are
is a big mid fight ready.
It's can we get to 8-4? Can we get to 7-5?
Let's
turn
four
up
mid.
money here, and V1 does.
Doesn't really matter if you're not mid, so that's good. That's good that V1's not there. They're just gonna hold.
It's not necessarily hitting off top heaven. It's not hitting off top ramps the same way that we've seen before. It's a slightly different look. You see the Cosmic Divide coming out as well, and the Viper's Pit Riv. This is a full-blown fake. Right there is
They did
no
this
They've done this
against
before, yeah.
and they're biting. Look at them bite. Look at Nuturn bite so hard.
They did not
They
watch.
did the same. They did the same exact thing.
Yeah, they did not watch the demos.
Any better, Perry starts one off.
Wow.
The Omen from the shadows.
I was
takes
wrong.
down
I thought I was
Jammyz. We'll
study.
see how this one plays out.
Was that a jam?
Finally
Did Jammyz
find out
ult?
that
I
Jammyz
missed
is
Yeah.
That just shows that
He did
Nuturn
that
did
against
not do
Hiko,
their
like,
study.
2
They did not
times.
research. They did not.
And they
Nothing.
ended up
They didn't do
going
anything.
with it. Just
They should have
fake.
known that. They should have known that instantly.
Here comes a
Breach ult.
Ooh, it's a
Lakia's already
big
been
ult.
cleaned up. You hear the lockdown is gonna
I think they're still gonna win the round, but
buy a little time to
And
tap
they're
in
gonna
there.
stay.
Oh, nice
Effys gets
shot, Solo.
absolutely destroyed. The gravity wall's coming out, and it's gonna delay just a
Oh,
little
the
Okay.
fucking KJ ult. Let's
Lockdown
go.
knows also we have to respect it. They
Almost
have to
kept
back
them.
off, but Zellsis not
Yee.
knowing
Love
check
this.
it. Zellsis good
Oh
for
my
one. He gets
goodness.
cleaned up as Vanity alone.
Vanity's in a good spot too. They won't
1v3.
expect them. Yep.
And the time is running as well. Vanity might do
Ooh.
it. Ladies and gents, the
Beautiful.
1v1 as the spike continues to tick
Relax.
away. It's not
Cool.
in half.
Doesn't make me
Just
nervous.
gets the kill, but V1
Yeah,
gets the
Vanity
round
yell.
win.
Making me nervous, man.
And he loses the weapon 5-3.
Yep.
North
Dude,
America
they have no
getting
money.
momentum again as
Nuturn
yearly
has no money. They have
dominance.
to save, I
Nuturn
think.
having a very, very
I was in the middle of my
methodical
narrative
retake
setting
and hold
speech
in the
right
Sorry,
middle of that
sorry,
site
sorry.
take, coming in together, trading over each other's shoulders.
I can't
Coffee
believe
hot,
they
yeah,
fell
drink.
for that.
Comes down to it again. It's not a lineup this time, but that post.
Spencer, who you play on Split?
Korea did not do their.
Remember-
They did not do their
How'd you
research,
know
man.
that?
They
Oh,
didn't
is it
study
new,
up.
oh, new developments?
They didn't watch the map.
That's a good, great answer. Keep it
Wait,
vague.
I played Breach last time. Like people saw me play Breach on this map already.
I'd never want to call a bluff on that
Last
guy.
time I watched you was when you guys were like scrimming this map when you first picked up Nick. Like you played some tournament, you like didn't have any setups.
You just play Jet
Yeah.
for me, Hiko. Next tourney.
Can I play Jet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to see a baiting lurking Jet? I got you, right? No problem.
Spencer,
That might
you
open
have
up your
more
rounds even
potential.
more, you know? More clutch potential if you think about
You're
it.
more
Yeah.
well-rounded than you think.
Yeah, just let me. I'm just embracing the meme at this point, you know.
As we proceed through this now,
I think
round
Nuturn's
nine.
gonna win this round.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining
I'd
us,
be
already a banger
curious
of
to
a
see
series.
Spencer
This
with
is
the
final
knives with
map
his
here.
sensitivity. That
Seems
could be
Ace of
nuts, or it
picking
could be
up
the
a
worst
back
thing ever. I don't
win
know.
version
I'm
one and
awful
Nuturn
with jet
Gaming.
knives.
It looks like a little love towards B here from
My
version
sensi- my
I guess
crosshair
that's
is too
true
big.
because you're so reliant on like recovery,
Oh,
like you hit another shot
no.
after you missed the first one all the time.
Oh,
Or you and then you, but no, but you know what I'm saying? And then you hit the
Okay.
thing. Like you,
No
you'll,
way,
like,
you're just
spread.
calling me out like this. Okay,
I'm
we
saying
get
you
it. I
get
have bad
three
aim. Yeah, but I had you basically said I have bad aim. Jordan, you're getting up there too. It's like Shroud calling me a boomer. It's like Jordan, you're literally the same
I'm
age as me.
boomer. I'm boomer. I'm definitely. Don't let me. I'm not acting holier than thou right now. I'm in the same shoes.
I'm chilling, man. I ain't a boomer.
Jammyz is alone, and he's not.
I can
And
frag,
just
I can
because
frag
we're
if I
boomers,
wanted
what's
to.
wrong? We're going till 40. 5.
I mean, look at
What's
Solo
up?
right now. Solo's looking damn good, and he might be the oldest in the scene.
It is prime gaming indeed. You're absolutely right. It
See
seems
that
like every
picture
time
on
V1
Twitter?
might
They're like the
figure
last guy to
something out,
stop Solo, and
punch
then
back. Nuturn just
It's you.
Yeah, it was like me like kissing my bicep. I was like, oh my
Nuturn
God.
is
When? What
literally
year was that,
reading
Jordan,
version one
that you
like a book.
played solo?
I mentioned I was like, oh
Probably
my god,
2010 or
all that
2009,
utility from
2009.
KJ was very much focused
12
towards
years
A.
later.
KJ's usually on A.
Pro
on
in
the side
another
of
game.
Nuturn, but the way they focus the util made me
Possibly
think
gonna go
B
to the
could
upper
be
Big game
bracket
pro.
finals.
But the way
Could be you, Jordan.
Nuturn set up,
This
And
could be
didn't Solo
Nuturn.
play? Didn't Solo play another game? Yeah,
Yes,
I'm just
yes.
drinking coffee and making breakfast with his family.
Yes, yes.
No. I thought did he play like Crossfire or something?
I don't know.
Around 10 suggests a bit of a peak there, and he
Maybe.
almost
I
loses
thought
all of his
he
head.
played a third one.
I don't think he played Go, did he? I don't remember him in CS:GO.
I'm pretty sure he did, but it's just the scene wasn't like all there.
To full health, and much like we've seen the last couple of rounds, right? Like jammyz the default, feeling things out on A, not getting any info right now, like not getting any positioning, no real estate.
This is really mail control, and now they could reset if they want. They pulled so much movement.
Just bouncing around. Look at him.
They still have the turret.
I'm
Oh,
surprised
they're
if
still
jammyz crossed
there.
right there. They could go ropes. jammyz
Suggest dead. He has no HP.
I think jammyz should have been a cross already. But whatever.
Oh, Perry, dude. Oh. All right.
Oh, we got the res. Nice.
Brings vanity back into things, and
Uh-oh.
pass across, and he lands onto one. Vanity rips him down.
Wait, that
from the
didn't.
skies.
Oh, his boomback killed
Solo
him. Wait, no,
is
it did
now
kill
the
him.
one on the entry. There's the lockdown as Zellsis cleans
I
up
got
the
caught
wall.
watching Shrouds again. I was fucking behind.
Solo has to make some
That was my
magic
problem at
happen.
the
There's a
beginning.
snake bite
I was
again.
watching
Big
Shroud
A
stream. I'm like,
entry.
wait,
At
this
least just
is
a little bit
not
making
smart.
I only have Mikey's
Solo
open
does
because I occasionally
finally
look at
get
his
cleaned
chat
up.
and stuff.
We talked about this
But I
right
was
for
looking at the
V1.
Valorant one. I just missed
7-5,
it.
8-4.
Dude,
That's it,
V1?
boys.
Right now it's been rocky, but they're holding serve.
That's crazy. Everyone's looking damn good.
Yeah, I want to see the money again.
Coming in here, just seeing how it all executed, how
I'm
it
so
all worked
shocked,
out.
man. I feel like everyone is. Everyone in NA is shocked by this. Because you know that everybody was memeing on them. They couldn't believe that they made it
Who
into
made
this
this point
tourney.
yesterday? One of you guys said something, and it's a good point. Like a lot of times, NAU thing comes from like the origins of like CS, at least in our scene, and a lot of the veterans in EU aren't like. There's like Scream and like Angel and those guys, but like a lot of them are still playing CS.
Yeah.
I don't think you can name like a really high tier 1 player that switched from EU yet from CS, right?
Yeah, and to me, the main thing that all these CS players do good in NA, that you guys in 100 Thieves, is like really good awareness of all the layers of a round, from mid game to clutching to setting up rounds to, and it's like when you have experience doing that, the game is just now you just have to play the meta of whatever Valorant is.
Does that mean EU would be better if they got their tier 1 players out of CS and
Yeah.
into this?
I think
I
so.
mean,
give me like
depends if they're
simple, give me like simple Zywoo, like device, you know,
Steady at Valley, yeah.
just 3 operas on one team. That'd be probably pretty sick.
Spencer baiting them.
Yeah,
Throw
give
him
me,
on the roster.
I'll be behind them, you know. Yeah, they'll just all have ops. I'll just have a spectator in. I'm down with that.
And then if they do, they can try to exploit the middle, work their way through ropes to get towards A.
Massive
Oh,
work.
but
Killjoy
it's
diff.
Solo who gets impatient. It's Solo who gets punished. And while it wasn't through vents, it wasn't through ropes, they are going to go back towards A with 30 seconds left.
I think that's perfect by version 1. We'll talk about that in a minute as they rush the site here. Penny's going to be the first one
Anyways,
in,
that's
looking
just
for
one
Lakia.
perspective. There's still there's a lot of new good gamers for sure, but
Cosmic Divide as well. Penny playing
the
just
difference
on
is always the
other side of it.
decision making and the
Oh my
the,
god.
the stress moments, the clutch moments. I think that's why like V1 is better than people think, because they're like they were on the come up
What?
in CS, so it's like they were already thinking along lines of like how do we beat tier 1.
They're so concerned
Are
with
you
controlling
kidding me?
Just back
They
out.
made that decision to
No.
just leave?
They're willing to cut ties very early.
Like, so
It's a
bad.
third
What?
time.
Excuse you?
Maybe if they lose there, they don't have money for the
Well, they
last
definitely
game.
won't have money, but still, man.
We'll talk a little bit about what I wanted to come
Hey,
in
they're
here.
up 6-4. They want a good buy the last round.
Nuturn is
That's
In
so
7-5.
crazy.
Yeah, I get it.
No, I get it. It's going to be extremely hard round, and they'll probably end up losing it, but 5v4, you never know.
Trying to 5-head it.
All the way up there and out of B heaven multiple times, into ropes, out of ropes, because there's nothing to be grabbed there. And Nuturn saying, sure, grab it. We're ready for the site take. Our plan is here.
I bet you that's some
We're playing
extreme
your
confidence
game
in their T side.
Version 1. I keep looking at the V and saying Vision Striker. Nuturn. Watching VOD after VOD. It's so hard to not say it. I
Maybe.
apologize to everyone out there. But yeah, they're just Nuturn this time is not falling.
I hope
prey
V1 doesn't
to
think they'll
flame.
run over them on their CT, because they won't. They just won't.
Last round of the half, you got to keep a look at ultimates.
I think a lot of the problem too with that, what Jordan was talking about with V1, is people just, I feel like people sleep on teams like this all the time in a lot of esports, and they shock people. These type of stories happen a lot in a lot of games. Because people underestimate these teams, but these guys are good. And you just have to accept that fact.
That is pretty messed up. Solo gets cleaned up.
Don't underestimate your opponent.
Excuse me, Penny flies across this screen, and look at the setups, right? They know where they want it. They've dropped the ping. The smoke from Viper is there as well. Penny's not allowed to get into the site.
That's just jet diff right there.
They saved for this, by the way.
Yep, they saved for this. to be put in the same exact situation trying to retake A. At least they don't have an Astra wall, I guess. That's better.
Sixes? I mean, this is...
Well, and that's the thing. Like, we've never seen Nuturn have to
Nuturn better have a good T side.
Round of the half, they're gonna fight it. There's no reason not to. Zellsis creeping his way around. Penny flashed up, dashes away, somehow stays alive.
Man, he was so blind.
But does get cleaned up. Suggest on the defuse. Effys and Zellsis
He was so blind. Oh my god.
Yes, he was.
Just in the nick of time to tie us
Literally
up
felt
at
like an
6-1
eternity.
into the second half.
He even tried to smoke himself.
And kudos, I should say, for Nuturn.
Penny's a really good jet.
To the side of version 1 for being able to pull it back. Looking at the
I like that he
usually we don't say this,
has the cojones to make the crazy, ridiculous jet dash plays almost alone, especially in like big, high-pressure LAN situations.
Not Penny's day. This is requiring a lot of teamwork, and we're seeing a different version of the team now that they're
But who is the
renowned
V1 again?
playing that style.
It's
Jammyz.
Jammyz.
Jammyz, yeah.
Whippy are normal.
All right, Nuturn on the attack. We talked about
Was it
what
COVID or
score
something?
Visa.
version 1 needed to hit in order to feel
Visa
good.
issues.
They surpassed that.
Oh yeah, is Whippy is already like a dual citizen or something, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he's Russian, right? On a work visa in
From a historical perspective,
America.
it is
I'm pretty sure.
better of a half
Something like that.
for
So
version
that's
1.
gotta suck.
Or student visa maybe in America. I don't know, something like that.
And as you
I
mentioned,
think
Riv,
that's what it
it's
is.
Student.
painfully average out
But
of
it's
Nuturn
weird
on
that
the
V1
attack.
would say. I mean, maybe for the next LAN. I mean, I think V1 said that he's gonna be back after this, and they'll fix it for next time. But
Of the play after they figure out what's going on. Flank is
Oh my god.
Just on the open, not the Astra this time. They do see a wall in front. That's not going to be activated just yet. The site take comes in from Nuturn, and they've made
He's flying.
Yes, they have
Frenzy action.
Telling you, like, V1 better not think that they have this easy, because they have a good T side.
We saw Penny in just a couple of moments
That's
ago
just
trying to control
based on what?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, how do you know this? He's saying it as it's fact.
What do you mean?
I mean,
You've been hyping.
Based
you've
off
been
their
hyping this
Korean
up.
matches. Well, once again, it's against the same region, so who knows,
I'm just
right?
asking. That's. I just wanted to know your information, where you got it from.
The Korean matches, when it's like fucking 4 a.m. and I'm half asleep and I'm watching them frag.
Okay, it just sounded like conjecture. That's all.
Mike just has like a little half-size notebook on his bedstand with like regional notes.
I thought they might have got
So you guys don't know what my hobby is?
with the single peak.
He does watch.
I watch
I've seen it.
I watch a lot of Valorant, dude. Too much.
He watches late night Val.
It's the beauty of it with this VCT and this whole like tournament and everything is that it's always on at any time of the day on every weekend. There's always a match happening. It's crazy.
Dude, I'm reading your chat right now, and literally in the beginning of Pistol Round, people were saying Korea mod check, Korea why so quiet, all this shit, and as soon as NA loses the fucking pistol, they just say NA why so quiet.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah.
Instantly flips
Just having a
it.
good time. That's all.
It's so funny.
The spams are fun.
Filth out of Solo. He did get one, but it got traded out. And you see Nuturn is dashed on to B, the paranoia to follow up. As well
It's
as
risky that Nuturn only bought 2 Spectres this round, had 3 pistols, and looking like they might actually lose this round because of it.
Nah, no way. Allow setup. Unless he's just okay. Jesus.
Oof.
Making me nervous.
He's got 5 health left. Well, he had 5 health left.
Okay, I take it back.
That's crazy, dude. He almost. What if he lost that fight?
Along with Allow here. Allow's like,
Did you know you have a Bucky?
Want to go down, so I'm going to go ahead and hold this back.
I don't know if he knows.
Last one to peek. Perry says, on me.
Yeah, he probably picked it up.
No.
Nice little round
Just has
there
the big
for
righty
themselves.
clicky.
See what they actually keep.
Even though it sucks now, but
Jess did have that shoddy in hand that he picked up.
shotguns are so weird in this game. I feel like
And again, there you can see
there's a turret.
very much a team game.
No real like movement or anything. You just kind of sit there and click.
Jammyz, your information
Underwhelming, I guess.
Well, not with the judge.
Yeah, I guess you could jump around a little bit, but like I'm just thinking in my mind like CS, like some of the stuff you used to do with like the Mag 7, jump in, be hopping. Like, I don't know.
It was viable to like hold cat with the Mag 7, like you jump spot from like elevator. Like that was viable.
Yeah.
It's so big for shutting down a strategy in its tracks, and we'll see if we can get a bit of that.
I mean, and that's exactly what they've done so far, right? Nuturn fully stacked on A. They wanted to go that way. There is nobody lurking, gathering information anywhere. And that wall off the bat just buys so much
Big
time
round.
on top of the
The round.
In case it gets broken
The 5A,
down, they're able
the
to
full
blow it
exec.
apart. And while that is how things panned out, they weren't able to get the kills. Lakia dashing across your screen. Effys holds fast. Good for one.
That was
Paranoia comes
very
out.
poorly
As he has to
timed, everything.
reload. No,
That was
not
really
really
weird.
matters. He gets taken out at the
Spacing
hands
was
of
bad.
Lau.
Well,
Was it the Astra suck?
the space,
They have some control on the site.
the
They have
paranoia
some
was
play in the
late,
middle of the map as
and
well.
the spacing of the
And
jet,
Peri on
they're
the
usually a lot
scene
tighter
is
than
such a
that.
pivotal part, but no
The jet and Rays usually do that better, but that whole thing, literally that whole exec looked terrible. All their timings were off.
I feel like it had to be
Cat
the
support.
suck. Yeah, I think it had to be the suck.
Oh, was it at? Oh, that's what you're saying. Like Astra might have ruined it.
Yeah, not like it sucked. Like they
Oh,
literally
okay.
got sucked.
I thought you were saying like they should have an Astra or something. I just misunderstood. You might be right, man. Astra could be the. Oh my god.
Oh,
They're feeling damn good.
the jet diff is coming out.
That's huge by Nuturn. After version 1
Breach jet
identified
is
what
so
was
powerful
going
on this
on
map.
up in heaven, Vanity's
Dash
seen
flash.
solo behind.
Yeah.
That should have been the rest of version 1 in the site. Completely collapsing on the members that were there. But for Allow and Suggest to be able to hold those angles.
These guys got some
Oh,
clean
man.
aim.
They're
Allow has some
going-
clean aim.
They're going off right
They
now.
were on the edge of their seat for that one.
The win is so close for
Nice
Nuturn.
edge for sure.
It's right
96,
there.
though. Nuturn getting a bit of a lead.
They are now version 1 are on a broken bye again. You've got the judge in the hands of Vanity, but that's it. Meanwhile, Nuturn far more
Almost. Almost got that one.
full rifles
Stupid Roomba.
across the board. You see, I mean, we've seen a little bit of a look towards A, but that's really been it so far from the side of Nuturn as they've leaned towards B. You see Jammyz taking some of that space away. The dash across the site, the paranoia that follows, Allow goes up
Okay.
to the
Just
top right.
murdered.
It's actually
What?
that's able to get the opening.
Well, at least they read into that really well. They know the dash satchel, and they're not putting their utility for main. They're putting their utility for the dash and satchel up front.
Still okay.
That's cool.
Gets to shake
Oh, it's
off
one
and
shot.
get
They're
cushion.
very low. This is still doable.
They'll be good back there. Very low. Very
Oh.
low HP,
Oh,
though.
Oh,
Jammyz
that
one
was the
down.
big one right there.
Viper bite for any push that may
Oh.
come in as they
Oh
hit the
my.
site. This is going to be Jammyz and Penny.
Yes,
Jammyz
Jammyz,
controlled.
yes.
Jammyz has the only one. He was the only
Did
one
they hear
with
the
rifle
TP?
that
Dude, if
huge.
Penny sees him, he gets
Alone
spam.
in a
Oh,
1v2.
spam him. Spam him.
18 health, 3 bullets
Or
to
not.
his name.
I would spam him because I'm a bad player.
Classic, he
I'm a bad
lost. He
player.
had it.
Playing around the
He had a
cloud
classic,
I'm just
he
bad.
lost.
That's it.
so
That's
intelligently for version 1
You're a
there.
great try.
no.
Say that.
That I would spam him. 100% I would.
This is what he does. He did this yesterday. Or the day before. Anytime. He's just like, I'm bad. They're good.
My decision making just isn't. It's just not there, you know. That's all.
There's a time you just one tap all of them, Shroud. Anytime I get a one tap, it's not a screen. They don't talk about it's I'm Shroud. I got the one taps going.
The push around from Jammyz. I mean, the guy sets up the same wall they set up on attack. He's like, this feels comfortable. Now we're gonna go
Old
ahead. And do
Jammyz,
something
huge
else.
man.
round.
Working together.
You got to
as
kill
per
outside B
usual.
main too with
Jammyz-
a frenzy to get that whole 4K going.
He's like, no. Like we were
The
ever gonna
stand-in.
lose that one. Let's
Yep.
set up
Putting in
here
work.
across the map. It's
Big
split.
round.
We do have the spike right now away from the rest of Nuturn, so expect this one to be drawn
And he's got
out a
up.
bit, and a
Yeah,
bit more
buddy.
of a default play from Nuturn Gaming.
Also note that Lakia is the only one without a rifle or a Spectre even, right? He's only got the
Are
Sheriff.
they focusing his ult here? Yeah, he's getting ult.
And that's, this is like full-on entry, full-on commit, right? They've got the Rolling Thunder. They have the Showstopper as well. There was a recon mission to try to grab that ult orb to get Lakia's ultimate online.
What
and they
is their
succeeded,
plan?
Right? So check one.
They have ults. They have breach ult and raise
on
ult.
this to-do
They might
list,
like.
checked.
I don't know if they'll
Still a
commit it
long
to this
way
run
to
since they didn't really like Well, they actually did force. They full forced.
Okay, taking down the wall. Always imperative. If a wall is in your game, put a hole in it, people. Make that sage.
Yeah, but is this the best round to do it? You have like a lead, right? So maybe you just try to do it without it. I don't know.
They might use raises since she has a deagle.
Oh,
Yeah,
nope, they're doing it.
Like that.
Wow.
Yep.
They took one.
Wow, that was just free. That was the most free kill ever.
Somehow has gotten behind them, spots peri, denies any other entry, and that includes a spike.
That's
now
crazy.
That sideline has been given up. Now Solo's gonna work his way in. As Penny with the
He has one.
He has literally 1 health. What shot him? Did somebody shoot him, or was
I
the...
didn't see it.
Vanity, dodging, fancy footwork around the utility to trying to keep him back. As the spike has gone down, keep an eye on peri on the mini
Good
map.
shit, Zellsis.
Oh,
Let's go.
This-
got the ult
and
off
the
of it.
Viper,
Oh
and the Viper.
my.
This is actually massive.
Did they have anything to stop it?
Oh my
God, and the
god,
lead.
they're so aware.
Oh, he got wall banged.
Holy.
Jammyz, good one as well. The defuse is there. Suggest playing just on the other side. Suggest good for
Wow.
That's
That
crazy.
was a
Wow.
crazy retake. Holy shit.
Zellsis getting that kill in the ult was that massive.
And the Viper ult past the bomb, like that's crazy. Penny aware to fucking look at mail.
Which version 1 needed
Crazy.
to retake that site was seen in the ult.
It was like the full force. The ult's committed too. V1's got a real shot here. We got a game in our hands here.
Nuturn doing such a nice job at of breaking these sites open, getting in. I
What?
love
He took out his knife.
I love the rolling.
What did you scream? Did you say, what are you doing?
Yeah.
When he's not solid on the Nuturn squad here. NA needs to just hold firm here and not lose too many lives.
So it was
The
Zellsis
economy
not
going.
getting as much information on what was happening. Unintentional, but still a really neat aspect of that last round. And Vanity.
I don't even know why, like I'm looking at Twitch chat right now, I don't even know why EU's talking. Are they riding the coattails of a potential Korean win? Like, you can't be doing that.
You love to trigger chat, don't
Yeah.
you?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, well,
You can't be doing that.
If you're Nuturn here,
Okay, I'm Nuturn.
you just saw a heavy investment of utility of ultimates from version 1 to take that site back, and it was a good entry, right? You also invested the Showstopper, you also invested the Rolling Thunder, but now you're broke. Right, like you're busted. You've got lakia.
How many timeouts do they get per half, per match?
2 per match,
Really,
I think it is now.
What are you looking to do here, Riv? Ideally, just take a couple of weapons away from V1?
Honestly, it would hopefully be more than that. But they know this is one of those.
This
pivotal
game
rounds
feels
they can
like-
start to swap the game back and forth. Let's take a look at the econ here. As it
I don't know if
comes
I'm
through. That's 2 rounds right now.
misremembering, but I feel like there's more
version 1.
tactical
So
timeouts
means
that
it's
that
this
play that
round loss is
people actually take
$4,900 on top of Nuturn's
in
money.
comparison to
More than
CS.
Enough credits to be purchasing on that side. If
You know?
version 1 gets
Felt like I
reset, they
didn't.
get
I might just be
$1,900,
misremembering. It might just all be a
which could
blur.
actually put them in a spot
like
where
There
they're
was
not
you
finding
had
all the
4
utility
per
they
game
need,
in
right?
CS.
That's $2,600
Yeah, but how
for
often do those
Jammyz
4
if that
actually
comes to
happen? You
fruition.
know?
On this, he purchased a gun this
Yeah,
round,
that's true.
$1,700, so
I
there's been a
think
drop
these
already
pauses are
for
longer too.
version
Maybe
1.
I don't
You
know.
said this
I don't
round
really
could be
remember
pivotal.
how it was in
These
CS.
rounds could be pivotal, and it gets even more as it goes.
What a weird buy.
Spike is down though.
Like, is this
Marshall,
even? Is this
double
even like?
3
Is
sheriffs.
this even worth it? All this money invested into this?
Crossed, every I dotted.
I mean, I guess if you have a plan.
I guess this looks like they full bot, right? They forced.
Of the moment as these teams
I don't know.
quietly playing through, understanding that this is a pivotal round for economy. For
Certainly
most
with people buying
teams.
Spectre, big armor,
Yeah.
and Deagle low armor, they're not going to be able
In
to
the
full buy
upper
next round
bracket
too.
Here in Masters Reykjavík. For Nuturn, they've tested the waters B. They cleared some stuff out, and they invested a little bit as well. But they are going to
This
flip
is
things
weird.
back, and you see an adjustment from version 1. I think on most other maps, given what they saw early on, you're taking a little bit away, right? Like you're working down ramps, you're working through sewers, you're trying to take some of the middle of the map away. That has not been the case at all.
The heck?
That was terrifying. That was jump scare type stuff right there.
Was not ready for
They're
that.
doing a
To me-
killjoy fake.
Yeah, to me right here, they have to bait
this
out that
is
suck A main or
intense.
something.
All right.
Because if the Astra keeps her suck for B, they're gonna have a hard time getting out.
It's a fake though. It's a fake though. So
Vanity,
not
though.
biting. He's not biting.
Holding firm, hard, and solid.
Yeah, they didn't throw. He that star is still at A. He didn't even use anything on it. Oh, they're gonna get sucked at B.
Zellsis backed up. I don't think Zellsis spotted him. I don't think Zellsis spotted him. But the trigger
Maybe.
Oh no.
Well, it is.
Vanity from Zellsis from up top.
Okay.
Oh, no.
GG unit.
They just
Clock is going
Oh,
to expire
no.
without the spike.
Vanny's like,
see, like that's
look
the
at him
kind of
talk
shit
shit.
that I feel like maybe works against their region. You know?
That 20-second
You
Killjoy
know?
alt fake.
Yeah, right? Like maybe this is just something that works against the region, and they're just like, yeah, this works great. This is.
They run into it willy-nilly without having too much.
NA's not gonna. NA's just not biting on that.
Rounds now that we are 9-9. Noticing Penny did go
We've
down,
been
that
Warden
operator's
4-1
now
for
in
too
the
many
hands
years.
of Lakia
Yeah,
on the other
this is
side.
true.
He has been focusing quite a bit for the team to be getting these frags. We saw his Sovas on ascent, his plays before.
I feel like that's like the most obvious fake though, is the Killjoy ult. Like you see it a lot on Ascent too.
Instantly walled off as you saw them play that to be a quick smoke play, but didn't work. He was trying to hit the utility window that version 1 uses.
Well, I was wrong. They saw this is their full buy, even after that last round.
Oh wow, yeah, you're right.
As you mentioned, the Viper's wall delaying some of that initial aggression from Nuturn. They do have the From the Shadows in the hands of Peri, and we've seen him use that for info gathering really every time. This map, excuse me. Now we'll see how things play out. Is V1 there? I mean, V1's not getting a lot of information here either, Riv. This is very much like a wait, patiently see things out. Look at where jammyz is.
He's
right
literally
now.
jiggle peeking with
an
an op in his hand.
Because it's rare. You have to, when you're dashing across site to get entry on A, you have to look there, and it's actually kind of sickening how frequently that box goes unchecked.
And it's a perfect play here from what could be from Penny as he draws the attention.
That was a really cool.
Yeah, that was pretty loud.
Observer shot.
The double drop.
So they're going to get themselves into a slight position here. And this is where we saw Nuturn as well, kind of leaving the map.
I'd love to see
open.
massive
No,
utility
middle
dropped
map's
into
open.
here.
Let's
Get him
play it.
sucked, vulnerable, Molly or something. That'd be
Now
so
it's
cool.
gonna be that play towards the
Just
A
stuck.
heaven side. Effy's ready and waiting.
Oh, that's a big kill.
Do they even have time?
Nope. Oh, the no scope.
They kind of do.
Well, they know that Jet's elbow.
Oh, he
Oh, he got
no,
sucked off
he's
plan.
They-
Oh my god, V1 is just
Astra,
on another
Astra.
level.
Astra.
They're on another level. That guy's his knife out. What is he doing?
Nuturn with a bit of a pause strat.
These
there.
really
Off once
deep
they
round
get
executes,
into
I feel like are
fence.
so
And
they're
it
so
seems
risky
like
against an
it was
Astra.
almost
They're
reminiscent
so
of a
risky.
Nuturn double pump, back and forth, and then hit. But they kind of said, all right, well, now is the time to go.
Astra's
And the
did.
first people jumping in are all looking at the same thing.
They don't
No one
know.
really had a corner to look at. It was kind of just in the moment, which meant there wasn't as much utility usage as there could have been.
Uh-oh.
And all A entries.
The tilt.
They had to have seen.
The frustration is setting in.
Had to have seen what?
They had to have seen that star that was where they tried to plant there too, right? I mean, maybe they just literally didn't have time to go anywhere else.
They planted at like the
close.
5-second mark, 5 or 6.
Yeah.
So
But the discipline that we've seen out of version 1.
I guess he was
to
probably also
maintain
afraid of
their
the jet
angles,
elbow because they
not
knew he
give
was
up
still
an
safe.
inch, to be
Yeah.
patient, not aggressive.
that's
seem like
interesting
they
that
did
he
until they
smoked
smoked
that.
too.
Like
Yeah.
that's like
Made this approach from Nuturn.
He didn't want to die because of time, I guess. I
Yeah.
don't know. But it feels like you probably should have just committed your life with that low of time if you're gonna do it.
that's what I would have done. But maybe he
Yeah.
had the even better play: smoke, go around, wait.
Is that solo
Worked
figuring
out
what's
either way.
going on, getting the info for the team. He just solo called for a smoke. He wants to see if that will draw any more
They
attention
forced here
from
again.
somebody across the
Three in a
map
row that they just
as
forced.
The rest of the team of Nuturn now works it over towards
It's so funny. They're not doing any of their explosive stuff. They're just not.
Or not the captain, I'm sorry.
I think it's the Astra,
contact
man.
range
You might be
listener
right.
was
Just the
suggesting
Astra ruins all of their
So, yeah,
explosive
they're making their way
strats.
over.
I just think like we ran into the same problem as 100 Thieves. Like you can't go at the last 30 seconds and try to execute like sub 20 seconds. Like you have to go around the map baiting out the Astra stuff.
Expecting that version 1 was going to pull off, and they should have a numbers advantage on the site.
Missed this
and that's why
fucking
they're sticking
flash.
to
Well, right here
This is
again,
what
the jet
Vanity
dashed in, they got
Jammyz
sucked, and they got
goes
molly.
entirely
Like
Why-
they
yeah,
can't follow.
Also, why is that guy going through a molly? They've 10. What? Is it off?
elsewhere. There is no plan B.
It's coming down.
You've got to commit
Oh,
onto it here.
I'm not
7
gonna speak
seconds
too
left.
soon.
Oh,
He's trying to get on the side of
no.
defense, but Solo mows his way through what version 1 had
He was so
set up.
convinced they were planning there.
Now Vanity
Yeah, he
and
pre-fired it.
Zellsis are showing up a bit late to the party as the spike goes
Dude.
down. He has the cosmic
They
So
can't.
close,
They
man.
can't
He's
lose
got
this
some
round.
utility. He's got a little
They've
something.
u-
They have a chance.
Who can't?
Well-
Nuturn or
well,
V1? I mean,
I
both
was
teams,
gonna say
really.
V1 for their mental. You know what I mean? Okay.
Oh,
no.
Unhittable shot.
Perry.
Oh my word.
Oh, that's
It's
so
gonna be Vanity
crucial
getting
to win
buried in
that
the
fight.
first
Oh my
We
god.
always see that
The
trolling
Zellsis
and
That's
clip
it.
on the head.
That's gotta be it,
firing,
right? That's a tilter
even
again.
Under recoil control. Ooh, Zellsis.
Do they have to
the head
save
off
too?
his opponent. 11
I don't know, 'cause they never
That
show
is
money.
now by version 1 here on
That's right.
Split.
That's
They've
right.
forced fought 3 rounds in a row. I feel like they have
This-
to.
This
blow
screen
by
needs
and fight for
money.
the tie.
I
Yeah.
imagine we're going to see that again. There was actually so much that was big there. Suggest dying. Zellsis peeking off of his turret.
Oh, a whiff too. Feels bad, man.
Not only did he whiff, he didn't like even he left very quickly.
That shot.
He like shot a
Yeah.
couple, shot a bullet and just tried to run away.
Yeah.
For no hat and purple Reyna.
Half measures, dude. Got a full
That's
commit.
how hard that shot is. All right, getting into
They're
the
forcing
next round.
again. They don't really have great utility. They do.
Yeah, somehow they have full utility.
It's actually jammyz.
Just their raised.
I'm terrible at this
platformer.
op shot. I always just miss it. I don't know what makes this angle so hard.
A couple of cloud bursts to deny info. He may. Oh, I think he did spot that. I think.
And
he
why is
spotted
Jammy
it well.
opping?
I don't know.
It's kind of weird.
Wanted it for A, I guess.
Just enough.
Oh man, the pressure, right? The paranoia, the everything is thrown his way. And
He
has to
thought-
back
he
up
thought
and
he was
save
gonna
that
catch
space
him.
up.
Little flash dash combo. You always love to see it.
Really
start off
can
rough,
buy so
pressure
much
the
in this
opposing
game.
team.
Crazy.
Let's see if they have a secondary. What's the
It's interesting to me that they have Viper opping over the Jet right now.
area was gained as we look at Nuturn pretty critically here.
I feel like
in
what's
this round.
important about like
Seeing
buys
that
and
first
how
strat,
so many
allow
gun rounds and all these buy rounds are
by
possible
allow.
is because
And now they'll
of
try
the
to keep coming up.
utility
Already
being
placed solo
saved.
towards mid
Like
as
you
they
don't
hold
lose it.
rotation.
You don't have to you don't always have to keep buying mollies, flashes, nades.
You don't use all of it.
Yeah.
30 seconds, Doug.
So you could be ending up like saving like 600 around sometimes across the whole team.
Makes sense. I've been a lot here to this
Sure.
round.
Team breach ult?
That actually
Friendly
worked.
fire
That
ult?
actually worked so
That
well
worked.
because
Yeah.
it literally pushed him into elbow.
Still alive as the spike begins to go down.
All part of the
Solo still in an
plan.
excellent spot
Yeah,
to cause
exactly.
problems.
Twitch chat's gonna
Cosmic
say it was
Divide is
planned.
still available here.
I mean, it
Effys also has
might
the
have
res,
been.
so you
It might have-
imagine if
it might
they
have
come
been.
over, if they can provide a little bit of cover, there's a chance at something there, but the sight lines are so tight. There's the cover that I was talking about. The Cosmic Divide comes up.
Solo though.
Still have to
The
try and
lurk.
peek around that res. They bring Penny on
Res.
Lakia. So tempted,
That's crazy.
so tempted
This
to
lurk
work
should be
around
huge.
it, and he doesn't do it,
They're
but
still
Allow
at-
does. Solo drops
Nope.
as Allow
Read it.
Are you kidding me?
reached out of the sky,
no.
not able to provide any impact.
Wait.
Did that Lakia.
Nope.
The
Wait.
flash
Massive,
is
massive,
Nice.
massive.
Breached him.
Breach flash.
Oh my
Nice
gosh.
flash.
Breach diff and the other
Amazing
non-existent breach.
stuff. The Cosmic Divide not ruffling the feathers of Nuturn all that much.
Close
Knowing
match.
It would allow version 1 onto the site. They just set up to watch version 1 walk through, and the shots they were able to make, the plays
They really
were
just
able
don't
to
allow
hit.
enough time for these matches, I
Beautifully
guess.
done on that stop there. And
'Cause
overall, Doug.
This
got
one,
me
the other one's supposed to be
laughing
starting like 30
because
minutes ago,
what
right?
Other ultimate can you
They
throw
haven't been on time
the
a lot
Rolling
this
Thunder
event.
at?
Yeah,
Then
it's like 30 minutes
Showstopper.
behind.
Ray doesn't give a crap if she's concussed in there. She's still hitting a big rocket shot. So that amount of chaos just does not leave you any choice. I love that play from Nuturn.
Very well played.
Oh, can't
indeed,
go
and
A.
That's going to bridge the gap down to 1 round lead for version 1. As you see, jammyz has invested the Viper's Pit right off the bat to
It's a good
control
ult too.
entry
Look how
onto
deep
A.
it spreads.
Imagine we'll see a wall from effys here soon, presumably either across
Yeah, it's like
mid
dangerous to even go
or, yeah,
close to
entry
that.
past
Yeah.
the mail. And what that really does is that's forcing Nuturn into a spot where it's like, all right, dude, do you have the balls to push into the Viper's Pit? Probably not. Do you want to work through the wall? You don't know.
But
what's
how
on
do
the
you
other
go
side,
B
so
when
they
there's a
have to
full
funnel
Killjoy setup,
towards
Astra
B in the
Stars,
garage,
and
but
a
we'll
Sage
call
just
the
ready to
utility,
stop
right?
you?
They're even set up to where when allowed dashes across.
What do they
which is a
have?
very
They have
common
no
entry
ults,
for Jet. Where's she dashing into?
No ults.
All
They're
of
just gonna
it.
do their
Dash.
standard, yeah,
The
dash
dash satchel flash.
With that in mind,
Oh,
Doesn't see. They're scared.
Oh no, they're doing good. I think this is good. They're baiting it all out. They baited the suck. They baited the Sage slow. They baited the Killjoy molly too.
And the
Killjoy.
Killjoy
oh
ult.
wow, that timing.
See what the Astra's doing.
That
This is a
timing is
lot.
good.
play along with
This is going to be a
Saber,
15-seconder
along with
probably.
everything
What?
else they can
Are they going to
throw
go back
into.
to A?
It's not just a no man's
no.
paranoia, so you can see how much more it's kind
And then they
of.
take
no.
it, and then they
Oh,
take
no.
it.
Dude, and
Oh my god, B1's just bigger brains, really.
just huge, huge.
That's so smart,
Oh
man.
my goodness.
Oh,
Wow.
They're
Those are
so
Unity
the
and
perfect
yelling at each
read,
other.
man.
That Viper's pit at the beginning, the process of elimination for Nuturn.
I mean, that was.
we can't go anywhere
That's
else
what I'm
except
saying though.
right
Like people were
into
saying they were winning off
version
gimmicks.
one's
That's not a
lap,
gimmick
and
right there.
that
That's
puts
just
them at
5
that
head.
point. That puts them at
Yeah.
serious
That's
point.
smart.
Yeah.
That's just
That's
like
just really intelligent play.
And still at
it's like
this
using the
their
clock against the other
opponent
team
is
as
just
as your own
dumbfounded
utility,
at the
right?
moment
Like
when they
baiting it
walk
out with
around the
the.
corner.
I think it's really good.
Is one of the reasons they're here.
It's not
When
gimmicky.
you're
No one can
amazing
call
the
that a
casters,
gimmick
when
right
you're
there.
amazing everybody else, and you're pulling out stuff like this. It's just the wow factor.
Ah,
and
somebody-
it's a
some people
consistent
will,
thing
but-
coming from
But they're
version
wrong,
one.
you know?
And it
They're just
might allow them
straight
to
up just
topple their
wrong.
opponents in
And they should
Nuturn
know that.
in this game.
They explode.
I could break down that
Their
round,
final,
talk about that
their
round for
final
hours.
chance.
Back to the dash out A again.
Pocket A
Well,
strap.
but now Nuturn, they've got the lockdown ready to go. They're leaning towards
There's 3 stars at A
this
though.
map alive. Map 2 went into overtime, and this looks like it very well could as well. But for
I'm
Nuturn,
starting to
they've
think
gotta
they
come
just
up
don't
big.
play against a comp
You've
like
gotta come up
this.
real big. You see the investment of utility already,
In-
right? Like
in,
they've
Korea.
invested the room, but now they've invested the
Maybe they
lockdown,
don't
and
play
because of
Astra
that,
on split.
look at how
Yeah.
version 1 are creeping across
It's
the middle
very
of the map.
possible.
The Sage wall has blocked off mid. Vanity has
Maybe
full
not even
control of
Viper,
Rosen.
you know?
They have defensive spawn
Yeah.
as well. They know where they're going.
This could be around though.
Nuturn, they're gonna have to
No
push their
way.
way into it.
Oh,
Effys gets
the Sage got
Are they
detained.
gonna hunt him down? Vanity's there with
No
The Raze
way.
knows.
Anyway, he's
Oh.
gonna
Oh, 3
Oh
kills.
no.
Holy.
as Lakia, or excuse
What?
me, as version 1 are down to
Certainly don't go A
2.
now, right? Certainly just go back to
Now
B.
it is Zellsis, and it is Penny. I'm gonna call Zellsis.
They've gotta be at least aware that at least one of them is- Wait, never mind, the bomb is down already. What am I saying?
On the Killjoy, can you have the same effect?
Potential OT.
Penny on to Perry.
Another one.
3v2. Still, it's
not-
amount
it's-
of time to get over to the spike.
B1 hasn't lost this round yet.
On this round 4v1.
Well,
Difficult one to
Okay,
win.
I take it back. I take it
Yeah,
back.
they're just gonna go off.
I take it back.
Zellsis will try to save whatever weaponry he can into the next round.
Oh,
As you see,
down to the
Mary
wire,
Kate
giving us a
suggested
little
Lakia
show
can
here.
carry a rifle in as well, and Riv, we find ourselves at this pivotal juncture yet again, where we're 1 round away from overtime.
OT for me, please. Let's see it. Oh my word, what a game so far. And the play,
the
honestly.
bummer. Vanity was supposed to have him
maybe
right
just
there.
Losing the moment or what was going on.
Certainly we want the game to go to
have
overtime,
that,
but we want
all be
V1
able
to win,
grab
but we want it to go to
somebody.
overtime, right?
You know, it's a bait. We got to detain. But to not be able to play off of what you're trying to set
Just
up
think,
on your
EU's
opponent and
next.
just fall prey to everything
losers.
they wanted. It's not
True.
a good look. We get
Say
one
it,
from each,
Justin.
though, right? Version 1's
I-
round before that, Slaughter,
I got
Nuturn,
nothing.
I'm
gonna keep it neutral right now.
Yeah, so does EU, man.
Now the setup across the map.
I mean, it's not even low. I like what you said, Mike. It's losers. It's not lowers. It's the losers bracket.
So this is
Oh,
your
man.
stop power over here on the D
Oh,
side.
are they gonna expect this op
Now they know
above
there's
this?
an off, though.
Why did he
Yeah,
randomly
dude, if you see
shoot?
that smoke
Oh, they're
to
trying to
deny
expand the orb, I
that
guess?
exact play right there. The wall goes up, and you think
Lakia's
it's
got
gonna be
ult
a
now.
little- You have a little bit more freedom.
And
You would think to swing around
you
that
know
and
what they're
go
gonna
full
do
time,
with
but the
it.
smoke excuse me, from Perry.
The
the
bread
old
and butter.
process strat. Yep. If it does, if it works, you don't fix it, right?
Over to A with just under a minute left on the
Change
clock.
it,
They have
whatever
the
the saying
showstopper.
is.
Perry's gonna have his shadows as well.
Yeah, I would love to see that from the shadows go towards the back with a showstopper following.
Yep.
Almost immediate chaos once again. They're going to hold everything for now. Showstopper is
Let's see
actually
it.
going into
Show us the
heaven.
raise.
Sorry, into
Oh,
sight, I should
and
say.
that's a kill.
And that's going to be Zellsis going down.
And
the
that's an
start.
OT.
Zellsis was the only one on the site.
You can't call it that early.
Considerable
No.
amount to get on there. We mentioned the showstopper.
Especially after that
we
last
mentioned
retake.
from the shadows. Those
Maybe
have
they've
been
learned.
But version 1 are still in a decent spot to be able to take this thing back.
It all
Penny
comes
has
down to this
top.
Vanity, and he's dead. No
What?
way. No way.
Wait,
No
wait.
way.
To win that Vanity on the rope.
Clever use of game mechanics, getting a kill on a rope, of course.
Bring us down to 4
No
apiece.
way.
One, the clock continues to tick away. You're going to have to go here, and you're going to have to go soon. Allow
Oh,
takes
that's a
care of
big
Penny.
kill.
It was a dogfight in disguise as Lakia is good for
What?
one as well. Solo playing around it. No, he
No
gets rolled down
way.
through the smoke. As
Vanity just getting
Perry
accidental
in a great
kills.
spot. Lakia's in a good
Okay.
spot as
Oh.
well.
Vanity's kill.
So
Enough the first
close.
time we're doing
So
it
many
again.
trades,
We're
Jesus.
going to overtime.
It's exactly what we need to see from these two teams. The caliber of play has topped, and we are now seeing them leave everything on the map. I cannot wait to see what they even pull out in these overtime rounds. Seeing what Nuturn was going through in map 1.
The bread and butter.
Series, Doug, we have to recap. Made this series seem like it was version 1's from the beginning, but that was never the case. Nuturn knew they could come back. They had the strats. At times, they have made version 1 plays their
Just
game,
a sigh of
and now
relief
both teams,
from
again,
them.
like you said, meet each other in the overtime. It's now, is it the up? Do they bring it
They need
back
a mental
out?
break
They
after
will
that
not.
one.
It's going to be full
You know,
buys, all
a little
rifles,
reset.
full armor, as they're not leaving anything to chance. Tactical timeout here coming in from Nuturn to start off our overtime round. But will it be version 1 entering this
I gotta use the
tournament
bathroom
with the
again,
sub
dude.
of
What is wrong with
jammyz,
my
surprising the world
insides?
for the Kingslayers of Korea to move on in the upper bracket, taking down
You know?
lakia to get here, taking down Vision Strikers to get here, and showing a lot of potential and power doing it. Now we got this matchup. It couldn't have ended any other way.
No, absolutely not. I think the one thing that we have to keep in mind here is as we go into overtime, as we think about how each side played out for both teams, version 1 were very effective on the attacking half, right? You remember it was a 6-6 half, which is not common on split. That means they have really had something good going for them on the attacking side. Now version 1 is going to be starting the overtime on attack. We'll see what Nuturn can do. We'll see what kind of adjustments they have to make really to stifle the aggression that version 1 showed that got them to a 6-6 half.
And this is where you get to use everything, Doug. This is where everybody looks at utility usage. Everybody looks at how you're playing these rounds out, because it's now up to you. It's not up
Sucks.
to
I'm not gonna get to see you
providing
lose.
you this round. You're not out of a molly.
Are you
Gotta go
leaving?
golfing. Yeah, I gotta go golfing. Got
Everything.
tea
You
time.
could watch.
What are you playing?
Love is these are the
I'm
strats
playing-
these teams have orchestrated for OTs.
Wait, what did
Kinda
you
like
say,
the
Jordan?
penalty shot. What do they
You
have?
didn't
What
say it,
secret
but yeah.
is
Say,
Have fun.
to get
Where are you going? What time?
So slight
gonna say that.
adaptation, but a
But
similar
I
look
just thought
from
about that
Nuturn
for a
early on.
second.
The fault
Oh, that's
line in
one
the
place where
garage,
people aren't
the
necessarily
smoke from
storming
Perry
it.
to deny information, but it's a slight
True.
miss. So Vanity's actually able to check that back
Who plays
corner that's
golf?
been so problematic for Vanity and for
Hey.
the rest of V1 on that.
We just
Actually,
live on
now
golf
they have full
courses. We
control
don't
there.
play
That's
it.
not
Yes,
true.
Zellsis dropped.
Am I right,
So-
Hiko?
Vanity
This
can
is
do
true.
this.
Am I right,
Oh,
Hiko?
gosh, James
This
has
is
a-
very
Let's
true.
golf.
Wait, Shroud, you live on the golf course
Great
too?
push there.
Not yet.
Coming back, able to get
Oh,
up.
it's coming one
It's
day.
coming. I could just feel it, you know?
Okay.
Vanity.
Feeling damn good about it.
Working at the crossfire in A2 as well by
Mikey
Nuturn.
out there
They're
swinging. We
relying-
talked about it the other day.
It's going to
Spencer.
be tough for this to actually make something work. Great.
They have
position
no
by
idea 'cause they got
Vision for
past-
version 1
oh.
here, but yeah, that's a difficult one.
Riv, that Aruma
Gracious, he's
somehow
live here.
didn't detect the two members of V1 as they push through, and now they're actually coming in from behind. There's an excellent pinch because of
this
what
is
Vanity was able to
unorthodox.
do, but Vanity has to come up big here. He's already gotten one.
Overlay's so messed up, I don't know what's happening.
He's in a
It's 1v3, okay. never
Yeah,
mind.
he's gonna get cleaned
He
up.
jumped.
The concerns that we
This
had
doesn't
about
matter.
Nuturn
This-
It looked like it was a
on the
5v3, but it was
Yeah, the
defensive
overlay.
two
half,
v1.
What is
stifled as they
happening?
take the lead.
NA? Lowers? I think NA just wants to go to lowers to
Check the
knock out
replay.
EU for good, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm
Oh
thinking. I'm
my
thinking like
word.
V1's like screw
That-
it. Like
that
we
kind of
brought
play,
we brought EU to
it
lowers.
makes-
Let's
it
knock
puts
them
a
out of the
smile on my
tournament.
face, because it's in the mind of your
This is
opponent,
just
and that's
getting
how you
all
always
NA
have to be
final,
playing.
really.
The moment you're thinking, I need to nade, I need to
Is he
move
solo
up,
get out?
you're
He's
already
solo
2 steps
fucking
behind
get
your opponent. You always need
I
to be
love that.
thinking, are they moving? What are they doing? And yeah, they're moving. Here comes Allow.
Full-on aggression, but again, it's a bait. You see Allow has made a whole lot of noise towards A, but the spike is quietly making its way towards B. And Riv, I mentioned the discipline that
Uh-oh.
version 1
In a
showed.
crucial
Oh,
round, they're
they're
biting.
regulation,
They
but now
full
they've been
rotated.
really hard on the early aggression. So Nuturn's going to be
Oh,
able to get
no.
onto B really for free unless
Big tag
Zellsis
by Zellsis.
cause some heroics. He's already taken care of lakia. What else does he have left in him?
Quick turret up. Flanked now by Allow. Waiting very, very patiently for any noise. They're not going to give it to him just yet. It looks like the
Oh,
flank
boy.
you had by
Tense.
version 1 as they come back into the site
Yeah.
here.
So tense, they
big.
might not even check this lurk in a
For
second.
Allow as here
The
comes
big
He's watching it.
Warriors.
He's watching it, but it might get timing.
The wall just broke. The wall just broke. He has to watch this.
They're quickly going in.
Cause a problem. No,
That's
but
game.
Highlights this
It's
time
over.
around
That's
is my
game.
goodness. It very well may be happening. Zellsis drops. one, but what else can he do? No,
GG.
ladies and gentlemen, bow down to your Korean overlords as they take down North America and they advance.
Damn, they're hyped up.
The caster,
Look at
caster said, "Bow down to your Korean overlords."
Oh no, they
He's doing a cast.
No, they BM.
Oh, no.
The full BM.
I hear that. I hear.
No way.
What a game! Version 1 taken down.
Why isn't Vanity wearing his cat ears? Is it on his headphones?
Yeah, I think it's his headphones.
Okay.
Yeah.
In fearful, aggressive fashion after their first mishap on Haven.
And Penny there, like, dude, how many times has Penny been good in that moment, right? Like, peeking through with the op, not able to land.
Now it's time for EU.
While he tried getting things back, he was able